Okay, parenting, it doesn't come with a book. And when you get older, I know sometimes it's hurtful to hear your children like kind of call you out on things and say what you could have done better and what you couldn't have. And you should have, could have, would have. Looking back with your parenting skills and taking accountability, what is one thing like if you had a do-over on or something, what is one thing you feel like you could have done differently?
Honestly, for me, nothing. Because I feel like...
Okay.
I knew I was going to say that.
That's why she don't want to go first, because she can't think of that either.
Nah, because, you know what? The only thing I would have done, but even that I felt like I shouldn't have done. I think everything happens the way it happens, and it does the way it is the way it is.
What it is, what it ain't. It's your boy Low Key V.
And it's your man,
And this is Paid N Bazed. Where we get money and wash on
behinds.
Yes, sir. This is a peculiar episode. This is I feel good though. I'm a little nervous.
It feel weird to be like shit this way.
Right?
I'm trying to stop my intrusive thoughts.
We done got bullied out of our seats.
I'm trying to stop my intrusive
you gotta keep it very PG today.
That's why I started laughing. Cause I'm thinking of all like wild stuff like this. But
because usually
we gonna keep it tame. Oh no, we gonna get there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break the ice.
So as y'all all know, Mother's Day just passed because this is coming out late. We kind of late, y'all. These are some busy women. We had to keep up with their schedule. You know what I'm saying? So
bingo.
My mom really do. Without further ado, we have the moms of Paid N Bazed. Yeah. Give it up.
It's been a long time coming. Let me get on our damn nerves.
Yeah, so we were supposed to do this last
year.
Yeah.
Something got in the way.
Okay. Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah. We had to think logically.
Yeah.
It might have turned into baddies.
It probably would have.
Oh yeah, because you got mouth, I got mouth.
Yeah, it would have been baddies.
No.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have been baddies. We just,
My daughter's a whore.
Where'd that come from?
I hate you.
Keith. I mean K3.
This is gonna be funny.
This is. Just come out here trying to embarrass me. It would have been. Yeah, it would have been. It would have been a fight. Yeah. Moving right along.
But without further ado, so I'll introduce my mom. So my mom, this is Rita Reeds, Sarita. This is my heart. It's my everything. I'm gonna let y'all know now, man. Y'all be in them comments. I'll let you know now who got the tussle. And so, and I'm gonna let you introduce. So this is my beautiful mother. I'm gonna let you introduce your beautiful mother.
Yeah, this is my mom, Janae. What's up, Mom?
Hey, Keith.
Yeah, they're really excited to be on the podcast. They've been giving us a lot of unwarranted advice and tips. Yeah, like
they the reason we done slowed
we've been
up.
waiting for this.
Yeah.
With the B words.
Nah, for sure.
My mama say we shouldn't say the B word so much.
She let me be.
She think you the funniest one. She Keith is hilarious. I ain't shit.
No, for me, I like I like your humor, your sense of humor. So I get you, and I love it. I like y'all chemistry is good.
Together.
Yeah. I was just
because Keith be clowning you a lot, and you be clowning him.
I was just telling my girlfriend that I was like, I don't think I could have found anybody like better like with our timing, our comedic timing. It's really like some Key and Peele. Like it's just fast.
Yeah.
Just black.
It is, yeah.
So I'm like, I couldn't thought about doing this for anybody else.
No, y'all are perfect.
But before we get started, we do got something special for y'all because we know. Let's get y'all a little toasty.
Now we talking.
I came with mine, but I'll take this one.
You can.
Oh Lord, I hope this is a twist off.
Yeah, some little bubbly.
Oh.
I just seen a sale in the store.
All right, next time get some corks. Thank you.
Okay.
What's
Yeah,
this
just
contraption?
twist it. Just twist it.
Oh. It's an occasion.
Mike, you want to drink
we
the
have
water?
to share?
You want to drink the water?
No, it's
No,
gonna
I
mess up my
poured in
lipstick.
She said we
And
gotta
the
share.
Yeah, you
Oh, I
thought
didn't know that.
you thought the whole bottle was yours?
Oh, we sharing with y'all.
I thought it was a Mother's Day gift.
What kind of gift is that?
Y'all not mothers without us, so y'all gotta share.
It's Paid N Bazed, but we ain't got a deal yet.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Jeez, could you hand it to me, please?
Yes, mom.
Thank you,
Jeez.
sir.
We raised them better than this. We really did.
We're ready to get down to business now.
Yeah, let's get it.
That's what she been waiting for. That's why she been so quiet.
Oh, this is good. Why you didn't
Good,
fill it
thank
up?
you.
Never mind.
You're not really.
Oh, see, she
Oh,
over
that's
there.
crazy.
She doing it good.
Okay.
Okay, I said, oh yeah, she got her straw. I seen them in the store too. I was like,
Yeah, because I ain't want to mess up my lipstick that I never wear.
I said,
And y'all don't come for my lipstick because it's plum and it's pretty.
Yes, it is nice. I just want to say, like, as y'all know, we grew up around each other, so like we know each other's moms. I love Miss Janae. I want to
And
start
I
off
love
by,
my
Yeah.
poodle.
You can say it, yeah. They the only ones that get to say the nickname. Don't watch this episode and think y'all can start commenting my nickname because y'all will get blocked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always tell Keith, I'm like, bro.
You said on the, I already know what you been saying. You say on the pod all the
and
time.
all the time. I don't know if she ever seen it though. I always say like Miss Janae
Tell
is
it
one
to my
of
face.
yes, man. You're one of the first women that, whether you knew it or not, you was instilling like confidence in me. Because like growing up, you know, when you chunky and stuff, like, you know, that's the first thing you gotta learn how to ride and stuff like that. But every time I see her at church, she be like, "Come here, you're so cute, you look
just
so
so embracing.
handsome."
Because he was
the same way.
Because he's so I always thought he was like the cute, handsomest, and you can tell he was shy or felt a little insecure. But I'm like, why? You got it. It's all in your secure. Be secure. It don't matter what you look like.
Yeah, but that goes a long way with a kid. You know what I'm saying? And then you
Yeah,
say,
you don't forget things like that. I remember
you
everybody
say, I keep standing there
treated
like,
me great, you know.
I know.
like,
But we
what's
go
wrong
back.
with you, man?
Yeah, we go way back
I
when
mean,
they
Miss
was
Janae
kids.
was around when my children were small.
They were
like,
in Puda
and
was
they-
in second grade, I
They used
think.
to praise you, Miss Janae.
Oh,
Miss
and I
Janae."
love me and V was
They
good
loved you,
because
yeah.
she thought I was crazy because you know I came with the when I first started working at the school I was fresh from New York so I had
Okay, gotcha.
I still had that hood mentality.
kinda-
yeah,
I
so they
understand.
like that rough around the edges
I
stuff.
understand. Yes.
Yeah, so we always see, you know, each other in passing. We went to the same church and things like that. So it's kind of like this union was like destined, especially because of like how, you know, we
Yeah, how it
came.
came about.
I'm watching the word.
Y'all,
Yeah, you know, like-
y'all grandmothers are good
Right.
friends.
Yeah.
Just
Grandfathers.
They go to lunch every month and talk about us.
Yeah. I didn't even know grandma be watching,
They
but
still
she be
cursing on
watching.
that podcast.
Yeah.
She be seeing the clips.
Yeah, she told
Cause I be
me.
forgetting that like I don't be on Facebook, but my Instagram is linked to my Facebook. So whenever I post the clips on there, it go to Facebook. And
She like, I be wanting to watch it.
Yeah,
but,
my
oh.
grandma somehow always see the clips anytime I mention her or my grandpa. Like that COVID clip, they always in my views. My grandma, her friends, I was like,
they
that.
talking about me, y'all.
Oh yeah, my grandma said my grandpa was like, he really care about me.
Aw.
I mean, yeah.
I'm about to say the clip that we finna post tomorrow. I was basically saying, remember we for your birthday, we went out to eat and we was talking about like somebody get divorced. And we said grandpa gonna like die if him and grandma get divorced because he can't feed himself.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling. I
Oh,
was like,
we say stuff like that, and it's a big deal. We say all kinds of things. Oh, if you go first, this is what's gonna happen. If you go first, and darling, not me, boo boo.
Yeah, that's
I tell you,
yeah, Darlene and Papa like they like each other's air. Like,
yeah.
I'm talking about. I never rode with somebody before. My grandpa, if like you ride with him, he be like, "Hey baby, I'm at the stoplight. All right, bye."
They've been doing
Hey
that.
baby,
They've
I'm
been
at the
doing
next
that for
stoplight.
years.
All right, bye.
Oh
Hey,
my
I feel like,
gosh.
do y'all gotta check in every video?
Yes,
Yeah.
they've always been that way.
Oh wow.
We'll be at lunch.
And let my grandpa not answer his
Oh
phone.
my gosh.
Hello.
And she'll be like, yeah, I just ordered the lobster and such and such and such. Okay, my stuff is coming. Billy, my stuff is coming. Okay.
What, darling?
And then next thing you know, 5 minutes later, hey, yeah, it's real good too. We're gonna be leaving here in about 15 minutes, Billy. 15 minutes.
That's them old school real love
Right,
couples.
yes.
I
They
love
are
their
there.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be annoyed as hell.
No, they used to
They
it.
used to it.
They
Yeah.
And
used to
basically,
it.
what we were saying in
Look
the
at grandma and grandpa.
I know when I came to the house, I could tell your grandma run the house. Like, yeah,
She
I
run
could
everybody.
tell. Yeah, your
She
grandma
run-
was just walking around trying to find something to do.
Or hide. He be trying to hide.
Yeah.
Find somewhere to hide.
And grandma was on us like, okay, where you taking that bed? Where you, I was like,
I love it though. I love
Supervisor,
that.
like,
Yeah.
we I helped Mom do smooth yesterday, and she was doing that. Like, no, you should put this here, put this there. I was like, just move it, and when she leave, move it back.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I was checking in with you. I'm like, you sure everything? Because I know how moving can be.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
tell you, I'm tired. I'm worn out.
Yeah.
My voice is raspy right now.
Yeah,
Well,
but let's reel it back in.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Let's reel it back in. So we happy to have y'all here. This is fun.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Yeah, it's, with Mother's Day just passing, I just want to, we thought this was a good idea because we just want to give y'all flowers while y'all here. Life is short and stuff like that. So we just want to say how much we appreciate y'all and stuff. So, we're gonna start off good before we put them in the
Yeah,
hot
before we
seat.
curse you out, I
But-
love you,
I
son.
really
you too.
appreciate that.
And I
But-
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start. Ma, I just want to thank you for being
Oh, you're
a
gonna make me
great
cry.
single mom. You know what I'm saying? Raising 3 kids ain't hard, especially your kids. But you know what I'm saying? And it was hard for me being the favorite, so
For
And
real.
believe me, his sister and brother right now saying,
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
Because they both said that when they came.
No, we got
But you were the baby though,
She
so
kicked
that
me
was
out of her house like
expected.
3 weeks ago and told me I ain't her favorite no more. So I don't know.
I cursed Keith out like
Oh, we go,
a
yeah,
couple of weeks ago, and we good.
Yeah, that's why we knew this was
rolling
perfect.
my eyes and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it gets real different.
Yeah.
But I do just want to thank you for all the sacrifices you made and just being a great mom, and also I know a lot of people say you shouldn't be your child's friend, but I'm grateful that we had a friend in you, because it's a lot of the people I grew up around with overly strict parents or scared of their parents. We knew stuff about them that their parents didn't know, but it wasn't really much that somebody could come tell my mom that she didn't know about her kids. Because if anything, it was we felt comfortable enough to go tell her first, and I really appreciate that, because now from dating women to I don't be understanding when people be scared of their parents. I don't want my mom to find out, and it's you should be able to talk to your mom about that. It should be a comfort zone, or your parent, you know what I'm saying? And I could tell we both have that in our parents, so
No, for
that's
sure.
something I appreciate, And I know some people judge you off that, oh, you shouldn't be that with your
yeah, a
kids
lot
and
of people
stuff.
say stuff like that, but that's okay because that's my children.
Right.
And they were all I had, and we were very close. And that's just what I chose to do.
Yeah.
And I didn't hide things and try to keep. I told whether they liked it or not, or wanted to really hear it or not. And now that I'm older, some things I could
We could have.
I
So
could
yeah, I
have.
say
but
that too.
parenting don't come with a book.
It doesn't.
So
It don't.
I did the best that I can, but I'm glad that my kids can. My daughter, sometimes I have to be like, okay, that's too much.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Me too. I gotta tell her that too.
Yeah, on the part.
Everything.
But she's always been a very open person.
But
I love
she
her.
loves that about that we can do that as well. Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things Nisha comes on here, she's very transparent, you know what I'm saying? So it's a difference between, I'm not gonna lie, some people would be like, no, I wouldn't want that, but I feel it's a difference between somebody calling you I just seen your daughter on the pole, versus your child coming in and be like, look, Mom, I'm finna go try
I'm ready to
this.
go, whatever, how
And
this
you
out-
could get
no,
on your knees and
how
pray
will this
as
look?
they gonna
What you
go.
think
You know
about
what I'm
this?
saying?
We're like that.
Or even-
like a friend.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like a friend.
And guess what? It's not going to really change what she decides to do or what she's going to do.
She's gonna
If
do
I-
it
I can-
anyway.
I can tell her, well, I don't agree with that, but she's still going to do what she want to do. She's grown. And I know that I did the best that I can, and I just pray for them. I keep my children in prayer.
Or even
Have
it's
to.
times where I didn't choose the right path, where I'm I'm tired of working for people, whatever. I want to try to do this. I'm transparent on it. I tried to sell weed before and stuff, and she wasn't going. I really think I don't know what type of verses she was sitting there doing, because when I tell you, anytime I try to go like down the wrong road, it ain't working. It's wicked.
I tell my kids, my knees ain't black for nothing. I mean, I live on my knees.
You
What y'all
know,
laughing?
because you know they trying to go
You
there.
know what?
But hey,
Maybe a little.
no. Y'all brought us here for a reason. You said BXO.
No.
He said cut.
That ain't see where I get it from.
No.
Yeah.
We
So
were young too.
yeah. So that's what I wanted to say to you, and I'll let you go ahead.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm good, bro.
You better stop playing.
Well, you know, I give you flowers all the time.
Yeah, you do.
And you
I want
know-
to hear it on air now.
Yeah, you know, it was always like me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Me and you.
always, it was always me and you, and all my friends.
All
You was
his friends,
around
but
all my
always
friends.
Right.
me and him.
Yeah, like yesterday when we was moving, like I found like my homeboy like medals from like high school, all his trophies and stuff in my mama's house. Like,
And every time I move, I bring him with me because I'm like, one day he's going to come back and look for them.
yeah.
It's been like 10, 15 years, but I still carry them around with me.
Yeah, but no, for sure. Like, you know, I give you your flowers all the time. I always thank you for all the things that you taught me. You know what I'm saying? Allowing me to make mistakes and actually like making me do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, sending me off when I was getting in trouble. You know,
Oh, yeah.
that was tough. That was real hard for me. I was upset about
I
it.
couldn't
whatever,
care
but-
I had to
less.
do that with
Yeah.
my
Oh, yeah, I shipped his up behind
Yeah.
him.
yeah.
It
But it made him.
yeah, it definitely like.
I
made
got
me
shit, but I
be
ain't
myself.
even do nothing.
I was doing stuff.
With
Yeah,
I didn't have to go live with my dad for
but
a year.
Wait, you know.
But
you know, like I can always talk to you about everything. You was there, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like it was ways in which I, you know, that we talk about now, like that I feel like you had to sacrifice certain things in order to like teach me how to be a man, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't necessarily like what you should have had to do or whatever, but you know, I appreciate everything. You know, I
That's
love
so
you.
sweet.
And I love you.
Yeah, I love you. And then it's like I feel like we had to grow together
We did.
to a certain point, yeah. And then it's like I feel like when I became like a grown man, I remember I had to tell you one time, like, okay, man, it's cool now. Like, you know, at one point you had to be my everything, you had to be my rock. I was like, now it's okay to just be my mom. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
like,
nice, yeah.
I really, I'm just grateful for the space that we in. You know.
I am too. I like that we can have a disagreement because we did. We had a nice little.
Yeah, she be getting on my fucking nerves.
I hung up on him and everything.
Same.
No, he get on my nerve, and I don't know how y'all deal with him. But at the
Mama
end of
laughs,
the day, we the next day I was like, hey son, you know,
Yeah.
because if you don't discuss it and you hold it in,
Exactly.
yeah. So we're open and we talk about
Yeah.
a lot. I used to think I was too rough around the edges. Like I know I couldn't have no daughter because I was a little rough.
Yeah.
But God blessed me with a sensitive. Keith was sensitive and very caring and loving.
That's so
And like
beautiful.
I hated, I didn't even want to be hugged. I didn't like hugs or nothing.
Okay, and he
But
brought
he
that
was the
out.
most loving kid, and I'm like, so God, this is what you do. You know, you're gonna send me a loving behind kid and make me love and show
Yeah.
love. So I love my
That's
baby,
really sweet.
and that's my
Yeah.
baby, and I love
You said
him.
some nice words. I might need to go again. So, no, that's good.
No,
And
both of y'all would
and
say
I
good
think-
stuff because
I
it's
think
true.
also like because both of y'all from New York, y'all just give it kind of raw.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand how it is growing up with a parent from New York in the South.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like a lot of like Southern people. I don't want to say phony, but they just kind of sugarcoat stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas our
I
parents-
prayed Keith didn't turn out like some of these Southern.
Look, I'm not.
Because I stayed on him. I was like, yo, you from New York. I don't care if you moved here when you was 4. You from New York.
Same thing.
You from New York. We don't
Same
think
thing.
like that. Sorry, no offense to anybody, but you know what I'm
Like
saying?
growing up in the store, like somebody stares on, what the fuck are they looking at?
Yeah.
Calm down.
Southern hospitality.
My kids.
Yeah, no.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
it was
They
like,
know. My
yeah.
family know. I pop off in a minute. I try to be a lady for the most part, but yeah, I don't. I
Yeah, I
have very
understand.
little tolerance for
Yeah.
foolishness.
Well, my daughter tells me all the time, I'm so glad that you didn't raise us to be like fake and phony.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad, Mom. She said, because I just see so much
Yeah.
with other people and their parents and different things. They
And
try to
believe
portray one thing, especially on social media, but it's really not like that.
And believe it or not, like growing up, that impacts you heavily in your dating life because then you like date somebody who was raised differently and was taught to sweep things under the rug and couldn't speak their mind and stuff. And it'd be like, why are you like that?
Right.
Like, but you have to have grace because some people, they just, I feel like with your parents, it's either one or two ways. You're gonna like despise them for the things that how you felt like they could have been better, and either you turn into that or you do the complete opposite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we definitely got our realness from our parents. But I also like what you said, like when y'all said it was just me and you, like I feel like that was us
It was too.
Yeah.
like a lot of people be like, oh, but you had siblings, but I'm the youngest. And my
Yeah.
mom got her
Would be the
kids
longest.
spread
He
apart.
was with you for the longest.
Me and
yeah.
Rara's 8 years apart. Me and Nisha's 5 years apart. So when they was
Oh
out
yeah,
of
that's
the
a big
house,
difference. Yeah.
and it just seemed like
And they were the type of kids that was like running out the house. Like
Yeah.
they couldn't wait to get out the house. So it was me and him.
And it seemed like when it was me and you, we went through the most. Like that was just like a very treacherous time for us.
Yeah.
Like
He's the one who was really there to really see.
But he
like,
saw what
he
y'all
did.
went through, and you know, a lot of parents nowadays they want to shelter their kids from reality.
Right. And that's
You know,
just
like,
not who I am. But
with
yeah.
Keith, we had this discussion before. Like there was one time where the money was just, you know, I was doing great, and then the second I couldn't do something, he was like, "What in the hell's going on?" I'm like, "This is life, bro. Yeah, no, I need that PlayStation because I'm about to go take it to the pawn shop. Yeah, that's $500. I get it back, and then the next time I need that PlayStation. Yeah, that was when real stuff, life
that's how
happened.
it was.
I was like,
man.
nigga, sell your mama car. Get my fucking game.
Listen, me and my mom were like, especially because the type of kid I was, because like by middle school, I knew like if I was gonna be a heavier boy, I gotta dress nice, I gotta be clean, stuff like that. And you know how my dad is too.
Yeah.
So I was really big on like chains, all of that.
Yeah.
Remember when I cried in
Always
the
was
stove?
clean.
Oh my
Because
Yeah.
I wanted them,
God.
I wanted some
Cried.
fusions, and they was 160, and she didn't want to pay it.
He
And I
embarrassed
cried.
me. He was young too.
And she bought them. It was tax time.
Fusions was.
He was, no,
Yeah.
he was counting my money.
It was tax time.
Did
You
this
got
nigga
it?
just say it was tax time? Oh, I didn't mean to say nigga. Did this nigga just say it was tax time?
I was in there.
Wow.
So she bought them. But like I can even remember, and I know a lot of people would be like, "Oh nah, that's crazy" and stuff. But like my mom was like so like for me, I remember like we'll be in the store and I know like she writing a bad check for my J's and we just praying it go through.
We done been at plenty of registers like, all right.
Let's just see if it goes
And
through.
then when they do, we'll tap each other like, okay,
Ooh, shit.
But like,
let's get out of here.
Hey, is this I remember like back in the day you could do this. You could apply for an in-store credit card.
Yeah.
They change
yeah.
up the social by one number.
And
They be like, you got proof of
I don't care.
500.
They be like, you're proof for 300. I'll be like, go grab some. Well, I don't look when the time comes, but we can't pay
These
it. Oh
is
well,
just jokes,
we
people.
got
We
some
ain't
free
really do
stuff.
this.
No, we didn't do this.
We
for
didn't
real.
do this for real. We just joking.
No, but yeah.
But yeah, like, nah, my mom
But
was
he
one of them
knows,
moms.
yeah.
You
But
know,
what the thing about Puda is that he made everything so easy. My other two kids are very headstrong, and they just really love to be out there. And it was kind of like either whoop their ass or just let them go ahead and find out. But him, he was more like a nurturer. First of all, he thinks he's my father, always have.
Yeah, he
So
definitely
he's
act like he your
always,
dad. Yeah.
you know, protecting me and up under me. And
But that's
everything
because
like
he
that.
been there and
I
he's
ain't even gonna
seen
tell
what you've
y'all-
been through.
I ain't even gonna tell y'all how long he slept with me.
all right.
I ain't even gonna tell you. He don't want y'all to know that.
Well, no.
This nigga will still get my bed today if I let
my
him.
mother
So don't
said,
let him
"Get that
fool
big
you.
boy out your bed."
Yeah,
no.
no. I'd be like, boy, get out my
I
bed.
actually want to hit on that of the importance of it was now that I think back, it shows me the importance of fatherhood because like I had to go live with my dad in 5th grade because of some financial issues we was going through. My dad lived in Atlanta. That's what got me out of sleeping in her bed.
Yeah.
Because when I had to go live with him, I can't sleep with him. You know what I'm saying? That's what got me out of taking baths.
Yeah.
I used to take baths like my mama.
Shower.
And then I started taking
Whenever
showers.
my
Like he
big
came back
mom
and
be like,
grew
see
up.
my son taking a bath, like, put that nigga in the shower, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
because like, and that's where I realized.
It was a huge thing taking baths.
but you
though,
don't
'cause I
think
grew up
about
taking
it.
baths.
Like, little boys do need men to mimic
Yeah.
coming up, and I think in our society we just like a lot of women are taught like I can do bad all by myself. I don't need no man, but
Still think
you do
that.
need a man to show. So you know, although like my dad, he wasn't the best dad. He was kind of, in and out and stuff. But I do thank him for the things that I have learned from him. I have a lot of his ways, his business savvy and things like that. And no
Look
parent is
like
perfect.
him.
You know? And we've gotten past our issues and stuff.
It's definitely true. We can't teach y'all how to be a man.
And remember you told me that? Do you remember that day you told me that? And he was like, he said, Ma, no matter how much of a tomboy you are, you cannot teach me how to be a man.
Wow.
And I thought I was, I was doing a good job, but I was like, wow, he's right.
Okay.
So as soon as this nigga acted up, I was like, bye-bye.
Yeah, I was wild. I ain't gonna lie.
That's
But
when you had to
I
go to the
didn't know.
movies.
I didn't know the full extent of what was going on. You just see your child changing and doing things.
Yeah.
But the only way I really found out was the grades. That was the first thing, because you were an A student. And
Yeah, you found out about everything at the same time.
yeah, it was the grades.
'Cause-
And then that one day I came home from work, and I'm talking about I was working 10 hours, 5-6 days a week sometime. And I would come home. I came home, and this nigga on the floor asleep. I mean, this young man on the floor. Cut that
Wow.
nigga word out. This nigga on the floor, passed out, high as a kite.
Full fit, clean as hell.
House. I mean, you could tell, you knew something was wrong because the rug was not clean. It was in his room. And he's sleeping face planted on the rug. I went off.
Now we just talked about it the other day, me and my friends, because everybody know like my house was the spot. Like my mama working all the time.
I got
my,
you, yeah.
my house the spot, but it's like
I wanted it to be the spot where kids could come feel safe. And
everybody felt safe. We had rubbers
You know
and
what's
all.
funny?
Sometimes you rather them come to your house.
I'd rather them be at
You know
my
what's
house
funny?
because I wasn't
That
keen
was
with
our
him
house.
going anywhere.
And that's
yeah.
why I had to grow up fast, because I had a brother who all his friends came to our house.
See, so you've seen a lot.
Cedar's,
Yeah.
Everybody was there. My sister, all her friends was
Yeah.
there. So it's like I was always more mature for my age. I was always more mature for my age because of the things that I was seeing. You know what I'm saying? And being exposed to. They sitting around, and then even when she put implements in to keep my brother out, he would break in while she at work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking break in, like
Yeah.
bust the window
Yeah, and be
and
smoking.
unlock the thing and be
Yeah.
in my house with friends, cooking and smoking and doing whatever you want to do while I'm
You
at work.
dead ass wrong, Rara.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
So
Hi,
that's a
Rara.
whole nother story.
it's
Look,
like
hey, Robert.
when I got to that age, it was almost like I didn't want to put my mama through what
Yeah.
I seen.
Because you
And he
seen it.
Yeah,
definitely didn't.
because with Nisha, she went through her phase too, and the only thing I say, like when I went to Fort Caroline 6th grade, I got kind of bad. Like they was trying to send me to Maddie V, but that was school stuff. But like as far as like doing too, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do what Rara and them did. And
Because you saw, you were
yeah,
there.
it's kind of like I learned from their lessons, because Rara was in and out of jail since he was like 14. Like, and it was like I was just watching, like, dang, and I see how
Rara
much
started
stress it put on my mom.
When I decided to get a divorce from his dad, he started immediately like, "Oh, you're gonna break up this family? Okay, I'll show you," and just went
From the beginning.
crazy.
Rara always been a little off though.
Yeah. But no, like I definitely like our crib was the spot, so everybody was always there. But everybody knew, bro. Like as long as we clean up, we good.
Yeah.
It's like, we just gotta clean up. We can do whatever. We can
Because
chill.
she ain't having
Before
As
she
it.
long
get
as we
home,
clean
yeah.
up, we good.
Right.
So
I
that
bet
particular
OCD.
day, and I don't know why, because we were just talking
Oh,
about
I
it.
was so mad.
We all just had some trees. I'll never forget that day. I remember I went and got a haircut and everything or whatever. Came back, we was all smoking. I fell asleep, and everybody know me. When I sleep, like I'm knocked out. And they like, get up, bro. And they cleaned the house up. They like, you got to spray something. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna spray something. Here she come,
Couldn't get up.
kick me. She kicked me. She like,
Bro, I wanted to kick his face in. If
She
I
was
would,
like-
I wanted to stomp his head. That's how mad I was. So mad.
she was like, why my house smell like weed? I'm like, I don't know, shit. You been smoking?
And the crazy part is, the funny part is, because his friends was all dumb, love y'all, but y'all was stupid. So they know I'm coming home, and they know my timing and everything. So they walking down the street. Why I see y'all walking down the street, Keith ain't with you.
Right.
So I immediately knew
Right.
they left my house.
Right.
I'm like, these niggas just left my house.
But everybody knew that. Everybody welcome. Everybody come over, and then we had like some extra rooms. So like,
Yeah, at that
of my
time,
rooms,
we
but
had, like,
everybody-
2
everybody
extra
had a room,
bedrooms. Yeah.
or whatever. Like had their own room and stuff like that. But I didn't get in trouble a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I was sneaky. You know what I'm saying? I was a little smart. Like that's why you found out everything at one time. Cause I was skipping. That's what happened. Like my 10th grade year, I probably skipped like 40 days out of the last
Yeah.
out of the last 9 weeks.
Well, your grades showed
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you was a fail in everything. That's why I told you you
like
had
last
to go.
9 weeks, I had like 37 to 40 unexcused absences or whatever. But I had blocked that number. You remember the number that called for?
Oh, we used to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I never got any phone
Because remember that
calls.
time you went out of town, and then I didn't go to school, and they called you. Remember that? And then you called me, and you
Nah,
was like, you had.
Oh
went out-
yeah. I do
And
remember
then
that.
I was like, Mom, I overslept. Really, me and Tay had some girls over. That's really what happened. We skipped that, had some girls over. About like, I overslept, whatever.
I hope y'all all caught crabs or something.
Nah.
Y'all should have.
Went to school the next day, and I'm like, okay, now I know. I forgot about that because that was new. They just started doing that year. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and block that number so she don't know no more. And then after that, it was all world. I still would have been good if it wasn't for the house. The house.
But that
situation.
wasn't the first time I had found that out. Remember, there was times before that, so I kind of had a
Yeah,
feeling.
but it
I
wasn't
knew.
like, that was just bad. It was
But
just
that
like,
was a terrible day,
Yeah.
and I was tired. I was not in the mood. And then I remember I hit you too, and you looked at me like he was gonna hit me back. I was like, this nigga don't know I fight kids. I fight grown ups.
Because think about
My
women, like,
nickname is Hands,
y'all
bro.
gotta understand that like y'all can't really hurt us. Like so, and it was
Yes,
at
we
that point.
can.
But
At
no,
that point, you were still young and you were little.
no, I was 16. I would have beat your ass. Like that. That's what
You
it was.
wouldn't have though.
I wouldn't have.
I was secure enough to
Yeah,
know
I
that you
wouldn't.
couldn't beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
You could not have
Because Wawa used to
beat
do
me.
that.
Because
She used to
I've
get
had-
a broomstick on Wawa, and he used to laugh at her.
I've had him against the wall, choked up, wouldn't let him go.
Don't like
and
keep
didn't
saying
wanna
a
let
lot
go.
of y'all. Especially then, I was younger too. I was in my prime.
I know,
I would
but I
have
was just
dragged
telling
you.
you still think you can fight though, and you old now.
Huh?
You still think like older now, like you still think you got it. Like
I still
you
think
got
I can
very
fight.
high confidence.
I do.
But no, I know I wouldn't.
Because I can.
But you know I wouldn't have did nothing. But
Right.
it's just like stop putting your hands on me. Like we passed that point. Like,
No,
we
we
talking-
wasn't. We
Yeah, y'all
wasn't.
get to that point where y'all feel that way, but
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You
No,
lucky I
never.
ain't punch you in your
I
face
still know
at
my-
18, 19. I was.
Right.
My mother slapped the fire out of me at like 23 one day. I was like, did she really just hit me? But
I was about to say,
it
you
was
feel
still
that
disrespect.
way until
Yeah.
it's him at 16 bucking up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But like I bought that my pops too though when I went out there. Like but
And he called me. I was like,
Yeah.
I sent him to you. What you want me to
'cause
do?
my daddy had me fucked up. Like,
Yeah,
like, but then it's like I already got some pent up aggression. Like, nigga, where
Yeah.
you been at?
Yeah.
But it's
I
like,
told you.
I was waiting for that moment.
Nisha
Right.
came to Atlanta and turned
Oh.
our world upside down with my dad.
Yeah, he was
He
doing
didn't
fine
let
till
us.
she got
He
there.
still don't let it go today. Y'all jump me. Like, listen.
Like,
Y'all
hey,
jumped him.
Oh, my daughter.
I was just trying to
piece of
help
work.
Nisha out, but yeah. But one day he caught me off guard when she wasn't there, and I got bucked with him in the back of the barbershop. That nigga body slammed me.
Yeah, y'all need that. Because y'all be losing
Now
your
my
mind.
pops would have whooped me. Like
Yeah.
I was athletic and stuff at the time. But my dad, like he a man's man. Like he go out and whip with his hands every day. My dad would have whooped me. But like
But he called me.
I felt played.
He was
I
like,
got
hey,
up.
man. I said, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, punch him in the face. I don't know.
That's what I wanted,
That's
though.
what he did when Nisha was like, I got up, I grabbed the screwdriver. I was like, He was like, boy, put that screwdriver in.
but you need to know
You
make me
sound just like
mad.
him. You sound just like him.
I was mad, but he really played with me that day. Like he started doing like my dad is like, I know what they say, don't say the word, but like narcissistic, very. So it was like me and Nisha against him, like war. Nisha came down there and turned it
But
up.
he felt like Nisha changed Puda, which Puda was
Yeah.
following behind what Master was doing.
Tell me this not valid though. You wake me up. You say, "Come on." So I say, "Where we going?" We taking Nisha to summer school. So I'm like, "Okay, can I get in the shower and stuff first?" No, we coming back to the house to get dressed. All right, cool. I walk out the house, haven't brushed my teeth, haven't wiped my face, nothing. Get in the car. We go drop Nisha off. He like, "Oh, I need to stop by the shop real quick." We get to the
I
shop.
already know how
We
that
sitting
go.
in there. I'm sitting in there. 30 minutes go by.
Yeah.
Hour go by.
I
He
know how
come
that
out.
go.
He like, you might as well come in because there's money to be made and turn off the car. So I'm like, Dad, I haven't real
But
paid
he's
shit.
not
I'm
that
like,
type of.
Yeah,
he's
the
not
thing
that
about
type
it
of
is,
guy, yeah.
His dad ain't like
No,
that.
I'm about to say,
I'm
B ain't like
but
that
the thing
either.
is, he was trying to punish me because we had been like,
Oh, so he knew that would
he
get
was like,
to
yeah,
you.
you might as well come in. So I'm sitting in the car now. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Bullets. I'm sitting out there. So finally, I gotta go in. So I'm mad. So I go to the back room and when I'm back there, I'm mad. So he come back and he like, boy, what's wrong with you? Yeah, that's what I like. Trying to curse him out. Yeah, it did. I forgot how it escalated that way. But I don't know. I convinced myself, like, nigga, we about to tussle.
Yeah.
And that nigga, like, he ain't really, like, chokeslam me, he like, yeah. So, cause my dad, he not, anybody who know my dad, he not like real rough around the edges.
I know,
but
yeah.
he can't actually fight. He will fight. And him and Raw used to be tussling too. But I know it sound bad and it look bad, but sometimes you got to get like that with your kids.
Yeah. I'm waiting on this thing. I can't wait.
No, because I'm gonna be there. Because no, you you didn't want that for you, so we're not gonna do that for them.
I wanted to fight my pops. I wanted to show him that I was willing to fight him, like about what we was arguing about. Because he ain't know no better, like, you know. And then I understand it now because I got a kid and like I'm an adult now. Like,
right.
My pops, like, you gotta imagine the pressure that's put on somebody where it's like, okay, he your responsibility now. And she done did all this work and everything like that. So now I'm out there with him, and if something happen, like, it's going. And me learning my dad, because like you said, like, my dad not a talker. He not like a like how I am with Kane. Like, he not like a this son. Like, he not a lesson person. But I learned so much about being a man just from being around
watching him.
Just from being like, he don't.
And see, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, it's just like you just got to be around him.
And Keith used to be angry for the years that he wasn't there, and I was like, but when you get to know him, you're going to love him just like I did, you know, even though he wasn't there like I think he should have. I knew his heart. You know, he was just a quiet person, and I don't know how he linked up with my crazy loud behind self, but it worked out perfect.
So do you think it's different with the fact that young men start feeling that way as far as the dad is concerned when they're not really around?
No.
And I don't know if girls do, but I don't.
Yeah, I didn't.
The only time I would like stomp away and be like, ooh, he's still my father, is if my mother couldn't afford to get me something. Because I'm just like, if he was here, I could get it.
Yeah. Right.
But other than that, like, feeling like, oh, woe is me, I wish I my dad.
No, I think that's
that.
I think it's just young men growing up because they miss that certain thing that they need from the man. Yeah, with us, we get it from my mom, you know. So, but I was a daddy's girl, but I still turned to my mom for everything. But I was daddy's girl.
I think for me
sure.
it was a little different. Like, I feel like my brother, I experienced that a lot. Like, he needed my dad. He always wanted my dad's like attention and stuff like that. For me, I think I was so young when they got divorced, I didn't really process what was going on. And then it was like, my dad was still active in the beginning, the first few years. Like, he got us every other weekend. We went over there 3 times a week.
You know that? That's how long I've known you. I remember that.
And like, so my dad was still around. He was active and things like that. It was like a little bit afterwards, once he moved away, it kind of fizzled.
Dwindled down, yeah.
But I wasn't angry with my dad for, I'm gonna be honest, even when they was married, even when my dad was with his next fiance after she divorced him, my dad was never a dad that had ample time. He's a
he was
businessman.
busy, always busy.
So it's like, if you can't handle that, you can't.
It was like, it was more so like money needs.
Point blank and period.
Boom,
and he
boom,
would
boom,
tell you, no, my money comes first because we need money.
Yeah,
we have to have money to have the things
makes
we
the
got.
world
I was used to
go
that.
And you know, I didn't appreciate him looking at things like that because I don't.
Right.
You know, I value family, I value time or whatever.
So I wasn't angry about the time because I'm like, oh, you keeping them days
But
on my feet, you keeping this and keeping
he
that.
was miserable about the time. From the time he was real small.
When I started getting angry was like probably like a few years after the divorce, where it was like, okay, now
really
you're
starting
not
to see.
financially helping anymore. So it's like,
And you were older, so old enough
and
to
I'm seeing
understand the
struggle, and then
anger,
we going
right,
through
and the
things, and I'm
struggle.
calling you like, Dad, we need help with this, we need help with that, and it's like, damn. And then you giving me ultimatums like, oh well, anything I do got to be sent through child support, or y'all
Everything
can come
was
live
really
with me,
geared towards
but
me.
whatever.
He didn't realize how bad he was hurting them.
And it started
Everything
feeling
was
like,
towards me.
even with the things that
Everything.
you're saying, it's like you punishing
You don't even
us
sound right, yeah.
to prove a point to my
me,
mama, or
yeah.
make it think that it's better if we come live with you. And then it's like, finally, when we did get to a place where, I mean, we being transparent, like we was staying with somebody, like we had got put out and we had to stay with my grandma, and I went to live with my dad. And it's like, one thing I learned is it don't matter about the money, it don't matter about what you got or whatever. I still always yearn to come back home to my mama. I would rather be struggling with my mama
And
than...
do you know my kids, I'm about to cry. My kids, from the time they was little, all 3 of them have always told me what he just said. They would come home and make me feel like, well, okay. They'll say, well, you know, when we go with Daddy, okay, this is how it is, this is how it is. When we go with him, it's like Red Lobster and just everything that you want and everything that you could, possibly whatever. And we come over here, it's like, Franks and beans and
Oh wow.
Franks and beans and what is that? I used to always make hamburger helper. But guess what, mommy? We would so rather be because
They would rather
they
be
say,
with
but
you.
over here is love. I used to be like, thank
My mom
you.
was a very loving mom. Like she the type that like after she whoop you, you can't even leave the house without saying I love you.
Yeah.
Like
My mother
very
was the same way with me.
hugging, kissing, like
My mother was the same way.
Well,
Very-
Keith, I wasn't. I was
Everybody's
finance. Yeah,
totally
for me it was like I guess because from the time I was young, like I was delivering newspapers at 11, so I've always been
So like
a worker and a hustler and a grinder. I grind a
and
lot.
that was probably your main thing.
Yeah, so for me it was okay. I'm gonna get this bread. We're gonna
Not
live
on purpose,
comfortable.
but that's just what you. Yeah.
So you the only child. You got to stay home. 5 years old. Here go the keys, son. Lock the door. Don't let nobody in. Go in the house.
Exactly. I was the last
Hey, you got to
kid.
walk home from school today because I'm working late. I know you like 6, but walk. Yeah. What? Yeah, he was like
but you
7.
I was a latchkey kid, but not a six.
Yeah, like no, he was like
No,
7.
you gotta think.
Yeah, no.
Pine Forest. Pine Forest.
7. Yeah, 7.
Walking from Pine Forest
But if
all
you're
the
the
way
type of kid
to
that
where
Back in
we
the day, that was very more.
He
then
did.
you can do that.
And
And the times were different.
And I
What
knew
grade
he
is
had to
that? What
cross
grade is
this
7?
big street.
Second.
And I knew he had to cross this big street, so I'm really at
yeah.
work having a heart attack.
Yes,
like this
that's
boy
very
got to cross
uncomfortable.
Phillips Highway, But I'm like, son, just call me when you get in the
That's how I
house.
I feel
We
like
used to
back in
have
the
the
day that was more
cross-blending.
acceptable.
Yeah,
It was.
No, but I was straight though. Like, and then like he said on the pod all the time, like I always was like mentally older than I was. Like,
Yeah,
so,
he was mature.
Yeah, I never had
And I
to.
hate that I made him that way. That's why I be telling him, let him be a kid. Let my grandson be a kid as long as he can. I rushed you because I had to work.
Yeah.
And at the profession I was in at the time, I was doing mortgage. They was killing me, and I know I missed out on a lot.
Right.
Like I literally I think with that place, I lost my job. That was when you was in the hospital for like 4 days when you had that real bad asthma attack.
Oh yeah.
And I got back to work, and they were like, well, you got a doctor's. And I'm like, I almost lost my kid because I was sitting in this place with y'all. Like, I didn't last another week, like, after that. I quit after, like, 9 years.
Yeah.
That's when the struggle came in. But
That shit
I
came
really...
It'd be a wake up call
Yeah.
to show you like a corporation don't really care.
Right,
about
but that's what it was for me. I was like, y'all, they don't even care. I almost lost my kid. And I went off. But
Yeah.
I walked out of
you.
there,
You know what's
and I
crazy with
felt
everything
good.
she's saying though? Things happen for a reason because I feel like me from the outside looking in, like I would have never thought you was like a tough mom because like you were so like embracive when I would see you.
Yeah.
But looking at Keith always had this tough
He was-
exterior, and I think that was good for him to be a only boy growing up by himself because my mom babied me a lot. So like,
See,
believe
I
it or
didn't
not,
baby him, but I felt like I missed out. Like when we had our discussions as we got
understand.
older,
And they get
I
old so
didn't
fast.
do the nurturing
Yeah.
that
Okay, yeah.
he needed.
No,
like
but
I
that's
wasn't
good
very
because
loving because I wanted him to be a
these
man.
days,
Yeah.
my mama like. She say I'm her least affectionate child because she don't understand. They bullied me so much growing up. Nisha,
did.
rah.
And it
They used to be
bothered me really bad.
Of course, in black, stop crying, stop whatever. You're gonna be gay. You're gonna be gay. Like
Yeah.
hitting me and
Hitting them and
bullying me and
I
stuff.
couldn't
So
stand it.
I hate
now,
when
And
they
I
do
didn't
that.
understand because I was the only child. So I'm just like,
Oh,
this
you
is
were
what,
an only
Yeah, so I'm just like, this
child.
is what sisters and brothers do to each other. Like,
Yeah,
what
they
is
do.
this? I
So
didn't like that at
now,
all.
Yeah.
growing up, like they're more affectionate to me. They hug and kiss on my mom and stuff, and like she gotta make me do it. Like
Yeah,
I'm the
it
only.
bothers me. Even if I say give me a hug and it don't feel like an embrace,
Yeah.
yeah, I have a.
'Cause that's- that was
I'm not a
I
very-
low-key have an attitude.
I'm not a very touchy feely person unless
Yeah.
it's like my old lady. Like that's
Yeah.
it.
See, I was the.
That's and she get me some mama cake.
Thank you.
Now what? Now I don't want to hear it. I told him like Keith is very. I'm like, don't kiss me because I don't know where your lips been. Because once he got a certain age, I was like, don't be kissing
That's
on me.
smart.
But no. But nah. So
I know the
like.
street like Keith.
But now we are very loving though.
Yeah,
we do.
nah, I
Keith
feel like-
makes me
Yeah,
affectionate.
I feel like I
He
taught my mom
forces
to
it
be,
on me.
like, to be
That's beautiful.
affectionate.
He did. He taught me because
That is
I was not like I was raw, but it was a lot of us growing up. You know, we had the whole Brady Bunch thing. My mom and her 3, my stepdad and his 3.
Oh.
Then I have 3 brothers
wow.
from my real dad and another sister. So it was a lot of us.
Yes.
So I just wanted to get the heck away from everybody.
Gotcha.
I was just wanting my peace. But Keith will force me. He'd be like, give me a hug, Ma. And I'll give him a hug. He'd be like, give me a real hug. And I'd be like,
see her, and it's opposite with us. Like, she like, because you yearn for that affection. I got it too much, so I grew up thinking like I gotta be hard.
I gotta be hard.
Like, that's how I kind of am. Like, even my old lady, like people know, like my mama don't see a lot. Like I'm always on go. Like if I feel tried, because I feel like when I was younger, a lot of people used to try me because they felt like I was like a punk. So it was like, because I used to cry over every little thing. You could yell at me and I cry.
You was sensitive.
My grandbaby is the same way.
Oh, he's sensitive? I didn't think so. He's sensitive. He was sensitive.
Like, my mama, like, she seen me crying. I just started crying probably these last 4 or 5 years because I was going through things and health things. Before that, I ain't cry for like 10 years straight. I'm like, nigga, I don't cry. You know what I'm saying?
We cry in my house. We like crying.
You want to know who the crybaby is?
Rah.
You would never believe.
Of
that
course.
nigga crybaby.
It's always that
The
one.
most mouth.
He gonna be mad
Nisha
that
harder than
y'all talking
Rara.
about.
He'll cause a whole ruckus and then go in there. If Grandma Pickle would see this right now,
He gonna be mad. I'm not talking about you. It's them. I'm not
serious.
talking about you.
He'll look at the refrigerator. Well, at that time, I used to have pictures all on there with like their dad and them because I just didn't want to take them down. That's our mother and father right there. She'd be like,
Mind you, we the whole house be done jumped him by this time. We done all jumped up.
And and he'll say, get them little fat arms out of here. You ain't doing nothing. Because I would get in the middle of them and be like, get off
one time in the kitchen. I was tired of this nigga, bro. And he bucked up at my mama. He didn't even hear me coming. I just remember I slipped out of my Jordan slides. And I know he just hurt my fat feet.
He had to say Jordan slides.
I had that.
So pretty.
Came from the side. We in there wrestling. I just remember my mama, she got little stubby hands. I just remember because Rara was causing a ruckus. And him and Nisha had already threw hands and Nisha was pregnant. But I remember I just see my mama come from the side, hitting Rara in the head. It looked like little marshmallows. She was just like, get off my back.
That's what he said. He was like, get them little fat arms out of here. Ain't doing nothing. But I don't care. That's how I always was about him, though.
I do want to ask y'all, okay, parenting, it doesn't come with a book. And when you get older, I know sometimes it's hurtful to hear your children, like, kind of call you out on things and say what you could have done better and what you couldn't have and you should have, could have, would have. Me and my mom, we go through it all the time.
Yeah, we do it. I thought it was just me and Keith that did.
Yeah, no. And it seemed like during the arguments, that's when they come out. You know, I had to do it with my dad too.
Argument or before,
Me and my dad. And
you need to do that to your dad because I heard
I
enough.
was going in.
I did it to him. That's why he.
Yeah, y'all don't be knowing. We don't tell y'all, you know, but
well, I don't want to know.
I hold my dad accountable because that nigga, he hit the little Kim when it comes to accountability. I be like, Dad, I know.
Hey, baby daddy.
Yeah, you got to hit him with every fact.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask, like, looking back with y'all parenting skills and taking accountability, what is one thing, like, if you had a do-over on or something, what is one thing you feel like you could have done differently?
I'm going to let you go first.
Honestly, for me, nothing. Because I feel like...
Okay.
I knew I was going to say that.
That's why she told her to go first, because she can't think of that either.
Nah, because, you know what? The only thing I would have done, but even that I felt like I shouldn't have done. I think everything happens the way it happens. And it does the way... It is the way it is. Like... As much as I went to all your parent-teacher stuff, as much as I was very present at your schools and stuff, all your basketball, all the everything, I still wasn't present. Because the only thing that was important to me, so that's the only thing I would change. Like, people would think because I was team mom, football, and any sport he did, I was there, because I was like, yeah, let's do this. But in the meantime, I got a laptop on my lap, Or... going up to the school, presenting this good parent, with this, articulate parent, like, yeah, my son is not one of these other kids out here because these people out here is wild. But I wish I would have talked more and explained to you why I wasn't there. It was just, for me, it was making up for the fact that his dad wasn't there. So I gave him, like, his friends loved it. They were like, Keith got everything. That's why we come over here. But Keith was still not happy.
I understand.
Because Keith was like, where the hell's my dad? And you at work all the time, you know?
For me, it wasn't so like I said, like all my friends was always there. So like the mom version, like my mom wasn't like, it'd be hard to describe it. Like my mom, she was my mom, but she wasn't like what you think like a mother is. That's not her. That's not how she is or whatever. So it's like, and she treated me, it was more like a dad in a sense. But I don't know how to describe it. It'd be hard for me to describe it. Whatever. But like to my friends, she was a mother to them. You know what I'm saying? To all my friends, like
because what they told me growing up, like even when y'all were younger, like a couple of them came. Hey, my babies, my favorites. A couple of them came to me and they were like, we don't know what Keith was complaining about because what he had at home,
They wish.
they didn't have that. You know, simple things like, you know, hey, bring y'all laundry over here and do your laundry. And Miss Janae, we could do our laundry. I'm like, yeah, bring your laundry.
like we was stable. Like we was stable.
We was
You know what I'm saying?
stable.
My
And they
mom
didn't
was
have-
that mom too. People would come over and be like, y'all got furniture?
Yeah.
Like my mom was the interior designer.
Right.
Yeah.
Cheetah rugs, cheetah pillows, and she's big on pictures. So that was like my first sign of like,
Well, we don't have
okay,
that many
like
pictures,
some
so.
people don't, because they would come over and they'd just be infatuated with all our pictures.
They would.
And she even like, she wasn't bitter. Like she kept pictures up of like family portraits with our dad and stuff, so we could still see our dad growing up. That's why we talked about
When they
that.
were younger, right?
Yeah. Keith was like, he wouldn't have dealt with that if he dated you. And you still had,
Once we did, you gotta take that shit down.
You crazy.
Get a photo album.
For the children?
Fuck the, get a photo album.
Get it off okay, it was on the refrigerator.
Yeah, no, this my
Right.
house now. Like,
No, my
you
dad
get a
was
photo
up
album.
in the hallway.
I get it.
And it was intimidating.
I never thought
You can,
about
you
it.
can, you can keep the
Yeah, that
pictures,
was-
but no,
I
photo
never-
album.
He used to have, he
And
had
you
the big
dated,
chalk
and you
on.
dated other
Make a
people.
big
Nigga got a meat
Right.
on in the
Yeah,
refrigerator. I gotta
yeah.
get milk every morning.
Probably because they knew that.
Not to say nothing, right?
You know,
yeah.
Yeah, they used to come over
Oh,
and be
they
like,
knew they was
that.
just there for a meantime and
They
not
used
for
to
the
always say, is
future.
y'all daddy Heavy D? We was like, no. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
That
cut you
is
off.
so funny. He does look like
I didn't mean to cut you
they
off. You
want
was
some
still
that
talking.
weird.
What was I saying?
But yeah.
But like,
Oh but when I go to my friends' houses and stuff, like because they don't have as much, all they really got, they like got is each other. And I ain't gonna lie, like most of my friends' mamas, they relied on men to like
Gotcha.
to provide. You know what I'm saying? So they'll talk. They don't work as much as my mom
I
do. 'Cause
understand.
my mom is from New York. You know what I'm saying? So my mom is the sole provider. For them, they gonna date a drug dealer or something, or they gonna talk to a man and he gonna be the one. So they home all the time. So they just gonna have all this free time and all this other stuff. Like my mom wasn't like that. So I watched her kind of be more caring with them because it wasn't a provide that she felt like she had to do. They needed some type of
They
love.
needed it.
You know what I'm saying?
And they'll
Like,
never, ever, ever forget you.
no,
Yeah.
they
No,
won't.
all my-
Even now,
all my friends love my mom.
I love, I argue all the time with Tay Tay and Marseille, who's my favorite. So, both of them are my favorite. You know, I love them. I always open the door for them because I knew Keith was going to be an only child. I knew that.
I know
'cause-
exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I was like, this is
all
a
my
done
friends
deal.
stayed with us, and like even that thing that you said about how like my mom gave you that confidence. Every one of my friends says that about her, or like my homegirls, because I always had like girl best friends and stuff like that. Each one of them like, yeah, mom, before like, but I'd be like, what the hell is she talking about? They're not cute,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's like my mom did that for everybody, so it was like a weird dynamic between us. But I also seen, like I said, I was wise, so I seen all the stuff that my mom did, and I felt like I kind of navigated like my life based off like how like reading her, you know what I'm saying?
understand, yeah.
So it's like I act like I ain't won a lot of things, but I did though. But it's like parties. I used to tell you, I don't want no party, I don't want no party.
Yeah, like I wanted to throw party, but always say he ain't want one, and then later like,
like,
And
for
what was
me-
that about?
Because I knew that I felt like it was gonna be a lot for her to like throw me a party and stuff. Like
but that was
That's
like what
sweet.
I live for, you know. I was
That's
like,
because my kids.
Oh, shit.
but
Blues
I just
Chuck E.
seen like
Cheese.
I seen the difference. Like I remember when like you coming home with new fits for me and stuff like that or whatever, and then I
Yeah.
remember like when shit was different. Like
Yeah.
when I'm thirsty and I'm looking in the refrigerator and it's Heineken in
nothing,
that bitch.
yeah.
Like I remember like
I didn't drink beer. So.
I know, but that's why I would just be there because then
Yeah.
you might get a pack of Heineken. This Heineken gonna be here for 6 months.
Right.
You know, you hit on something that I really appreciated my mom about. Because as us boys, we don't, especially like when it was just me and her and stuff, like them dating be a
Yeah.
little iffy. One thing I can always appreciate my mom about is like after the divorce, like my mom, she had an on and off relationship for years. She dated and stuff, but she never really let nobody move in with us. And she never let like niggas come in and think. The one nigga who did, we jumped him.
The thing with this shit, your kids gonna jump some shit.
They did.
We jumped that nigga. Nah, he started it. He started it.
And did.
He told us
started
before.
it. Yeah, he started
He
it.
didn't last too long.
Yeah, that nigga, this is my stomping ground. Something wrong with him.
They was
We
like,
was like,
oh,
who's this country ass nigga? Yeah. Bro, Nisha jumped on his back, and that was it.
That is my girl. That's why I always loved her. I love her. I would have hung out with her.
My mom ain't do that neither, but it was a different reason. I'm like, you ain't gonna have no nigga. Cause my mom too headstrong.
Oh yeah, my mom was
Yeah, but Keith got anybody I dated, like they pretty much still talk to Keith. You know, I don't even talk to them. And
See,
they
I
call
wasn't nice
Keith.
to the people my mom was
But I
dating.
wasn't
That's nice.
like I didn't.
But I was cool
They
as hell.
loved
like,
me. They wanted to marry. They wanted to be his dad and stuff. I'm like, out of here, you know. So
Yeah.
I wasn't that.
I was
so
a
he
cool
knew.
ass kid. All my friends was
He
like
was a
older,
cool kid,
and like
yeah.
I just was like, like when I was like 9, my friends was like 15, 16. Like
Gotcha.
You want to know what my mom problem was? Well, no, I feel like after the divorce, you was kind of young, wild, and free.
Like we should.
Mama was
Like
cool.
we, like you should.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
young
I got my groove back.
You should have.
But
you
now,
was married
in
young.
like her
Yeah.
older
It
age,
was good.
I feel like whether she realized it or not, because you know, I know you. I'm not saying I know you over my dad and stuff, but when you have a man who was a sole provider, and you really didn't have to work if you didn't want to, he took care of the house and stuff. Any nigga
was
now
spoiled.
cannot come with that broke shit.
Yeah.
A big turn off.
She be like,
huge.
yeah,
And then he
nah,
always
nigga
say,
broke. I be
you could
like,
have been
oh,
with
okay.
him, but he always saying things like that. Now that's who you should
She had
have
some
been
good
with.
guys.
But you get
Keith told me one time I was too hard on
guys.
guys. Keith said, dang, my nigga stepped on your shoe. You like, oh, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Yeah.
me and my mom.
I think, you know what I think it is? I'm very, very comfortable
By
with
yourself?
me.
I'm so comfortable by myself.
I'm good. You can come through. I love that. Come through and all right, bud.
Yeah.
Like I
You
love
know,
that.
I
And leave
just seen a
leave me
statistic.
some money. Can I have some change? Put some gas in my car. The kids
Leave
want
me
some
some
pizza
money.
tonight.
Yeah.
And I see you win next month. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine
I
with
just
that.
seen a statistic.
I really
Majority of women are so miserable in their marriages that after they get out of their first marriage, they,
They don't
don't
want it.
remarry.
No.
But majority
That's
of
not all the
men
way true.
remarry because
Yeah, they be mad because y'all
men
used
need
to,
women
y'all need that
depend
women
on.
Y'all
to take
do.
care of
Yeah.
y'all.
But I don't understand this and left. It's time for your turn to take some accountability. So what would you have done different?
Oh, wow. I forgot we were
Look how she
talking
looking
about
like,
that.
nigga,
Right, that's
what?
what we forgot because I was thinking so
Yeah,
hard.
so was that a
'Cause
good
I know.
answer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know what I would say.
Well, if you're gonna say it for me,
No, I want to know what you would say.
I feel like I really feel like I was a great mom, and I try to do the very best that I can.
You
My
were.
kids make me feel like, you know how somebody juggles balls. That's how I felt all my life with them. It was just like being pulled in 3 different directions because they all so different. That's what people
You
don't understand.
definitely
When you
got
have
3 different kids.
and you have to deal with them accordingly.
My mama has
You
a
cannot
problem
deal
with
with them the
accountability.
same
You
way.
call her out on anything, she be like, "Oh well, I guess I was just a crackhead ass bitch."
Her too. Yeah, her too.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No, Keith, it was probably the first time. After that, I mean K3. It was don't show my mother that. It was probably the first time that we had a discussion. I'm like, what the F you think you talking to? I'm like, did this nigga know how hard I grinded for him? And then the last one we had, not this recent, but the last real long one, I was sitting in the driveway like 2 hours. And I was like, I get it. He's missing that part. But at the same time, I'd be like, nigga, you 28. Get some therapy and get over it. I'm not with the coddling, that feeling for years.
But I did get therapy, and but it came to a point to where me and you wasn't as close as we once was, and it's because I keep telling her like how I feel, and she ain't acknowledging it. So
'Cause
it's
I'm like, what you
I'ma
want me to
move
do?
I'm gonna move around.
It's 20 years later. What you want me to do?
Or you can
But you-
accept it.
We
You
can't
gotta
change
realize
it. I
you do.
accepted it.
No, it's not the past. It was never about change the past, but it's like mom, going forward, like when I the conversation that got you to understand what I'm saying is when I told you like, I understand that you used to have to be this, that, and the third, but now I don't need all that shit. I'm a grown ass man now. I just be my
But
mom.
you're never old enough.
But
right?
yeah, but like it's like
Yeah.
now be my mom. Like I don't need you to be the I don't need you to play devil's advocate. I don't need you to do. I need you to be my mom.
Lord.
Like that's what I need right now. Like, and then that's when you was
I
like,
still
okay,
don't know what
I
that
get it.
What I will say is like her and Nisha, Like you said, you didn't have daughters and moms.
Oh yeah, I would have killed
It's
my
so much
daughter.
female
Oh
energy.
yeah, I would have killed her.
So what helped?
That's a whole nother
Nisha
episode.
still
Yeah, that
tell
would've
me to
killed
this
her.
day. What helped her one time when we was riding, we stayed at Arlington. She was like, and I said, Nisha, one thing I've learned in life is, especially with older people, it's no changing them.
Yeah.
Like, so you either accept the ones you love for who they are, or you let it go. I'm not saying you let somebody run all over you, but when I started having talks with my mom, and she would tell me the things about how she felt about her mom, and she wished her mom did this differently and that, and I kind of be thinking in my head like, all right, mom, you're in your 40s, let it go.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I have to apply that to
myself.
Yeah.
because a lot of times they didn't learn how to heal from the traumas that they
We
had.
didn't
not
have
easy to
the
let it go.
opportunity.
Yeah.
We
It's not-
didn't
it's not
have
easy to let it go.
time for. We didn't deal with emotions and stuff. And he'd be like, "Well, that was y'all." So that's how us as Gen Xers. I love this Gen X and Millennial and Gen Z BS. But us as Gen Xers, we didn't have time to go to our parents and be like, "Mom, no," because we had the Brady Bunch in my house, so I was the second oldest. And you know, when you have an older brother, they don't count because they just as clueless. So I was the oldest. So I had rules to follow. Mine need a hug. We ain't have time. My mom was like, I'm working 2 jobs, lady. Go hug the wall or something. I got things to do.
Yeah.
And you see that pattern.
And that's what came with me. I'm like, my mom worked and she hustled.
Yeah, but
So-
you get older and you understand them because I'm real close to grandma.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, grandma had to be like that because grandma came to America at 18 and had to fend for herself.
I was
So
gonna
you
say,
know what I'm
she
saying?
Caribbean,
Like,
too.
it's different. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Then of course she applied those to y'all, and then you applied that to us or whatever.
Yeah.
So you gotta like one of the first clips that we had on here that did like numbers when we first started doing the podcast is when I was saying like the hardest thing that you're gonna learn is that you
I
gotta.
saw that
you
one,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You gotta learn to see like your parents for the people that they are and not just who they are to you.
Right.
And then you kind of have more of an understanding. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. I did realize eventually, and me having a kid give a lot of grace. 'Cause
Yeah, the kid.
Yeah, because even though like, okay, I may feel like you said, being present and everything like that, you still was at every practice. You was
Everything.
at every game.
Everyone.
You went to my friends' games when they
So
mamas
you
wasn't
still
there.
looking at.
You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
all that stuff like that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get off work, I don't want to go fucking watch Cannon play basketball for no like and score 6 points
Right.
and they got 36 in total. Like
Right.
I don't want to do that. But you know what I'm saying? But you did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's
that
like,
was, to me that was fun. That was me showing, because I know I was an affectionate person. You know, I was just I ain't got time for that. I got things to do, and I didn't want him to be, because I knew he was the only child. He was short, so he had a lot. I was like, I don't want him to be that. I didn't want him to be
you
like
trying to make me a man.
super rough, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, he's gonna have to grow up early because I got life to do. You know, so.
But I was a little
noticed that with
psychotic till I was like,
I noticed that with moms with like one son, because I feel like Nisha's like that with Zah. Like she want to make sure he's tough.
But see, no, I never told Keith don't cry or nothing. I wanted him to show feelings. Like I never told
Yeah,
him
all my
stop
uncles
being
did that.
affectionate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all used to be like, "Oh, you a punk." Nah, he don't beat on him because he don't need to
Yeah.
be beat up because Keith gonna be smart. He was a smart kid. I'm like, he don't have to be physical because he's smart.
Right. Yeah.
But I know he know how to fight because he ain't got no choice.
I was a little psychotic. Like,
Yeah.
like till like I was like 12.
Nigga, you ask anybody, like, our household, it was like World War III every day.
Oh,
We fought
everybody that knows
so
they used to be like,
much.
oh, that's just the jiggits.
We fought, like, it's almost
knew
like fighting is in our
always
bloodline. Like
something.
Nisha and Rawa
Sheesh.
fighting. I remember.
But see,
like,
that's how I
I'm
grew up.
talking
We used to
throwing food,
fight all the
throwing
time.
we would fight.
I'm talking Thanksgiving trays of food.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
You told
honest.
us- you told us-
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
That was
Horrible.
all right. Nisha
Yeah,
had
my
tried
mother
me.
would
I
have.
had-
My mother would have shut it down.
But
Yeah.
we was grown during that. We should have been doing that.
It's
but
always
yeah, and
been
we've gotten a lot better because it used to
They
be
really
bad.
have.
But I think
Because I used to watch them going toe to toe with each other to the point where they start throwing my pictures and throwing things that I love, and I would just cry because I didn't understand.
she's talking about me and Nisha.
How does
If you notice,
Rara
it was
too.
always either me and Nisha or Rawa and Nisha.
Right.
Me and Rawa ain't fight a lot.
Yeah.
Like, cause
Well,
he
y'all
was so
8
much
years
older
apart.
than me.
Y'all should have no reason to
And he
be
kind of
fighting.
like But Nisha, that's how like she had to learn how to fight because she got brothers.
She got
I
brothers,
had
yeah.
to learn how to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it
they
was-
was gonna bully me.
Me and little Jerry, and then I had all these brothers in between. I had to fight. They used to jump me in the house.
I
Yeah.
say I had no idea what was going
I
on
had
because
to
I would be
fight.
at work or be wherever I
But
was
my mama
at,
don't
'cause I would be
understand.
at school
She
at night,
instilled that in us.
and I couldn't believe.
my
the
mama
first
used to
time I
crash
found-
out too.
See, so I couldn't believe
Like-
No, the first time I found out, because I really, truly, and honestly just saw Puda as like,
Right.
He doesn't do anything.
That's why they
And I
beat him
did
up.
not
That's
know.
why they would beat his
They
ass.
tricked
And when
me.
they would
I left
say,
an answer
oh my
machine.
gosh, I heard him cursing so bad.
I was on the answer machine.
I
You
was
fat
just
bitch.
torn apart. I was going. They was like, you don't know how.
And they
then
hated
there was
you
a
for
big
that.
hole
The
in his
difference
wall.
was, I was like,
And I was like, I wasn't
Cain
gonna
age
believe
during
that
this
there was a
time.
hole in his, that he did that. You know, he knows how I am about that kind of stuff. And then you lied, right?
Yeah, I lied.
And I was just like, I believed him because I was like, he's not gonna put no hole in my wall. And when I finally found he really did,
That's why I don't lie to
Looked
you.
at
I'm a
him
really good
different.
I
liar.
was just,
You
what?
won't catch me.
I had to really,
Nah, but I'm glad because when I got to school, I had to know. Like when I started Fort Carolina and I'm a chunky kid and they wanted, I had to slide a nigga first week.
Yeah.
You had to. It's like going
and
to
that's
jail. You
just
got to hit the
whatever.
biggest person.
But before we get into the topics, I just want to say what I would say with you is
Oh, I
number
forgot.
one.
He's gonna answer it.
yeah, for you. Go
You
ahead.
didn't give us an answer.
I
Not the one that he
All right,
wanted
what's
to
the answer,
hear.
Mom?
Never
I was
mind. Go
just
ahead.
gonna-
Give us yours.
What's
yeah.
what's your answer?
I was just gonna say that I was very much too lenient with freedom for my kids, just letting my kids have a lot of freedom, and starting out early. That wasn't good because different paths that I had to watch them go down and things that they, people they was around and things that they learned and that I didn't know was going on because I was letting them just be free, and I should have kind of.
Reeled it in.
I remember
Yeah.
I was like his
Yeah.
age. I don't want to say it too loud. I remember
should've.
like, she got so mad I came to her because I used to be around them growing up too fast. And I remember I was like, "Mommy, what does beat my meat mean?" And she was like, "Where did you hear that?" She was so mad, and it was because Rawa and his friends,
Yeah,
they
was
used
talking about it.
they used to mess with me and be like, "What you was doing?" I didn't know what they was talking about,
Yeah.
but so I understand what you're talking about. I feel like with me, you wasn't too lenient because I didn't.
No,
really,
not him.
Yeah,
No,
I grew up fast. Like I was driving to school like
Oh,
10th grade.
yeah, I mean,
I used to have her car.
He wasn't playing. One
Like,
thing that I can say about him that made me really, really happy, and I will always feel this way, even from the time he was a little baby, because I could tell y'all stories that would blow your mind, and I knew he was going to be different. I just knew it. No, seriously.
I saw it in you too.
Yeah, but he was the one that just did not give me problems. And it was just like, oh God, thank you for
So
a
he
breath
was
of fresh
your-
air.
oh.
Seriously,
'Cause
I'm
he
talking
saw
about
it,
he
yeah.
had everything situated, school. I didn't have to ask him questions. He had all his stuff together. He'll come in and be like, "Well, I talked to such and such in the office, and they said we're going to do this and do that. So I'm going to take that test on such and such." He always had everything like boom, 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 boom. I did not have to be like,
But the thing
"Did
is-
you? Did he?" He had
And
his
keep- I
stuff
know you know about
together
this, too.
all the time.
Because you intelligent.
It
When
made
you
it
got like
easy.
AP and honor classes and shit, you can't play around. Like
Yeah,
you
no,
kind
you
of
gotta
gotta
be
be.
on
No, you gotta be on
so
it.
was
Yeah.
like I was always.
Yeah,
like,
but I wasn't used to that. Was up.
Right.
I was about to say they was a little slow.
They had to read it what it is.
See, I was big on education too with Keith because I just didn't want him to mess up. And then once he left and went to Alabama, when he came back, I was like, okay. But Keith he enrolled himself in college. Like I didn't push
I
it,
remember you doing
but
that.
I
I
mentioned
forgot
it,
about
but
that.
I didn't push it.
Yeah.
But
I
it
remember
took
they
some
came
trick to get him in college.
my high school for a ceremony. They was like, "Oh my God, we didn't know you were this popular," because they had did like this little video thing, and literally I was in like every slide, like
Yeah.
with different groups, and
Oh, so they didn't know you was the man.
yeah,
huh?
and you know what I'm saying. But they knew though. They knew 'cause I used to win a lot of stuff in high school and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the only other thing I would say too is like one thing I do want to
More than
practice
one?
with.
I was about to say that. Is this bash mama?
No, I didn't say that bad. But
I'm
this
like,
is
dang,
this
he had
is
two.
Okay.
no.
Go ahead,
He's
go ahead.
scaring me.
and I feel like
Me
this
too.
is something that like in the black community, you know what I'm saying? I think what I don't practice it now with my nephews, and I'm not gonna practice it with my kids. Like I feel like a lot of black parents, because life was like just so hard, they would take it out on their kids. My
Yeah,
mom
you come
was-
home from work.
My mom was
when
a yeller.
they were younger, oh my God.
She used
She
to
was,
yell so much.
Keith-
And,
No.
and guess what? My mom yelled a lot.
And
like,
Nisha
yeah.
got it bad. Nisha yelled
Like to the point, if I
bad.
thought I heard her yell, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, I was.
So
I was a
I
big
think
yeller.
with my kids now, like even with Zion, like I talk to them because I feel like they're humans and they're
You
smart.
have to.
And if you just talk to
You
them
have
and
to.
convey it in a different way.
Well,
'cause
that's
like-
how I am with my grandbabies, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
of
like that
course.
too. But certain people get mad when you want to talk to them when they want to yell, and I'm like, no, we're not
'cause
doing
it's a
that.
difference. It's like
We're not doing that
can
because you
wait till
didn't
I'm
like
done
it.
and then pull him to the side and talk to him. But then also though, like
I don't do it when you in the middle
I know,
yelling at
but
him.
the
Yeah,
difference.
But don't yell at him.
But because sometimes I be talking to him, then I gotta talking to her. Like, hey, bro,
Yeah.
hey, this my motherfucking kid. You know?
Her and Nisha.
But it'd be more so like right
and you
now.
should never say that. I never said that to your grandmother.
Because grandma not that type of. She's not that type.
I'm
of
not that type either. I would fight you, but I'm
But
just saying.
but when I be saying though, it'd be like, okay, this man time right now. Like I need you to move. Like you can nurture
But he's
him.
annoying.
'Cause
I had to do that with
He
her.
is
child.
he
that,
is a kid, but I let all y'all nurture him and stuff like that. But sometimes when it's come time for consequences,
But you didn't
Yeah.
want that,
it
so
don't-
why would you do
but
it to
I
him?
needed that. I didn't have that. Y'all are women. Y'all can nurture him and y'all can do all that other stuff. But right now, I'm finna get in his ass because he know right from wrong.
I got it.
So there's consequences.
But
then-
sometimes, like Keith used to say, we come as parents, we do work. We
Yeah.
come home, life be life, and at work you done got cursed at, spat at, talked to all kind of crazy. You come home and you got these little mofos running around doing everything but what they supposed to. And sometimes it does take a toll. Like you finally admitted, said, "Ma, now I understand." I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I'm not yelling at you, but you the first person, the only person there, and you do something dumb, and I'm like, now I'm flipping. You know, and then, but as we got older, we talked more. But people used to tell me like I needed to beat Keith more. I didn't want to give him beatings.
What ain't work on me? It just made me more sneaky. That's why I didn't get caught doing shit.
But
like, cause
to
it's
I
like,
feel like that's the difference in our generation too.
Yeah.
We don't really beat.
No,
like,
because we got
my mama
whippings.
whooped our ass. I ain't gonna lie.
We got
She was
whippings,
wild.
but it didn't do
I don't
nothing.
beat my grandbabies.
Right, and I'm like, don't do that because it didn't do
Older
nothing.
and just
Because you
it's
start
just-
to see
yeah.
things different.
yeah, and I didn't get a lot of whoopings. Like, I did
No.
get whoopings when I got in trouble. I would get whooped. You
Don't
know
look
what I'm
like that. You just coming, nigga.
I was gonna say, he over there
Yeah.
smiling, but
I
you
just
know
saw
what?
him
there.
He has
I
so
want-
many women
Yeah.
to nurture
to
him.
nurture him, and
Till
that's
it's
what
to
it
the
was
point
with
where-
saying? But see,
Keith.
that's the thing, though.
And then
like,
we'll say, no, because he needs to be such and such and such. And everybody's never on the same page. When he come to my house, I'm going to be like, now I got you all your snacks and stuff, but you really didn't deserve it. And then
Yeah.
he'll go to his
No,
grandma's
me and
house.
her get
Well,
into
I'ma go
it
ahead
too.
and take
Because
you
if
here
I'm
and
telling
there,
him
but you really
something,
should-
she be
and
like, "Oh, leave
it's
him
not
alone, my
helping.
grandbaby." And I'm like, "This is men.
Yeah.
Let me talk
Yeah.
to him."
Yeah, stay out of men business.
Especially we would bump heads when like me and Nisha was roommates, and so we was raising him in together, and Nisha respected it as I'm helping raise her son.
Helping her raise
She-
her son.
Nisha never made me feel like don't say nothing to my son, whatever. Even if I told him in front of Nisha today on the phone, like, "Hey, you want me to beat your ass?"
Yeah.
And Nisha likes that because
does, she likes
at the
that.
end of the day,
'Cause it's
like
important.
a lot of people don't know, like his dad is doing life in prison.
Right.
He needs a
He
father
needs
figure.
his dad.
Oh, wow. So he needs you.
At
yeah.
her house, I say something to him. "Oh, he's at my house." Yeah. I'd be like, "Mom, this is."
No, it's not,
Yes, you
not
do.
like that.
Yes, you
no.
do because you baby him a lot.
I
And
do.
like half the things
But
she
we
want
all
me to
do.
do, I'm like, he can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a grown boy and he
Yeah.
needs to
And he
learn.
knows
No, that okay. Y'all want to be
Oh, God.
transparent.
Oh, God.
That just goes that just goes to tell you that anything I ask him to do, I could say, "Hand me a booger," and he'll say, "Well, why you didn't ask him to do it?"
Yeah.
Because
He's always
okay,
putting it on my grandbaby. Why?
No, not even
I'm
my,
talking to you.
Not even Uzziah.
I'm asking
Hold on,
you.
Ma, let's talk about it now. She don't do this. It's a lot of people don't talk about it. Being the most responsible child comes with a lot.
It comes with a lot.
My mom
I agree.
depends on me the most out
Right.
of all her children. If we're doing a family event, I have to go pick my mom up. She
Right.
don't want to ride with nobody else. Look at that.
That's
Look
she's
at that.
we got her.
If you had
She
three,
need a table put
you
up?
understand.
I do. I understand.
Yeah.
But
Why
that's-
would I go through the headache of it? But that's a lot of pressure on
I'll
you.
let him know if I
Right.
get the call. My daughter, by the time I get there, I'm
That's
not
who
gonna
my
want
mom
to stay
is
because
for.
we
That's
done
who
got
my
into
mom
y'all
is for
y'all
my
argue,
grandma.
have
So that's
Yeah.
why she
No.
relating. Cause
But that's
her
a
use
lot
for
of
grandma.
pressure. And then it's like when you finally get to a point where it's like these last few years, I went through a lot. And you know, me and my mom went through a lot together. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like stayed home a little bit. Like 2 weeks after I graduated, my mom had a massive heart attack. I'm not going to college.
Yeah.
Like I need to be home with my mama. And my great grandma died. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and yep,
and it was just
Granny
me and my
died.
mom in that hospital. Anytime my mom has went through health stuff,
He's the one.
He's
I'm
the
the
one
one.
that's
the one,
there.
like you were saying, as me and Keith. he's the one. So yes, I feel the way I feel for a reason.
In these later years, now that I'm kind of getting more selfish, she don't
very
like
much,
it.
very
She
much.
don't like it, especially when I got a girlfriend.
When I got a girlfriend?
I don't be caring.
No.
She like this one.
No, the thing with Keith, no.
I don't act like that or like
when
that. with the
K3 get
girlfriend.
a girlfriend, I be like the last to know. I'm like, what the fuck? He done went and met their parents. I'm like, so you ashamed to have me around your
No,
women?
it's not that. For one, okay, so this is the thing, Mom. See, women look at meeting to somebody's mom very different. You not that type. You not the mom that I gotta like. If I'm taking somebody to meet like somebody's gonna be like grandma, because that's big to me. You the cool mom.
But see how he? But I'm not
But no,
gonna
but
be
so-
cool with
so
the
why-
girls.
But like my mom, you meet everybody. So it's no. But to the girls, they like, I meet his mom.
grandma.
So like, but like.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like-
because that's how I feel. Like I would bring a girl
Like,
to meet.
really, I'm just fucking her. I don't want you to it's not all
Don't
that,
say
Mom.
that.
No, I
let's
understand
keep
what
it okay. Let's
But
keep
know
it
what?
okay.
We being transparent.
Okay.
I really, really appreciate what you're saying because
Don't bring every girl around me.
With my oldest son, he had to really learn, but he know now. Don't play with me.
Don't.
My mama
yeah.
don't
I'm
hold
not
it
that
down,
tight.
bro.
I'm not
You
that
can't-
tight.
you can't
Don't
cheat.
keep bringing people through.
No,
Don't
I
do that.
My
I'm not
grandma-
gonna be like, hey Sally, or what was
My
it?
grandma-
Yeah,
No,
I
no.
don't do that. I'm not with it. I don't want
My
to.
grandma, I
You
can
do
bring
what you
four
do out there.
different
Oh, yeah,
in
grandma,
1 week.
She been calling them all the wrong names.
The
and
wrong
everything.
name, everything.
So I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
come on,
all
bring some wine, bring some wine.
Yeah. But no, like when a woman meets your mom, because just like you know how the world works, how society works, she thinks that that means something to her. Like so, it's like even if I'm telling her,
So
hey,
you,
we
bring
just
her-
cool,
yeah.
we just
I
kicking it.
remember-
If she meet my mom, oh, he wants to marry me, y'all. Like this, no.
I
So it's
remember
like,
I had dealings with one girl that my mom knew of her. She had been to the house plenty of times, spent the night, never met her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say
Oh,
that.
yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Never met her before in life. Like, and I just knew that's not somebody I wanted to be with. So why am I gonna let you meet my mom?
I'm cool with that.
And
Exactly.
my
I'm cool
mama
with
is
that.
like funny at she only want to meet people. She don't want to meet a lot of girls.
Yeah.
And she only, let's be real, my mama only been like, I've been in 3 serious relationships. She's met all of them, but the closest, my last relationship, that was like, she got kind of close to that person, but she didn't like fully care for her. Like, it's funny how moms be knowing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
I ain't gonna lie, at the beginning,
We
like,
know.
once
We talk
my
about
mom
all
met
the
her and
time.
stuff, I'm like, yeah. My mom was like, no, just have your fun.
Especially when
I'm
you
like,
see that your
hold
son
on.
is
I'm like, what
Yeah.
you need?
Oh no, there's one girl that I can't wait to get, and I just told Keith that I'm not
can't
gonna
wait
say
to
her
do
name.
what?
I can't wait to put my hands on her, and it's been like how many years?
Hey,
10,
You know what's so
Yeah.
funny?
11 years. But I just want to grab her and be like, B, I thought you was real cool, you know, and you tried me and you tried my son. I just want to punch her jaw.
My mom say, just have your fun. I said, why you say that? She's like, I don't know. I don't think she's your wife. She's not my daughter-in-law. At this time, I'm just out of there. I want to put my mom in the head.
Yeah, it's like-
don't talk about my wife like that.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You don't know her.
Yeah, I'll tell them in a minute. Just have your fun. You young. Have your
But
fun.
this one, the one I date now,
Yeah.
oh, they love her.
Yeah, because you see things. and
You see
pay
things,
attention.
yeah. I do. I pay attention.
Nah, I just can't bring it. And my mom real cool and stuff. Like, and then like you know how she feel like you close to me, my mom gonna bring you in and all that. It's like, man, it's not even that for real. Like, so I can't let the girls get around. Yo, I love you, mom.
I am definitely gonna be like, I'm cooking. Well, do y'all want this? I am gonna do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't gonna be me. I'm about, y'all want to go out to eat?
This is the first one that actually will visit me without him.
Oh, so that's a
They
keeper.
talk without
Because she
me.
trying to get in good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she not even. That's the thing about it. She don't even really try to get in good. She just really
She just
herself.
really a genuine
just
person.
really herself. Like
See, that's
this-
what I want.
Yeah,
Bring
and I
those
like
home.
real. I like
Yeah.
real, and that's what
The
I get
last
from
one,
her.
I let them do something by themselves for my birthday and stuff, and then the girl complained to me later, and I went to my mom. I was like, "She's a
the
little
last
fucking
girl to
she's
me."
a little fucking girl to me. Don't bring her back around me."
No, we talk about it because
God.
that's another thing I want to ask y'all about. But first, like I guess you could say like the brainstorming and how the podcast came about. Me and V was both in like relationships, so where it really like changed us after we got out of them. And same sign, there was a lot of like his was just like
Really?
exactly alike. He had like a worse version than me, but it was like
Wow.
exactly alike.
So you guys were really relatable. Like,
Yeah.
really, really
talk about-
and we was in the same space because we had
That
moved
first
in, we was
phone
living with these
conversation, we
girls.
sat on the phone for
Wow.
like 2 hours. Like
it was
I
just
can't
like it
believe
was
it.
almost like it was just like destined, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
we gotta
yeah,
get together
yeah,
and do
yeah.
this.
And we talk about how like
And y'all sat in the same church as kids.
Both them hoes put us out.
Yeah. These hoes was, both of them was nuts.
And that one that was smiling on her, I got one put
That drew
hands
the line
on her
for
too.
me.
Yeah.
That drew the line for me when
Me
you
too.
did that to my baby.
My mama told me, I'll never forget, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Can I have a
went to-
refill?
Yeah.
And then she knew our situation when she did that. That's why I wanted to really.
I gave up our place. Me and my mama was staying
Yeah, that was a
together.
whole another reason why I didn't really care for her. Because he, now all of a sudden,
Yeah.
I gave up our
you
place.
ready to go. Every year he'd be like, I'm getting older. It's time for me to, move on and do my own thing. So it's going to be the last time that we sign a lease. And I'll be like, all right, because I know we wasn't. And
Right,
then he'll go,
yeah.
we'll just go ahead and do another year. But then when he
Boy,
get with her,
when I finally did that
that's
shit,
when,
she
I
showed-
was like, I
she
was
showed her
real
ass.
surprised.
Yeah, she was mad. And then during that time too, I was like, yeah, mom, for her graduation, she not really materialistic. She's talking about she want a YSL bag, but I think I'm gonna get it for her. Now I ain't gonna lie, this girl used to step for me.
Yeah.
Like when it was birthday, you know that, mom.
Yeah.
Like she used to, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I remember my mama had called me like a few days later, asked me something. I'm like, I ain't got it right now, mom. Oh, but you got it for YSL bag.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like,
Right. Or these
That's
nice
crazy.
fancy
He
days.
did me because anybody know I will click you in a minute.
That's
Oh,
her
yeah.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
She
that's
think-
crazy.
She thinks she
I will
and
click
she
you in a
go
minute. I
bang
might
that
have
line
to say
on
sorry
you.
later, but
But nah,
No, I don't apologize. I hang up
I mean,
and
like
be
if
on.
somebody like my mother-in-law or somebody like, because I
Yeah.
will click anyone.
last.
Yeah, Dallas be calling me. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with your mother, boo boo. But let me tell you something. I had to bless her out,
I'm
boo.
just something tired. Every time you turn around, she get mad. She been clicking me since she was with my son.
Right.
when they was younger, it was call me and
No, my
and
mama
yelling
won't
and
let you
click.
get a word in and bang the
And
line.
just click.
I finally
And
did
you
it to
better
her
come
like
get 'em.
last month. She didn't like it. I finally
I
got
done been in
it.
the car before and your mama
You
done
got
banged
me?
it on you.
Yeah, like last month when we was arguing about something. I banged it on you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll hang up and
I don't bang it on my
remember
mom.
that.
Like, I just had to tell her that, like, hey,
Well, if
we
you
might
did
as
that,
well get
I
off the
don't
phone
remember
because I
that
ain't got
because
enough
that's very
shit.
disrespectful.
You do
Yeah,
it
that
every
is
week.
disrespectful.
No, but I'm your mother.
My mom takes pride in this.
Yeah.
This is her thing.
That's her thing.
Like, she bangs it on
I done been in the car.
No, it's not.
And you done banged it on her
But it's
before.
not. It's really
Yeah.
not.
Because we don't have nothing else to talk about, and we
It's
don't have
really not-
to explain
it's
nothing
just
to
something
y'all.
that I've
See, I'm
been
on a
doing
different,
since-
yeah.
Since I was angry
she
when I
would
was a
get all her
teenager with
feelings
their
out,
father.
and then
I
as
used
you
to
start
do.
saying, and I'm not even a screamer, I don't do
Yeah.
it. When you start saying, she'll be like, hey, I don't give a fuck it. And back it up. Like,
Perfect. I don't want to hear. I just wanted to get it out.
what? And I just
Yeah.
laugh at it. I be like, what? Nisha be mad. Nisha be like, I'm blocking her ass. I'm gonna show her.
She'll
Nisha-
block me in a minute.
Yeah, Nisha will block her in a minute.
After a while, I'll be like, I'm glad she blocked me because I've been having some peace for like
Right,
the last
now
2,
it's
3
quiet.
weeks.
Good. Block me again.
So I want to ask y'all, like,
Okay.
first, when we started doing this, did y'all think that we would still be doing this 2 years later?
Yes.
I did not know it's been 2 years.
We going on 2 years in like
Yeah.
probably a couple weeks.
What?
I don't
I
think
did.
my mama understood what
I thought it was. I
In the
thought y'all
very
had
beginning,
a
I
good
didn't.
vibe. I did.
But when I started looking at,
clips.
some of y'all clips and everything, and especially when you had like just guests that just really pulled me in.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a shame that I still feel like the best clip was when my daughter was on there. Did you see that?
yeah, I did. I had to
Yeah.
watch her.
She's a fan favorite.
because
Yeah.
they can get wild sometimes.
Yeah,
but I
they-
kind of like it sometimes.
Yeah, she.
Yeah.
I was like, I
She's
love
something
her
else.
because she's authentically herself, and that's
definitely
why I
is.
always
Good or
loved
bad?
her.
And don't
Yeah.
care.
Good or bad, she
Yeah.
is who she is,
Good,
and
bad,
I
and
always
ugly.
loved that about her.
When she come on, Keith be like, oh God.
Here we go.
Because I already know.
Because we're very strong in our opinions.
We'll have conversations off camera, and then like when we get on camera, Nisha don't give a fuck. She gonna stick to that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't believe that, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
But
shut
she-
up.
She would definitely debate
And I
with
think
you.
I grew up with Nisha.
Yeah.
So like I'm very headstrong. Like me and Keith get into it on here all the time. But we do it in a way of
It be like,
know-
we still make sense.
Yeah, but we're podcasters, so that's
Yeah.
what you have to do.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you hit a frog and I throw like no, But then next scene but growing up with Nisha, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not somebody who holds my tongue a lot. That's probably the only person who like I kind
Can
of sometimes
really-
hold my tongue because it just be like, all right,
Oh,
Nisha.
wow.
Yeah, because you don't want
Yeah.
you don't want to keep
She
going.
definitely-
She gonna
definitely.
take you there.
Like,
Yeah, so-
if I don't feel
I
like
love
having
you,
an
Nisha.
anxiety attack or a panic attack, I mean, no, for real, because that's what she gives me.
So
Yeah.
I
leave
was
it alone.
like, Keith gotta learn that. 'Cause when she come on, he be like, cause she'll say some real shout out shit.
Something. I be like, what the fuck are you
He's
talking
talking about
about?
this, and I just be like, I be like, you just
And then she get time like, okay.
Yeah, because she's not gonna back down.
I'm like,
off
okay.
me. Whether it's
You
really,
fine.
really good, right or true, she's just gonna keep
Yeah,
going.
you can't argue with nobody
I'm
who
like-
believe their own stuff.
Okay.
I be like, but
Okay.
sometimes she be making sense. But also, a lot of people don't know that Nisha lives like a real crazy life.
They don't like y'all don't be liking the delivery,
Yeah,
but she be making
so
sense.
her experiences be different from
Yeah.
ours.
I
You know
love
what I'm
you,
saying?
Nisha.
You look at her story; she be a mom on Monday, and then in Miami on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and then back on.
I tell my daughter all the time, for your age, you have lived my life twice. Like
Yeah.
I have not done the things she come back and tell me. We went here, we went there, new beaches and all kinds of stuff. I be like, you are living.
No, a day.
You know, because I've never done
This is like how it's
but
like
she
having
likes to
Nisha
live
as
and
a
she's
sister.
Live
living.
life, and I love that
She'll
about
call
her.
me that
living.
morning. Yeah. So I've just been up thinking about this new business venture I want to do. I'll be like, oh, okay, that's good. We talk about it. Then by 2 p.m. I just seen a nigga get shot.
Yeah, no, everything changes.
She be
Like,
like, I'm coming
like within
home.
2-3 hours.
His
Yeah.
brain splattered on me.
I'm having so much fun.
Then
We're doing this, we doing
5
that.
o'clock.
Next
5
thing you know,
o'clock. It'll be 3
I miss my
hours
baby.
later.
I'm coming home. Oh, I miss my
I be
baby.
calling her, checking on her. Are you okay? You good? Oh yeah, I'm at Juicy Crab.
She does. That's what she does. It's all over now.
Right.
You thinking we done told each other because you know that's what we do.
Right, so
yeah,
what
you
the
told
fuck?
me your sister. She
Yeah.
said whatever. Yeah, somebody got shot right in front of her, and then you call her 2 hours later, and she just and I'm talking taking nice pictures and. You know, change her hair.
I just
and she'll
ordered
be like,
oysters,
yeah,
they got
yeah,
oyster
yeah.
sale.
Yeah.
No, one time she picked me up from work and she in the passenger seat. She said, "Ooh, I don't know what's going on. I think I'm having a heart attack." I'm like, "Should I go to the hospital? Should I call the ambulance? Or whatever?" She's like, "No." Ooh, I stopped. I get her some asthma shit. By the time we get to the house, she's like, "All right, bitch, we going out." I'm like,
Yeah.
You was just in the car dying.
Y'all don't understand.
"Are you okay?"
Y'all just don't understand. And once you understand,
You just don't-
get on board.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't get yourself
I love
or
it.
whatever.
I love it. I
'Cause
love
if
that
you
she
can't deal
living
with
life.
it,
Yeah.
if you can't deal with
That's
it,
my girl.
Yeah.
What we at on time?
We 85, we good.
Okay.
But no, that's my girl though. Like I remember,
Yeah.
because last time she came on, Nisha got me cursed out on social media because
Oh, about
Yeah.
dating a woman who tricked.
yeah, she got me cursed out on social media or whatever, and it was like, y'all don't like what y'all said. This is my fucking girl. I love this girl. I was like, but we gonna argue like this. This is how we do it. Whatever.
Anytime a stripper come on or anything, because he stand firm on business, that's when anytime he say anything that's actually morally correct,
They be so mad.
the strippers be like, "Oh, he went and dated a stripper. Who he think he is?" Actually, recently, because he said,
No, he will not.
when we talk the train crib.
Oh, yeah, like, if you got a train running on you, I'm not dealing with
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It was dudes in the comments like, "Her past don't matter."
Yeah, he just like, all right.
There's a
Whatever helps you sleep at night, my
Yeah.
boy.
right, yeah,
They
because
be
there's a
in the
limit on the
comments.
pass. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, no.
I ain't gonna lie, that's why we was in here. I was making some on wig was straight and everything. I said, listen, they be going ham in them comments. If y'all look at them comments, they be calling us gay. They be calling us lame.
Yeah,
They be
I
say-
know people.
They done called me Nutty Professor.
That's what they gonna do, but that's when you laugh at
Yeah,
them.
it's all
though.
good. That's okay, because
Yeah.
guess what? Paid and Bazed.
Yeah,
We
Paid
came
N
a long
Bazed.
way because back in the day,
Y'all would be
I used
mad.
to be like, "Hey, I'm finna."
Yeah, we
now
still
we
go.
just be laughing at
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Then you just laugh at them.
Sometimes it be that
Or
one
you use your
comment where it
friends
be
that
like,
are really good at IT to find them.
"Oh God."
Those are the two things you can do.
Nah, sometimes nigga want to because it's like, hey, like,
Relax.
yeah. Sometimes they be saying some real. So I was like, bro,
But
our mama's
that's
gonna
with
be on here?
everybody. Like I wanted to podcast. I said I would try to fight every last one of them.
Yeah,
That ain't
I
gonna
wouldn't
work
be able
for
to deal
me,
with
huh?
that. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to deal with that at all.
I
You
can
get
take
used
it
to
though. I could take it.
Especially
Yeah.
because the award is more than that. It's always more
Just
people
don't
who love
try
you
it
than
though.
hate you.
But I could take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like when we go viral, you know, it's always our craziest stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One of our most viral clips, like I said something about Santana. I don't know if y'all know who Santana is, and they spun it.
Yeah.
So everybody
Oh,
in there
I
like,
saw that
yeah,
clip. That
and-
they didn't spin it. You said that. You said that.
No, listen.
You said that.
He know what I really wanted to say off camera, but I
Right.
gotta clean it up so we don't get canceled.
Right.
But then in
Yeah.
the comments, they was like, "Oh,
So we don't get
y'all
canceled.
trying to get y'all
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to
they
bait
was
the
about to
gays
get
up
y'all.
and all that."
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like we was baiting gay. It's like they really made it seem like we sat here and was like, okay, so we're gonna
This
talk
was gonna
about
go
this
viral.
gay guy because this is gonna go viral. Like,
Yeah,
nothing
no.
we do
I
out here is
remember
planned.
that episode.
We barely
Yeah.
be making it to this bitch. We
Yeah.
barely be having this stuff written. Like y'all don't even understand. So it's like, yeah.
But I feel like a podcast is supposed supposed to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Everything can't just be all smooth and everybody's. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no.
That's not what it's about. You
That'd
know.
be the
for sure,
boring
for sure.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be boring. And we got like a lot of differences. Me and B, we a lot alike, but we very different, like very different. And I always wanted to talk about it, but I was like, damn, we gotta have a woman. I think it's in the ways that like y'all approach the parenting that kind of shows we're different or whatever. Because I feel like you were very nurturing and stuff like that, and my mom, she was more so like logical when it came to a lot of stuff, and that's how me and like Poodle operate. Like,
I'd be like, well, no. He'd be like, no, fuck that.
Right. Yeah.
That's true. He told me it's been plenty of times that y'all had to kind of
and I be telling him, I be like, you too nice,
back
bro.
down
Like, but we always like meet in the middle.
But that's
and
real.
Be in a proper
But that's real.
Because when
Yeah.
we get to debating, because like we both very smart too, so it'd be like,
y'all both
you know what I'm
very
saying? And I'm gonna be
smart,
honest, I'm not
Nerds.
I think me and him both suffer from. I'm not trying to call your homeboys out. I'm gonna talk about my homeboys. But when you used to being like the smartest one in the group, and then you like get somebody who is kind of like on your level intellectually, it'd be like, you challenging me?
Right. Yeah.
But me and Keith do it in such a. I feel like we've come a long way, and we do it in such a like
Both of y'all are
respectful
very,
way these
very,
days.
y'all are
It's
very
funny.
nice.
It comes across funny. It's like it's good to hear y'all differences. You know,
we trust each other too, like, and we know like, okay,
they gonna be eating y'all up in the
we
comments. Y'all
don't-
niggas is gay.
Yeah.
But if we don't care about
try
like
my
something, like, and say if he feels strongly about something, I'm like, all right, we just gonna do it that way.
Yeah.
But like we can tell when we really just feel a certain type of way about something, and we going on his budget, we gonna be like, all right, we
two
gonna
things to be right at the same time.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Next topic.
And sometimes he know I just be being an asshole. Like,
No, he'll tell me off camera
Yeah.
because I know when I really got him. Because he'll just keep going down and learn like whatever. And he'll be off camera like, no, you was put my ass, but I ain't laying up on that one.
But you gotta know when to bow out. Like you can't be like ish, like bro.
But you know what I always notice too with you two? Sometimes I just pick up different clips and stuff from time to time. Y'all always on the same level and vibing with the laughing and the jokes.
Yeah, the laughing part be killing me.
Y'all be dying laughing and stuff, and y'all get each other with that kind of stuff.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Because they be laughing. I'm like, what's so funny?
Yeah.
Keep like, you
But
missed it.
sometimes I
It was
think I be having
Poodle's
insiders and
face.
stuff.
Yeah, we got
Because it's like that's why I'm saying like our comedic timing, like really like a lot of people. It's like it's Twitter funny. But if you're not on Twitter, you're not gonna understand it.
You're not gonna.
So you literally have to research Twitter all week to know the jokes. To know it. And Keith was like the first person I knew who just like knows every joke that I know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Amp
gotcha.
too. Amp be knowing our jokes
Amp know
too.
everything.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people is not
I understand
like that.
right, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even like the thing I just referenced with Ish. Like y'all don't know what we
Right.
talking about. But we talking about another podcast. You know what I'm saying? Or it's Ish, right? No,
Yeah.
okay.
And I do a lot of stuff on the podcast to like mess with V. So it's like
Yeah,
I
he
say
does.
stuff.
He does.
And I know that he don't want to react, and I really just try to get him because his laugh is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love when you laugh. I love when you laugh.
So I say
love
stuff and
it.
try to get him
avoid
going.
eye
Yeah, his
contact
laugh
with
is
this nigga.
contagious.
Yeah.
You hear
Somebody
me?
That's
could be
all
on
y'all
here.
gotta do is look at each other. That's the funniest parts of y'all podcast when y'all look at each other or keep laughing before you even say something, or when you don't say pause and Keith got to say pause for you
I
like
gotta look
every
away from
5
this
minutes.
nigga. And when we have people come on here and try to tell traumatic shit, like they'll be like, yeah, and then my grandma was ran over. I'd be like, Because I know if I look at this nigga, he gonna be like, damn, nigga,
You
like,
can't look.
everything
But you know,
go
me and
on.
my son is like that too, right?
Yeah.
Me and Poodle, I'm telling
And
you,
you wanna know what's so funny?
laughing.
People really don't know. Like, Mom really holding back right now. This is one of the funniest people I know. She is hilarious.
I mean, he be literally like leaning over, like a just like mom, like I'm talking like
Yeah.
My
he
mom
like,
is
hold up.
hilarious because, like,
Especially when we somewhere and we kind of like on the same page with something or somebody.
Keith, no, that's where I get it from. I'm easily agitated because she's easily agitated. So, like, if somebody, like, doing something stupid, like, me and my mom, we got, she'll be like, fuck.
He be filming me and I don't even know because my faces and stuff. You know? Yeah.
Or my mom
Faces.
would, like, if she knows somebody lying or something, like, all right, okay, like, my sister's exaggerating. So, like, she'll get mad because my sister exaggerates, my mom will look at me and be like,
And then he always
And
get
then
us
I
busted
laugh.
because he's
So
dying
you should be
laughing.
like, you should be like, girl, you a hater.
She already know because he can't never hold his
Yeah,
breath.
he can't hold it. So that's why it's like when people be on here, they be saying like some very sad stuff,
Yeah.
and I
Oh,
know he
really?
can't hold his laugh. So it's like I just look at him.
Keep just looking at him just to
Like,
make him laugh.
just so he can laugh in this
Yeah.
awkward moment, even though the guest probably gonna feel horrible, but that's gonna be hilarious.
I
to
can't,
me.
yeah.
But what I'm saying, like, I mean, is it like a podcast that y'all were doing about sad things?
No,
No, we
but
just have
sometimes
people
it
talking.
comes
Yeah, I
up.
understand.
Like one guest, we started. I brought up like autism because she advocates
Oh,
for her
okay,
son's
serious
autism.
stuff. Okay.
But he didn't know we was going that route, and I just knew not to look at him. 'Cause I knew he was gonna be like, oh, "What the fuck? You ain't tell me."
Right.
Because
Fill
we just
me
so
in.
used to playing so much. So sometimes I don't want to offend nobody. So I was like,
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Just like remember when I did the Fly High Baby and
Oh yes.
our old co-host bust out laughing. My grandma had just died, and I'm like, "Fly High, baby," whatever. I gave her a shout out.
Yeah,
Grandma
I
Ruth.
remember that
And I'm
one.
like, "Why is that funny?" But we know each other's humans, so it's like I didn't take no offense to it
I understand.
because I know I caught them off guard. That's how y'all got to know. None
I
of
was
this is
laughing
scripted.
at
Yeah.
that one too.
No,
Yeah.
because
And I didn't mean to, but I
the
did.
problem is this nigga here is like.
This man, young man.
This nigga here is like he don't be preparing for nothing. So he don't be like, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna
Right.
do that, or whatever.
I just
So
wing
it's be
it.
like, that's something you should definitely tell us about.
Okay, I
And then
understand.
because he don't prepare, he just bring it up randomly. So it's like we already dying laughing, and then it get quiet, and he like,
And it just
oh yeah,
came
shout
out
out,
of
shout out my
nowhere.
grandma. And it's like we like,
What?
Yeah, I remember that
it's
episode.
like.
I
And keep them on
laughed.
their toes.
And then he tried to, and then like he don't really, because he didn't prepare, he don't know what to say. So
I know
like he ended up
exactly
saying
what
that, and then we like, bro. But no, that was a good moment. I want to ask y'all.
That was funny.
This might be a little controversial, but we don't care.
Oh, shit.
So, with everything, because y'all was behind the scenes a lot of stuff, like, all the people know already that y'all contributed to when we did the Thanksgiving drive, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be just...
Are we
us-
doing that again next year?
Yeah, I
This
got
year.
that in the works.
This year, I mean, yeah.
But, like, just y'all being around, like, we being around y'all and everything while we doing the podcast, y'all watch the kids or whatever. How did y'all feel seeing... what was y'all perspective on the breakup? On the pod breakup?
At first, it bothered me.
I know. I was about to say, now that's a sad moment.
Yeah.
That,
At first, it
now
bothered
you're taking
me.
it to
'cause
Yeah.
now I'm understanding why sad things come up because
Yeah.
that's all I could do is go.
To me, it bothered me at first because of how long we've known that person, but I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised because I know her peoples. They can't beat me, so it is what it is. I wasn't surprised because I know her peoples.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, but I never saw that side. So
I was surprised.
it
because
shocked me.
I really, really, really like.
I
liked her.
loved. I still
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
her as family.
And
And
so
I
I
think-
was just really like,
Yeah,
what,
I love
like,
her.
That's what was hurtful about it because I'm like, our
I love
families
y'all
embrace you.
vibe.
You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
love
saying?
y'all
especially
vibe.
the
Yeah.
Thanksgiving thing. It was like all our families. Was
Yeah,
just
I love
yeah.
the vibe that the three of you have.
And
But I
mean,
always
not
knew
just
y'all
that,
could
but
do
even
it
having
without
personal
her.
things at home and inviting people and their children.
Right, right,
You know,
right,
eating
right.
and dancing and acting crazy and playing games like you're part of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know.
It bothered me, yeah, because I loved the three. I loved it.
Me too.
But I was like, bump that. You can do it without them. You ain't
Yeah.
need them. You ain't need that part. You know, you could always, because y'all still ain't pick up another. Why you looking at
Like
her?
I
She
told
could.
him. Like I told him.
She fixing herself. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Like I told him, you live and you learn.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
it.
saying? You live and you learn. You got to get past that. I done been, child, please. I done been so hurt and stomped on and whatever else you want to call it. Betrayed.
You
so
get
many
back
times.
up. You get back
and
up.
you do, yeah.
And in turn,
Yeah.
it hardens you a little bit, so
It
that
does.
and then that's a bad part because you don't want to become hardened to, or what's that word where people just get like they see somebody get killed and they like, oh okay, you know, you become
Desensitized.
yeah,
desensitized.
there it is.
yeah.
That's why he's
Wow.
smart. You become desensitized to things, and you don't want that. So you
Yeah.
want to have feelings and emotions, and
And
it
looking
bothered me.
back-
But at the same time, I'm like, you could. Maybe it don't take a whole lot. It could be. It
Yeah.
could have been one of y'all left here.
And everything happens
and you be
remember I
like,
came to
oh,
the house and
well,
you told me
Everything
that, and
happens
I'm
for a
like,
reason.
Yeah.
that's
I'm
real.
glad you guys kept on going.
Yeah, success. You be.
And let's be real, like
Yeah.
even now, like we be having different people on here, different women and stuff, but like most like diehard fans who really tune in every week, like they love when it's just me and him.
Yeah.
Because it's like we bring something, we just have something that like everybody can't catch on to.
Right.
And that's nothing against anybody who helps us. We love y'all.
No, I love when y'all have y'all
I like
guests.
the young lady. I like her.
Yeah, I like her. The one
She like Monty.
the last one.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Monty.
like
I like
her
her.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked her.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I like the way
Yeah.
she speaks.
Yeah, I
her.
like her the way she
Yeah.
articulates
Me
herself.
too.
Yeah,
She alright.
Yeah, she cool.
I did.
That hoe ain't been to work in like a month.
Yeah.
You know I can't.
Keep that in.
Yeah, we gotta have a conference call on Monday now, but
yeah.
Oh, so she's still part of y'all? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Monty live a fast life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
She busy.
Yeah, she
Like
like
she's the type of person like
Been busy.
we'll call her. She be in the Bahamas.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like you have a job. Like when do you work? Like she's one of them. Like, yeah.
Monty just
Okay.
live fast.
That means you living, girl. Keep
Who you
living.
telling?
But
Yeah.
it's one of them situations where like everything happens for a reason, and it's like what you like. How you said you weren't surprised, but my mom was like she was. I think I get a lot of that from my mom, like trying to see the best in people.
Yeah, because he
You
was
have
surprised
to.
too. And I was like, hey, bro, this
Yeah.
shit coming to a head, bro.
Yeah.
No, I seen it start coming, but
Yeah.
I still was
Oh,
trying
is
to
that
see
yours
the.
or his?
Shit, my mama not drinking.
I'm not a drinker.
Oh, okay.
He knew I wasn't gonna
Look
have
at me
more than
caring
one.
about it.
Yeah, right. She's like, guys.
I know. I'm caring about your bottle.
Well, pass it this way.
I done told him to refill me. I don't know how many times.
But like,
But yeah.
it was.
If it wasn't for the podcast, I wouldn't have been drinking nada.
okay.
Nope.
Mm.
Well, I like to sip.
Well, you next to
That's not-
you next to a
That,
real drinker.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, my mama get drunk.
If you know
That's
me,
why I
you know
got
I like to
these.
sip.
Yeah, I know.
Because if I
Yeah.
would got the real
He
stuff,
already told me we not doing no hard liquor and all this messy. Thank you, my dad.
if I would
I
got the
ain't
real
need that
stuff,
bitch.
yeah.
He
And when I
think my
catch you,
dad.
hoe.
You thought that shit was funny?
If I had a real stuff, all I would I want to see a real one. I would have been like, we gonna shut the club down. Let's shut the club down. Should have been here crunk.
Boy, let me tell you, yeah. They really would have been talking about, yeah.
But yeah, that was just one of the situations. I think everything happens for a reason. And looking back now, like I was very angry and bitter because during
Oh,
that time,
you was being a bitch.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I was, yeah, I was,
You was allowed to though. You was in your feelings, and it's okay.
yeah. But
Cause you took it to another level.
I felt like I took a lot of the like everything was like directed at me.
It was. It
I'm
was.
like,
Yeah.
Damn.
It was all
Karma?
on you.
You
But
told them-
I
you told
believe
them
there
about
was
karma?
some jealousy in there. Yeah.
yeah. So looking back now, just
Yeah, I
thinking
wasn't
about that
surprised.
individual and how they was raised, and you know, just certain things, I let it go. Like
Yeah.
I just let it.
You
let
have
it
to.
die.
That wasn't
Yeah.
something you keep going back and forth. Like I
Yeah.
told Keith, the best thing for y'all to do from this point forward is succeed. To me, that's the best. Anybody pisses you off, anybody makes you mad, your job, you get fired. Your next job should be your best job. Let them
Right.
people love. Success is the best revenge for anybody. If you can't put your hands on them,
That's the truth.
success is the
That's
best
true.
Couldn't do
revenge.
that.
Yeah.
But and
No,
that,
y'all couldn't do
Yeah,
that.
I think
But
that was-
success
I wanted
is-
to.
That's not the answer to everything. I just like saying stuff like that.
yeah. But no, that was the biggest thing though.
Because my family know I like that.
Because in that situation, I didn't kind of react emotionally to it, but the thing that made me look at that person differently was how she treated him.
Yeah, I didn't like
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, don't do my
Because-
boy like
Definitely, it was
that.
crazy.
That's what
Yeah,
it was.
because-
Because she didn't come at you like that.
I was just
so
like,
I felt like
wow.
you were in the middle and had to choose or make a choice.
It
And
wasn't
you made
necessarily
the right
It wasn't
move.
necessarily that. I feel like I talked about it before. I felt like she was taking advantage of him.
Right.
And
yeah.
I've been made that clear to both of them. So it
Yeah.
was like, and because I known her before, you know what I'm saying, knowing them before, I kind of was already on her ass a little bit. So it's kind of like she couldn't feel no type of way. I felt like once she couldn't take advantage of him no more, then it became a thing to where now it's all up in arms. So
Right.
And then it was like to even double down on trying to make me like this villain of when he's telling you logically that you're wrong. It's like you go around and like, oh, he's V's lapdog. I'm like,
Yeah.
You know how mean this nigga is? I can't boss him around. Like, what are you talking about?
But
He's
she
just
knows
telling you
that
to-
because she's known him longer than
Oh,
she's
okay.
even known you. So she knew that was not a
Yeah.
true statement. So
I think that was a hurtful
it was
feeling.
just her, because it did. I bet you ain't bother him, not even a little bit. Yeah, So yeah, that was just her.
I feel like once we got into more technical things, things bothered him because then it was just like, oh, you.
It was.
I think for her, she maybe in some way she wanted you to be on her side. Like felt like y'all were family and she should be on your side. But real deal,
but it was so much. People don't understand. It was so much leading up to that. It was everything just balled it up. And I just got the blunt of it.
Yeah.
At that point, because at that point, I've been like,
we knew.
Yeah. And he was really the one who was holding it still together. Like, because I've been was like, hey, bro, like, I already could tell where it's going. Like,
yeah, but your life wasn't in order. You understand? So you trying to get your life in order while you trying to help us build on something that you're not building on. Or if you were building, your focus was mainly on you and shaking your ass. And that wasn't what was going to get y'all to where y'all needed to be.
Who's over there going?
No,
because that can't be everything.
Yeah.
You got to bring more to the table than some ass, you know, because that's not going to do it for everybody.
Especially,
and if you wanted to be the face, or because she could have, it was so many different ways. I'm getting into it because I just come from that world, but it was so many ways that she could have contributed without actually doing the footwork and still been use your face and your whatever you use. Bring more people to the page, you know, because you didn't, whatever you were doing wasn't bringing more, you know, you just brought more ass shakers in the building, you know, and that worked for that day. But now what? You know, and you're a smart person. So show that other side because she was so articulate and I thought it was just a perfect, she can get y'all to come together and like, hey, let's stay focused. That's where I thought it was going to go. But it was more also, like, look at me, don't look at them. Look at me, don't look at the guests. Look at me. You can't outshine your guests, bro. That's your guests. So y'all gonna see who could shake ass the best.
She hit it right on the head.
No. That's when you know it wasn't about y'all. It wasn't about the group. It became. I'm gonna say what I need to say because they can't beat me. But it became more about an individual instead of the group, and it should have been a group. They're gonna be like, how many times they said that?
She said like, that. Bro, it's wartime, bro. They seen it. I'm like, I've been waiting.
But go ahead, bro. I know you're trying to say something. I was
gonna just say like, I didn't understand like back then when like Keith would be like, bro, like, no, we're not doing it right. This don't feel like a podcast and all that stuff. Now, like at one point, it became to a point where it was like we couldn't even really watch the episodes. They just weren't entertaining. Now these like. Since like these last few months, really, I can sit and watch a full episode because I feel like we're podcasting.
Right.
We were kind of creating something based off guests and other people and shock value.
And artificial motion.
Shock value, and y'all just wanted the...
But it's also hard, and not even just being a female, just in general. Me and Keith have went on other people's podcasts, and they don't even drop the episodes because we run circles around them niggas. Like, we run, you know what I'm saying? The only podcast I feel like we don't win on is like, okay, we were some real podcasters. This is amping them because they've been doing it way longer than us. Like, we look up to them. You know what I'm saying? But
I saw that episode too,
yeah. But it's like other people, it's like we go on there. We had like one person ask us to come back and redo it because he said he felt like he didn't do good enough. And we like,
wow.
Like, no.
You don't get a part
that would be a no.
Right.
And somebody else, like, he didn't even drop the episode. He was just
because
like,
y'all outshined them.
And it was like,
that's
it was
crazy.
very
But that's
evident.
that business is hate.
Yeah, so it's hard actually even sitting with us, whether you're a woman or not, because some people feel like they have, like you said, do a lot because it's like, I don't know the inside jokes. I don't know this. I don't know that. But that's why I like love people like May, who just get in where she fit in and don't do too much.
Yeah, you don't have to be the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or
like Jess and Lauren.
Exactly.
Right now, they figured it out, so it works.
Right.
But Jess can't do what Lauren does, and Lauren can't do what Jess do. But y'all could still share the same stage. You do you and you do me, and it works now. Whatever they got going on now, it works.
And also, in podcasting, you have to be... I feel like I went through that where it was like... I I would be combative because like I think something we both acknowledge is like we know it all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm at a place where like now if I don't know something, unless it's just for like devil's advocate or something, I will allow somebody to teach me. As long as they're not doing it in a demeaning way.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta be
it's
able
okay
to be taught.
But
Yeah.
it's like if niggas trying to teach you or tell you something, it's just no.
No.
What are we doing?
In that
Yeah.
situation, I think that made it so so taxing, and just the fallout was just like damn, because that's where, like you said, like where at first I'm like, bro, we know how shit, but then it's like how niggas started playing it when stuff was like during the separation. I'm like, that's nasty, bro. Like you kind of owe niggas more than that. Like niggas done, both of y'all done volunteered to like step out y'all way to make sure this person can do stuff or whatever, or we'll watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we done offered, we made you family, and just the way motherfuckers went about shit, I felt like was just really
That's
weird.
what bothered me.
And
Yeah, that's how it was
Because
done.
people don't know, rumors were spread about him too behind the scenes, like
for
by
sure.
the individual. Me, it was just in the forefront. It was like, I'm putting it on Facebook, I'm putting it on Instagram, I'm gonna bash you. But it's like people was contacting me, telling me, yeah, she said this is like things that could potentially be very harmful to us in the industry.
Right.
And it's just like not true. So it's like, why would you do that? I think it's, for me, like, we've had 2 other females since. You know what I'm saying? May has kind of transitioned out, but she's still a part of Paid N Bazed. Money is in and out. If we were the problem, these women wouldn't still show us love.
Right, you're right.
Still,
Yeah.
we treat women with
Well, you know what's all
But see,
about-
when you know yourself, you never question yourself. Like a while ago, you was like, "You gonna hold yourself accountable for?" No, because I know myself. When you know yourself, you don't question what other people
It's
say.
all about maturity,
Oh, he's
too.
terrible. He's. You be like, she's nuts.
Yeah.
You know, even if I
People
did it,
know
you
this.
can't prove it because
Yeah.
I'm going to stand tall in who I am. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, I did that, but it was a reason. So you don't let all that other foolishness bother you because now you're on the outside.
Right.
And like I told Keith when all that happened and she was really trying to shut it down, remove her picture. Yeah, I don't need her picture to bring you what you need. Why you still remove her picture and succeed?
Exactly.
And then
And
it
it's no hate towards her. It's just me. Okay, we're moving forward.
We're moving forward.
Because
Right.
you're in the childish lane because
Exactly.
you're younger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because of your environment, this is what you learned.
And then it was like once we moved forward and like so many people came forward and told us things that we did not know and stuff, it was like, oh, that was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, still be already suspected.
And that's
Everything,
exactly
right.
you gotta look at everything as a blessing, but
And I had already had those conversations with that person or whatever, so it was like we knew. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
you
We
knew.
And you guys are not immature, so to have you cannot bring anybody in that's immature
Yeah.
at all because it just won't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think we perfect where we are now. You know what I'm saying?
Just have y'all guests like y'all do. Are we gonna talk about any hot topics?
Yeah, we finna get to it right now. That was the last thing.
Yeah. So,
the hot topics,
You
right?
ready?
you got any
Because
topics before what it is? What it is?
They weren't doing that before,
No,
and then they
that's
just
good,
did
that's good.
that.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into the show. What it is? Well, the intro was good. The intro was good.
That was an intro.
The intro was 100 and was an hour and 40 minutes. So
Oh,
See, y'all
we
gotta work
get
on
to
that.
it.
Y'all gotta work on y'all
Right,
timing.
you just be a guest and do what guests do.
Yeah, y'all gotta have a certain amount of time for your intro. Because I thought it was time to go home.
But it's a special episode though, so it's different.
Oh, so this not the end?
We
But it's special. This is special. It's different. Like y'all
Oh, okay.
are moms, so it's like we're not gonna give y'all 20 minutes to talk about us. Like
Aw.
Yeah, it's different.
Okay.
Okay, so first, what it is, what it ain't. So we got.
I love this part.
Your uncle, Smokey Robinson.
nasty
He
ass
didn't do
smoke.
it.
Why y'all say that?
Well, hey mom,
Wait, what
relax.
happened? He
No,
already
my
know
mama-
I'm out the loop, so I'm not even gonna
My
know.
mama, when she was a kid, because
I used to tell people that was my uncle. I don't know why.
Me and Smokey Robinson got
Because
the
my
same
last name is
birthday.
Robinson. They used to believe me too.
but basically,
That's smoke. Oh, smoke. Uncle
okay,
Smoke.
so 4 women who worked as Smokey Robinson's housekeepers say they didn't report alleged assaults out of fear it would affect their immigration status. And their lawyers call 85-year-old Smokey Robinson a serial and sick rapist who must be stopped. The victims are seeking $50 million in damages. So
Oh, wow.
basically, these housekeepers are accusing him of sexually assaulting them.
Is this now or was it in the past? I guess it doesn't matter. I can't say that out loud. It
I
doesn't
want to
matter.
say it goes into current.
Yeah, it's current.
And he's 85.
Right, I'm trying to understand what's going on.
Okay, so let me fill y'all in. I don't know if y'all are aware, but in 2023, Smokey Robinson dropped the album called titled Gasms. Was y'all aware of that?
Oh, I didn't know about
Yeah,
this
let me
album.
give y'all some of the titles and why I believe that old Smokester did it.
He might have.
I'm gonna just give you. But first of all, I'm gonna give y'all the description of the album that he approved. Okay, you ready? Because I did this before. First, let's consider the title, which, coming from an 83-year-old man, is as direct as you can get while still being playful about it. But from a lifelong veteran of showbiz, it's also just good marketing. Robinson himself said he bet in part on people's curiosity getting the better of them. His voice remains supple and his style sophisticated with a touch of naughty. In touch between the velvety contours of the expected soul, quiet soul. How You Make Me Feel, Roll Around, are arrangements as sparse and womb-like as the sensual pop he inadvertently helped invent in the late 70s. I Want to Know Your Body, If We Don't Have Each Other. After long about teasing, he ends on the grapevine like Tantra. I fit in there, metaphorically, of course. Okay, let me read y'all these titles.
I fit in there.
This nigga was a freaky fraud.
Well, he was. There was rumors.
This was 2020. This was 2023. He dropped this at 83 years old.
Yeah, this was rumors.
Song
back in the
title number
days,
1, Gasms. 2, How You Make Me Feel. 3, I Want to Know Your Body. 4, I Keep Calling You. 5, Let's Roll Around. 6, Beside You. 7, If We Don't Have Each Other. 8, You Fill Me Up. 9, my personal favorite, I Fit in There.
That's the name of his songs?
Yeah.
Well, he always been a little freak.
I mean, but was he single?
He's
No,
80
no.
something.
I'm just saying, like,
He was single.
yeah, because I'm looking at it like, well, shit, do your thing. If that's,
For the
if that's his
music,
thing,
right? For the music.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I gotta
no,
clear
yeah.
that up.
No,
But he always been that dude though.
you know,
the
that's what
sultry,
he wants to put out there.
yeah, Smokey Robinson back in it. I mean, come on, light skinned nigga, green eyes.
Yeah.
Pitbull.
Back in the days
Well, I
when
knew-
that was so
Yeah.
popular. So what
I knew
up
he
to
be
my
wearing them,
Smokey? We got somebody
I
that's
knew he was
Smokey
freaky when
Robinson
he
that
be
I
wearing
grew
them
up with.
bodysuits when he toured with Escape.
He what?
He was wearing
What?
bodysuits.
Yeah. No, he be touring with Escape. Oh, never mind. That was Tiny.
I was about to say. I was about to say, what?
No, you're right.
Ah, that was funny. That
Him
was
and
funny.
Tiny looking.
Well, we ain't even gonna talk about that.
Hey,
No.
Thomas, that's a good clip right there.
Hey, you trying to have T.I. for that?
Yeah.
He know what that thing looked like. He knew when
Nah,
she
that's
walked out the
hilarious.
door.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. You are nuts.
Innocent
That was
until
funny.
proven guilty. However,
That nigga is guilty.
yeah, nah, I don't know.
I mean, I believe as a woman, I feel like I have to, but there's so many liars out there.
Right.
And it's like,
It
oh
is.
my
50
did your
million.
And they all
immigration
start coming,
status
yeah.
change? Did you get citizenship or something? I don't know.
That nigga smoke. Give me some pussy, I'ma call ice.
Yeah, like that's
No,
it.
okay.
I'm just like, he's so old. You
'Cause that
could have
mean
just
you
kicked
was
him in his
picking
chest and he
housekeepers
would
that
have
you
died.
knew.
Yeah.
Right.
You
why-
could have just slapped him and he would have fallen over and died. So, but you don't. I'm not gonna defend. No, I'm not gonna say that
Yeah.
because it's fear. People need that paycheck.
Yeah, they got people depending on them. They got kids.
Yeah,
and
they
stuff.
got
You
kids.
get deported.
My thing is, what kind of money was he paying? Because Hugh Hefner was that age tricking out women. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
different.
So that's what I'm saying.
You haven't been tricking from the time, and he never denied it. I'm
Right.
doing what I'm doing, and y'all ain't gonna say nothing
That's
to
what
me.
I'm saying. So was y'all
in
trying
fact,
to
y'all gonna come to
blackmail
my
him?
party and watch me molest and play with these little girls, and y'all all gonna love it and clap for me, put a robe on me.
Hugh Hefner was paying them a lot of money.
And then, but you could, like, it's different. Those were sex workers.
Yeah.
You can't hire people to clean your house and then try
And
to
then
have
put
sex
your
with them.
hands on them, yeah.
It's a difference.
But let's be real, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He got kids with his.
yeah, with
Yeah.
his what's her name? And
That's
she
different.
ain't-
That's
She
consensual.
ain't come out. That's what I'm saying. So how we know it wasn't consensual and now they mad because Smokey can't tow and he not giving that pay no more.
I don't know.
Because 50 million, like, where do they come up with these figures?
Right.
You
That's
just
the
throw something out.
lawyers. The
Yeah, that's
lawyers
a
throw
lie.
that
That's a
out
lie.
there so you could settle for like 15 or 20. That's just as good as 50 if you ain't never had a million. You know what I mean? So I'm like 50 million, 20 million. What's the difference?
We're gonna have to see what the evidence is, man.
Yeah, I think we gotta wait for this
But
one.
I did know for like no tiny shit. I seen him like popping on stage. And
Yeah,
shit, so.
that he was performing songs off Gasms.
Yeah.
Gasms is just crazy.
That is the name alone is sickening. I just want him to sit his old ass down somewhere.
Yeah, he
Right.
can still get it up at 85.
It's like, damn,
I doubt it.
He probably popping them pills.
Yeah, going
Yeah,
crazy.
or they
Pop for
just
16
dancing
hours.
for him or doing little stupid
I don't know.
things.
I don't listen to Gasms, but I like cruising. You know what I'm saying? But
What's
not-
that? The police song?
No, his-
Why are you listening to any of them?
Right.
I ain't talking about from that album.
Oh,
Cruising.
oh, the old song.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
being,
yeah.
I can't tell you one Smokey Robinson song.
No.
Oh, you talking
I
about?
could tell you if you sang it. I'd be like,
Gang
yeah.
banging.
Yeah.
You used to talk about.
Like, how you go from me and the youth to... All right, let's get into the next one.
Shout
That
out-
is crazy.
I was
This
gonna
one's
say shout
for
out
you.
Smokey Robinson. That's crazy.
Speaking of shot.
Okay.
Stab. Tory Lanez rushed to the hospital after being stabbed in prison, according to TMZ. For those who don't know, Tory Lanez is right now doing 10 years for allegedly shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. And yeah, he had like a very public trial and things like that. So they saying he got stabbed in prison. A lot of people, it's always like half and half. You got people who is like free Tory, they think he didn't do it and things like that. And then you have like Megan Thee Stallion stands who want him to rock. So
Yeah.
like,
Celebrating
I don't
his
know
stab.
what side of the fence y'all on, but how y'all feel? Do y'all feel like that's what it is or what it ain't, that he got stabbed in prison?
What does that mean? Like, do we care that he got stabbed?
Yeah, like, do you
People
feel
get
like,
stabbed in prison every day. You're not supposed to get stabbed because you Tory Lanez.
Because you're who you are.
Because you who you are,
Yeah.
Puffy. Anybody can get it in
do you
jail.
feel like he deserved it if he did shoot Megan?
Stabbing? The stab is somebody stabbed him for shooting Megan, or were they fighting over commissary?
I guess like on some karma type stuff.
I don't think so. I think it's just jail stuff. I don't know if he.
Rock Nation, you will
crumble.
Yeah.
My
I don't
thing
know
is,
if he did, if he
why is he in
shot
gym
Megan or not, but
Cause, bro, you gotta go to jail. He make rap music.
where
bro.
he gonna go?
You can't
don't
go.
they be keeping? Well,
You can't
no,
go
R.
to
Kelly
PC,
and
bro.
Jen Pop.
If he go to PC, the second he come out, they gonna get him. Why you hiding, little Nick? Yeah, you
Yeah, you
can't
can't go-
hide.
you gotta go to Gym
no,
Pop.
you gotta be
And
in
you
Gym
know,
Pop.
Tory Lanez probably in there trying to be cool and shit. Like that's his
He is.
problem.
He is
That's
cool,
always
though.
been his problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he is kind of cool.
Yeah, his album was good too.
Yeah.
The jail album was good.
He's a little leprechaun. He's a little corny. Like Tory Lanez to me
Yeah,
led
Megan was
to his
still-
own demise because I've been
Yeah.
watching Tory Lanez for years, and like
bad.
Tory Lanez, he makes great music, but he does too much to
Incredible
be
music.
accepted.
But you could tell like he was a kid in school that wasn't the most popular
Right,
one. So
right.
he going I can sing but nobody knows because I'm shy.
Yeah.
So now he got older and all of a sudden you got groupies
Late
and you like,
bloomer.
oh my God, let me do everything, you know.
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion is in my car. Her friend shoot her. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Nobody knows
Yeah,
what
nobody
really
knows
happened.
what happened.
But you in jail, you got stabbed because you in jail, bro. It has nothing to do with what you did with me.
Yeah.
This is for Megan. He would have been got jumped. Yeah, he would have been got jumped.
My
Like,
friend Megan says hello.
this is for Megan.
I don't put that past Jay Z though. You know Jay Z be sending
Nah,
the
that's
hitters.
different.
Yeah.
That's different. He'll send some killers, but ain't
Yeah.
nobody in jail. He would have been got stabbed. The nigga done been in there like 2 years.
I think he was doing some shit he wasn't supposed to be doing and got poked at.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I listened to his album in
Oh,
jail.
he probably
and,
was
like,
talking smack.
He's really integrating himself in the prison lifestyle. So it's
Right,
like,
because he wants to fit
probably
in.
on some beef shit.
Yeah, he gotta
Yeah.
fit in.
Like his last album, he had niggas like in jail on his album, which I thought was hard.
That's
Or
hard.
whatever. Yeah, niggas who in jail.
But he
with him,
probably
put
had
them
no
on the album.
choice.
Probably.
Man, fuck them
He in that-
convicts.
No, he need protection.
He and that bitch like Lucius.
Yeah.
Sitting back, reminiscing on how I used to get down the dirty with you. Bro, I hate that shit. Like,
You see what I'm saying? How they connect.
Yeah.
and my mama love that show, bro. I don't know how she be
What
watching
show?
Empire.
The first season of
Oh,
Empire
I
was
used to.
fire.
I think
Yeah.
after this first or second one, I stopped
woman
watching
don't
it.
Yeah,
watch
I
it.
did too.
No,
Yeah,
Ma,
they
you
just
was
weird.
Like 5 seasons in, I used to be like, you still watch that?
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I
used to.
stopped. I don't know
No,
why.
Empire was good as hell that first.
It
They had all
was.
Black America watching.
I love
Oh,
Cookie.
yeah,
Cookie was the
I really
bomb.
did like Empire. Yeah.
Empire was good.
They
There
had
were so
Lucius.
many of those shows and stuff that I'm just like, which
Yeah.
one was that?
We saw-
That was so long ago.
I put her on Power. Once she got on Power, she was like, fuck Empire.
Yeah.
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 The first 3-4 seasons of Power was fire too.
Yeah.
Shout out Angie.
Okay, lastly, I want to talk about Robert Hinton Jr. I don't know if y'all familiar with him, but
The
basically,
one that ran over the cop or shot the cop.
so basically, his son got killed by a cop during a police chase, and they said like when they told them at the substation and stuff like that, he was just stoic. And basically leaving there, he seen like an on-duty sheriff or something, and he ran him down and hit him.
Wow.
So now, it was like, it wasn't even the cop who killed
did
his
it,
son,
right.
but it was like an eye for eye, you know? And now it's like when he goes to court, they're trying to intimidate him. The whole police
Oh, the
department's
whole-
in there.
Oh yeah, because they
Police
don't play
squad
with
is
police.
there.
Oh, they don't play.
They all be in
They're gonna
court.
make
Yeah.
sure.
But I love the
He's-
way he walked past them,
Yeah.
like, so.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I know y'all here. I don't condone what he did, but I
Right.
like how he still be like, he be looking them
That's
each
what I
in their
wanted to
face.
ask,
Yeah.
because even the judge was like, of course we're going for the death penalty. So how
Of
do y'all
course.
feel about that? Like, we live in a day and age where, like, racism and injustices is rampant. We've been dealing with it since the beginning of the time, and people are just getting tired of them taking our people and we don't do anything. So how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like that's what it is? Like, a lot of people feel like, well, he killed an innocent officer, but so a lot of other people feel like, you take one of mine, I take one of yours. So how do y'all
I mean,
feel?
how many innocent of us got killed? I mean, I would have felt better
Right,
if it
right.
was the cop that actually did
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Because the one that he did kill was highly liked and respected. I don't know about the community respecting him, but so I'm not saying I wish. I would have felt differently about it if it was the one that did it, or one that was there with him. You ain't
Yeah.
even had to be the one to pull the trigger. Just
Right.
be somebody that was there.
Right.
Then I say eye for an eye.
Yeah.
It is what it is, because at this point, if we just keep sitting back like, I'm with Malcolm, we can march all day, but at some
Right.
point we got to throw hands. We have to. They're gonna be
Right.
like, your mother likes
Right.
to
That's what I'm
fight.
about to say too.
I don't.
That's
I really
all you
can't
can
fight.
Hands.
But hands got hands. That's it is what
Right.
it is.
Rumble.
At some point we have to, use our words sometime a little better. But I feel bad that the cop that was killed had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Right.
But they don't care. It's like you. It's hard to really weigh it, because it's like they don't give a crap when they shoot little black kids
Right.
playing with a toy gun. Oh, he shouldn't have. They don't care when they running up in these women houses. Oh, wrong house. I
Wrong
want
house,
to
about to say
name
wrong
all
house.
of them,
Right.
but I can't right now. But for all of these people that were killed for no reason, it's like, did y'all care? But I just love the fact that it's the whole police station and probably the next town and the other town over sitting in the courthouse. And I want him to continue to walk with his head held high, because regardless, whatever's coming to you, you knew
Yeah.
what was coming to you when you
Right.
did it. So
And I'm sure he did
I
it out
walk
of
through there and
anger.
I look in all their faces. Yep, I did that. You
I
know.
think that's what it was. Like, you just
Yeah, he
drive
did it
home
out of
and
He
you
was
seen
anger.
the
so
uniform, and you
angry.
just seen
Yeah,
the
he
Because
was
he lost
hurt.
someone, so
Crime of passion, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's other things that he can get for that, but they're not gonna let it happen.
I
They're
think it's
gonna
one of
use
them
him as a
things
lesson.
where
Oh, yeah.
It's how I feel like. I never want to promote an innocent life being
No,
taken,
but it's like
one of
this-
those things
yeah.
where it's like you said, like, I'm more like Malcolm X, the Black Panthers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I feel like
Not all the time, but yeah.
but maybe that's how they'll learn. Like you said, he was a favorite cop, and it's like, okay, you take one of mine. They do that in gangs all the time. Like,
War.
we beefing. It's
War.
war. I can't
Yeah,
get
it's
you,
war.
but I see your little cousin.
Yeah.
You hit. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying,
Bless you.
Bless you, bless you, bless you.
thank you. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just
Me
saying,
neither.
I think sometimes those examples need to be set to show them that they can't continue to abuse their authority.
We got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That may not be the right thing to do, but it has to be something. Yes, vote. Yes, go vote for your local representatives and all of
Mm-hmm.
that. Yes, but it has to be something else. Like, it has to be a point where we say enough is a freaking enough. You know,
Yeah.
not I can't breathe. No, mother, but as soon as you do
marching
that,
ain't
they
changing
shooting you.
nothing.
Right.
That's
You know.
marching ain't changing
I
nothing.
think, especially in
We
like,
gotta get their pockets, and I don't know how to do that. I don't have any ideas, but
that's what
the best way
representatives
you
do.
hurt people
Yep,
is in
that's-
their pockets.
that's true.
So that's when you gotta get into the corporate
And
side.
that's where
yeah.
being on one accord come in. But the thing with black people is,
It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
It's hard, yeah, because we're so crabs in the barrel.
They be
Like,
mad at me wrong.
Yes.
We said it before. It's, we protesting this week. No, I be like, who not eat?
You like eat Chick-fil-A.
and I be
Fuck with
wanting,
Paul.
He do be doing that.
I be wanting to do that too. Like I was like, I ain't shopping at Walmart no more. I don't like it no more anyway. You know. Then I was like, well, Target too. I was like, come on, not Target. That's my store. I'm like, if I can't go to Walmart, I can't go to Target. Where am I going?
I gotta save a lot.
Cause sometimes I be like, what is this about?
Yeah.
And they be like, you seen the new video? They steering.
Right.
Yeah, like,
I'm
I'm not-
stealing too.
I'm not giving up Starbucks, but I don't care.
Yeah, no.
Nah, but I think the biggest thing that we can learn about this, especially with like this episode, Mother's Day and everything like that, is like you said, how he's willing to take whatever comes to him. That just shows that fathers do a way better job at like accountability.
That boy had
But
to
guess
spend
who's
it.
gonna be holding down the fort while this man is in jail?
Right.
That's
she should do something too.
She gonna take care of him. She gonna
What she
take
should
good
do is wear
care.
like a suicide bomber vest into the courtroom.
So they
If
could,
she was real.
so they could just okay. This where they lose me. Ooh, y'all going too far. They will come
I
get
will
you.
say though, during the civil rights movement, the black woman was the backbone. for
We
them
always
men.
are. That's why the whole nation
You know what I'm
hates
saying?
us. 'Cause
Coretta
without us,
supported
it
Martin
would be
while he was out
nothing.
there tricking off.
Yeah, cheating. That's the problem.
No.
I'm just playing. We just playing.
I mean, Martin slid a little bit.
He probably did, but back then
Don't
they
talk
didn't-
about Martin.
They couldn't go nowhere.
For
Yeah.
real, don't talk about him.
It's okay.
No.
That's in a man's nature.
No.
She in that bitch. Now hold on now, Freddie. You ain't gonna talk about
Martin now. Don't let Jesse Jackson even say that.
man.
Crazy.
Fuck Jesse Jackson.
Oh, I remember that.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel.
Lastly,
Shout
I
out.
gotta
Yeah, I just want him to hold his
I got
head
two
high
little
when he in the
weeks.
court.
Right.
So pretty much, and I definitely want you to answer this because I feel like. So I seen a tweet and it's from that Afalo. I don't know. They must be African, but dating.
Oh my God.
They said dating someone you don't mind losing is the best thing ever. And I wanted to know.
Oh, I seen that. I agree.
And how do you feel about that?
Can you say that one more time?
Dating someone you don't mind losing
Oh, that's
is
all
the
my
best
exes.
thing ever.
Yeah,
That
no
you
pressure.
Don't mind losing? Yeah.
That's fun. Like she said, have
I
your
just thought
fun.
about somebody, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I would tell you, just have fun.
Have
Yeah.
your fun.
It's enjoy.
You young.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like such a such a monumental thing to say. I feel like the way he said it was a little off because it's like you don't mind losing, and it's like a lot of people's like, why would you date somebody you don't mind losing? I think what he was trying to say was, we've all been in them relationships where it's like toxic and you crazy about the
I was
person.
about to say less
And
pressure.
those type of relationships, you can lose your mind behind somebody. Like we've all been there, done that. And a lot of times you learn your lessons from those relationships. So you can get with somebody who's really good. And a lot of times it's the person who's really good for you. And I wouldn't say you don't mind losing them, but you just set a standard for yourself of
I totally
I'm not being
understand.
crazy
Exactly.
about
Nah,
anybody
exactly.
anymore.
Yeah.
And
I'm not
I'm
taking
okay
myself
with
there.
being by
Yeah.
myself if this
Exactly.
does not work. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Yeah.
like all my past 5-10 year relationship. I mean, I like you a lot, bro. But if you leave today, I'm gonna be great tomorrow. It's not gonna. There's not gonna be an in between period where I'm gonna be like, oh my God, because I felt like you just wasn't supposed to be here anyway.
Right.
So
I feel like people who be crazy
Toodaloo.
about everybody they date is a little delusional.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like you
nah.
can't be crazy about everybody now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I already
Yeah.
don't like the way you chew your food or something. So you making it easier for me to just
Because
break
some
up with
people,
you.
they
yeah.
They love it. Everybody they meet.
Some
Yeah.
people, but those are people who yearn for love. Like they don't.
Yeah.
They need
to be
love,
by
yeah.
themselves.
Those usually be hoes. Honestly.
Yeah, true.
If they women,
No,
they hoes.
it's some men who don't love themselves too like
It's
that.
a lot of men that trust me. I dated all of them. There's a lot of men that they need to feel love. Like that's why I didn't want you to be like you need a woman to nurture me and love on me. Nah.
Now, Mama, I gotta put you in the hot seat because you said that was your last 5 to 10 years of dating. But do you think that is that a defense mechanism of because of something that someone made you feel, now you feel like you would never want a man to have you feeling like that again? Or do you feel like you just never met anybody since that makes you feel like that?
I'm not even gonna say since. Like, I've been in love before, but I've never been, and that's because my priority, and that's the part I miss about me. Like, I could break up with you literally, right, son, today, and I'm fine the next day. But if I lose a business adventure or something, I'm gonna fall apart. It was never, it's not that I didn't want that. I want love, I want the relationship, but I'm not gonna beg, or to me, you have to work, and if you're not working, I'm like, what are we doing, you know? So it's just a waste of time, but no, I can't compare to a bunch. Like, my biggest thing is I give anybody a chance, even if we're not equally yoked. I used to.
Yeah.
Now I'm at a stage in my life like, what you doing for me? You know, what are you not paying my bills? Because I pay my own bills. I pay my own bills. I can get my own hair done, can do my own toes, my own feet. What are you bringing to the table besides that? I can't follow you because you're not leading me. But you need nurturing. You need somebody to hold your hand.
What are y'all laughing at?
Because he knows it's true. You need somebody to hold your hand. Oh, you don't talk to me. Nigga, I just got off work after working 12 hours. Go talk to yourself. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, see? This episode will be way longer.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I know why I'm
you're making
single.
crying,
I know why I'm
Because it's always
single.
the women who like treat you mean that you be like the worst messed
Yeah.
up about. You know,
Yeah.
Why don't you want to talk to me?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he'd be like, oh, I just feel, I'm like,
I told my mom
you
before, I
get a
said,
better job so you don't have time to think about stuff like
She's the
that.
same way though.
Yeah,
She
get a better
was
job.
a very nice older man. He used to come with his little polo crease and stuff.
Cadillac
And
shoes?
She, had a nice little car. Drove trucks during the week. Did cut hair on the weekends. Used to get her money and stuff.
What
Man,
was
every
wrong,
time
girl?
she come home,
Take me out. We
every time she
He was
come home, she'd
needy.
be like, ugh, he asked me for a kiss. Ew. I just be like, Moss.
I don't know why I'd be like
She
that.
was
but
like, I'm like, he's a nice looking guy. He's nice and
I
stuff.
didn't like them. I mean,
Then-
you can't make me.
You can't make, yeah.
This
I wasn't
nigga-
attracted to him.
Anytime my mama asked for money, he give her money. He was buying my mama shit, taking my mama out, taking her on
See,
dates,
I've never
courting her,
had that.
all of that. As soon as he went through a financial thing, and he told her he was gonna be like a week late with her birthday present, she cut him off. She's like, "Oh, you got me fucked up."
I forgot about that.
Never even had sex with the man. I said, "Mama, you was wrong."
Oh, that was nice.
You was wrong.
That was
I
nice.
say I wouldn't have kept him around either, but yeah, that was good.
She hit the
That you
jackpot
never-
'cause
you ain't even had
he
to
was
give
a
up the
church man, so
goods.
he was celibate.
Oh, that's good.
So she was winning.
nigga meet with
Yeah,
love.
you were winning. But you can't force that. He had all the right things, but if you don't feel it here, you can't force that.
Opening up doors for me and stuff. And
Right.
You'd be wishing it was that one.
Somebody else.
Somebody else.
But the man, a few before that she had met, who started not being the best guy or whatever, and then we go to something and he had Red Lobster with another girl or whatever.
Nah, it's
and
problem.
now she, I'm finna walk past the table. I'm finna say, "How you doing?" I'm like, "No, you're not."
No, I would have waved. I would have waved.
Let him eat his biscuits. His chicken biscuits in peace.
It's alright. He moved on. She,
Yeah.
got me fucked up. I'm like,
But what, y'all still dating or no?
no.
Okay, but I
She
just,
just felt pregnant.
Red Lobster, huh? You know I come here with my kids.
Nisha in that bit, she in that bit, girl, did I do that? Mind you, this is one of Darlene events. Darlene, ooh, ooh, please.
Yeah, but she don't like
No,
I was like, okay, so what would you say? Do you feel like, because I see my mom be crazy about too, well, I didn't really see it with my dad, but I heard stories about she was crazy about my dad's
yeah.
side. Everybody knew that was Nene baby daddy, who she done stabbed and cut and
Bust the windows
window
in
out
the
his
car. I
car
love
and
that
all
song.
that was my song. Yeah.
Like, my mama was one of them, like,
I changed a lot. As you grow, you change.
and then
Yeah, you
after
do.
that, she had one boyfriend on and off for
Why is he
years.
putting all my stuff out there?
She was crazy about him too. She bust Not his windows, but
His mama windows.
somebody with his mistress windows.
Well, that was cool. I was warranted. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
You're lucky she didn't get sugar in the tank and
And almost
just kill
ran
the
him
whole
over.
No, she
thing.
just got
Right.
a grilling pitchfork.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, got
And
the ties.
stabbed it.
It's
and
okay
did-
because she probably
Well, she
knew.
like, all right,
Yeah.
stop telling my
It's
business.
like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
okay,
you making
okay.
me look now the comments.
Ma, you was way. That was way. You
No,
was
back in the
younger.
day.
I was a kid, but I feel like ever since then, I haven't seen my mom a lot. And my mom was like, that was my first time experiencing somebody go through heartbreak. I remember, bro, like my mom for like a month straight. I'd come home like she just be at the table smoking cigarettes, listening to Keisha Cole.
Keisha
Oh,
Cole.
that was my
Bill
girl.
Taylor,
Every time.
crying. Like I was like, what the hell is wrong with my mama? Like heartbreak is something
Tyler
serious.
Perry montage.
Yeah, like it was
It is.
like,
It
It
really
is.
is.
and I'm not gonna lie,
I'm
think
scared to get my heart broken. That's why
I think it kind of like shifted something in me because like when I was little, I had liked that person, but after that, when he would come back around, I was always the most funny acting one. And I'm like, I
You
remember
hurt
what you
her.
put my mama
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think they never understood that. And then plus, I just knew he wasn't equally yoked with
At
my
all,
mom.
at all.
And he was like, it was like when he would come around, she was like young, wild, and free. But I think she finally came to the realization like, this isn't my person.
Right.
It was the time in my life that I didn't know that I needed that freedom. Like the first thing we did, we drove down to Daytona, and I got my first tattoo, and it says "free" with a butterfly because I had just got out of
you
my
just got a
with my dad.
relationship and now you
And
raising 3 kids.
Yeah, and
that's a
this
lot.
guy-
Oh, I'm
10
gonna start
years
getting
younger than me.
tattoos. She had
Oh,
got a
that's
titty
okay.
tattoo.
Yeah.
I was having
You had a ball.
and I was having fun.
You had a ball.
And that was what, and I really didn't care about what nobody felt, what nobody thought. I was having fun.
What was her name that wrote the book In the Meantime? Y'all know Vincent? In the Meantime. It was a book that I read, I don't know how many years
I need to
ago.
get that.
I
Is
think
that
it
what
was a
that little
kid.
guy grew back based off of? Because I remember that was based off a book.
No.
Okay.
But In the Meantime was awesome because she led you to understand that in the meantime, this is where we are in the meantime. So if he's 10 years younger, 50 years older, this is where I am
Yeah.
in the meantime
Exactly.
until I get to where.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen me hurt? Damn, I
Not-
showed my kids
That's so
emotion.
funny that
Not
I never
necessarily.
really knew he felt like that.
Not necessarily, because you was like you would duck off. Like you wasn't. I call you like you would close the door, mom. Like you go in the room and you close the door and stuff. But certain music, like how he brought up Keisha
Yeah, the
Cole.
songs,
So
yeah.
it's like certain songs when I
He
listen to
already
it,
knew.
Yeah,
and I
Keisha
hear
Cole.
it,
He
and
know,
then
'cause I
I get
played it
older
all
that
day.
Keisha Cole album, that first one.
Oh my
You know
God.
what I'm saying?
First
With
one
the
go
fur coat.
crazy,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Oh my
like
God.
when I
I was going through something when that song
and
came
then when I
out.
get older, I'll be like, my mom was going through.
Don't
Yeah,
let
I was
that-
going through something.
I was about to say, don't let that one come on. You got dough and change. By the time I get drunk, I'm on the phone. Ain't another thing, motherfucker.
She be calling my daddy. I'd be like, all right, he was like
Not now, that was a long time ago.
Right, yeah.
And my dad used to
just
love
like
that.
to let nothing go.
'Cause you feel
and
like-
you know what? He would make me feel so stupid because he'd be like, "You love me."
Right. Yeah.
I'd be so mad.
Yeah.
I'm just angry. I'm really angry.
No,
But
that's
yeah,
real.
I'm so glad that that's
So
way
I asked all
Yeah.
that to say, just like with her, I was asking you, I haven't seen you be like that about a man in years. Even the few men that you have dated over these last few years, like, she got one that just come around. I tell her that's her husband, but she don't want to be with him. But he's a good guy. He that's
Gotta
my
settle
dog.
at some
No,
point.
when you see little things with people.
No, at a certain age, we stop settling.
Yeah.
I would be
I
single
don't
for the
wanna
rest of
settle
my
either
life.
no
I'm
more.
not settling. I don't want to see no potential.
I don't want to feel like you a little bit stingy. I don't
Nah.
like
You
that.
know why she always
Especially
pay
if we're
him off?
supposed to be so close and stuff, like to the point where we'll be on the phone until we fall asleep. And we're
Yeah,
supposed to be
yeah,
telling
yeah.
each other everything. And then
you come with
know
a
what I'm saying?
quarter
You-
of
you
a paycheck.
stingy, and then you lie.
And you want me
I
to
don't
cook and
like
clean.
light.
I'd be like, oh, you still
And you
kicking
know
it
that because you don't need
No, he
Yeah.
told me he was gonna pay my light bill. He ain't pay. He could kiss my ass.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Right, I'd
Yeah, I
be
don't
done
like
after
that.
that. Yeah.
I don't care.
So
oh, go ahead.
with my mom, I told her before, like my mom's so comfortable and so used to being like who she is that any real man that you want, that you're gonna respect, is gonna require you to soften up and be a different version and be like more feminine, and you don't want to do that.
No, I want to do that.
It's
but here's the problem.
It's
No,
hard.
Keith.
Yeah,
People
right.
have told me that before. Here's my thing, though. You want me to be this feminine woman. I don't ask you to pay nothing. You ain't got to pay my bills, but you should want to take somebody out.
Who you telling?
But if I got to help you figure everything out, if the tire is flat and you sitting there scratching your head, and I be like, move, nigga.
I know women
now I
that's
gotta
like that.
change
They
the
don't.
tire.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
But
Yeah,
that's
that
not the
annoys
type
me.
of man that we talking about, though.
That is the type
Because
of man I'm
a lot
talking
of
about.
men, but
Let's
that's
think
not-
of
but
my
that's not a
last
man,
three.
though.
My last three, they were manly men. Manly men couldn't do nothing.
but them niggas was idiots.
Right, but they worked. They worked hard. They did all of that, but I made them soft. Oh, I made you demasculate. Is that the word?
emasculate.
You do, though.
I don't try to, but you have
I
to
was
be a
gonna say,
strong
what
man.
it
So
sounds
we
like-
know what type of man you would need.
I'm a strong woman,
Right.
so don't come to me and be like, "Hey, babe, I made 200 today." Okay, and I just paid 2,000. So we're not equally. You can't come to me with money.
Yeah, I was about to say, you
Right.
sound just like my daughter.
Because you can't come to me with money.
Didn't you think about that?
Yeah.
They should
No.
take
But
your
But I don't
What I was
ask.
saying-
My thing is, I ask for bare minimum because I'm not judging you based on what you have,
And I don't either.
So I'm following my heart. So if I'm getting with you, knowing that we're not equally yoked, and I ask you for the bare minimum,
I know you don't
which
know
may
that's
be, hey, come home and don't throw your shoes on, because I don't ask for a lot.
But
So
see-
if you can't give me the bare minimum, and I'm not even asking you to pay bills, I'm paying my own. If you give me, it's a blessing. If you don't, my bill's still gonna get paid. So who's you?
Hold on, because I know where you're gonna take it.
He's doing that to himself. It's not
But
me.
I got a question. So
They want me to be more. Okay,
But the thing
you
is-
gotta stand up.
you know that we know
that's just
we
not
know
true.
even from our own experience.
It's
the
not
dating
me.
pool- The dating
Once we
pool is
start dating
trash.
women, we give y'all more
But
flack.
this is what it's kind of like. Is it one of those things where it's like, because women, what y'all would do is, because the dating pool is trash, y'all will put every man in a box.
No.
And then when you get that certain type of man that you say you want, you can't deal with it because you're so used to being the more dominant one.
I don't want to be. We don't want to be.
So if you get a
But
man,
if we don't have a choice,
if he a stepper, will you be submissive?
No.
submissive to an extent. Yes,
See?
Keith, you don't know me. You don't know me as well as you think you do. No.
Because we done had this conversation before, and then you said, "Oh, I've had men who was willing to do this, that, and the third, and
But
do
I'm
this, that,
not
and the
going
third."
to be submissive to somebody who cannot lead me.
Like,
You have to be able to lead me. What am I being submissive to? To what?
Right.
To what?
How do you determine if they're
hold on, real quick. Do you feel like grandma is submissive to grandpa?
Yes.
Do you feel like grandpa is? Do you feel like grandpa is the best leader, or mentally grandpa can lead grandma?
Yes. Maybe not now because they 70 something, but there was a time, yes.
Oh.
And that's why grandma stuck by
Okay,
him.
so how long they been together?
But she saw potential, but they were in their 30s when they met.
Mm-hmm.
Me at 53, I'm not looking for potential.
I know,
You
that's
potentially should have had your shit together already.
Right.
but
And
you
don't
dated
come
men.
for a grown woman
Right.
that you know have her stuff together.
Okay.
Don't come cheesing in my face if you can't even hold 1/4 of that. So
Okay,
now
so look,
you
though.
sad because you want me to sit and wait for you. Baby, time don't wait for no one.
But look,
we
though,
gotta
Mom,
move.
But
no.
this is the thing, though, right? Because like you
Stay
said,
in your lane, please.
but look, though, Mom, like,
Yeah, stay in your lane.
but look, though, Mom, because like this is the thing, though, because I feel like. Because at the end of the day, you still a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I am a girl, and I
but
do be girly.
Because a lot of my friends are like this too. Like, they are a little bit harder on the exterior, but at the end of the day, women are women. You know
We
what I'm saying?
are
Like,
soft.
and y'all soft. And,
And
like,
I
that's
want
naturally,
to.
yeah. But it's like, this is the thing, though. In the honeymoon stage, the bare minimum can't be okay. And then when you're out of the honeymoon stage, then it's like, well, you're not doing this, that, and the third.
No.
So because you don't
You know what
because you
changes?
don't require a lot. I can admit to that.
You can admit to that.
Yeah, you
I will
don't
take
require
a
a lot.
guy that has. You don't have to have a lot, but you have to have a drive. But you can't get sad and want me to slow down because you can't
Because you
fit
don't have
in my
that.
lane.
No. That shouldn't be the case. You know
Right,
what
so
I'm saying?
I'm not mad. It's more the opposite what you think. Like, after the honeymoon stage, like, in my last relationship, I'm not even gonna call the nigga name out, Mike. In my last relationship, the whole time, he's saying, oh, you too good for me. And you gotta be confident, because I'm a very
yeah.
confident
As soon as
person.
somebody say you too good for them, that's the
me,
dub.
yeah.
And then first
And
of all,
that kills the
but
whole
look though,
relationship.
But look though, mom, with the last 2-3 niggas,
Right.
what I be, the fuck are you doing? I ain't say like with
They were good. They were good guys, but they had drinking problems.
But a good guy
Yeah.
is not good enough for you.
No, you got to be a great.
Because everybody that you done dated low key been good guys.
They have been.
But them niggas
Wow.
don't. But they don't be good enough for you, because a good guy doesn't mean that you should be with that person, because what you need and what you're gonna require, what you're gonna respect, and what you're gonna be able to be submissive for,
that's
somebody
hardworking,
somebody
just
who's
like
a provider. A traditional man,
Yeah.
but because they're good people and have good hearts, but nothing about them on paper
if they
shows.
could just come with half, but I don't require that, because I feel like you a certain individual. If you be like, you better come pay.
You gotta require it off the rip, because
but I require you to have it.
She talking about shit.
I require you to have it, but that
Require.
don't mean you have to give it to me, but you should want to.
Yeah.
But don't get mad because I say, hey, I'm going to Miami, and you're like, well, I don't really have money for that, and I don't want you to pay for me. Okay, I'll see you when I get back. You can't be sitting in the house sad.
Yeah, no, that's
Level
true.
up.
That's
Level
true.
up.
But look though, Mom.
But I get frustrated when they be like, oh, like with one of my other ones, it was, you be going out after work with your friends. I'm like, you won't relate to what we sit around and talk about. All right, come on with us. Came out to work, and they sitting there like,
This is what they do.
so he was like, I don't even know what y'all talking
Just
about.
dying to be there,
I was
yeah.
so uncomfortable. I didn't even fit in. That's why I told your ass to stay home.
Yeah, now that's
Because you
understandable,
know
yeah.
this Janae,
Yeah.
but corporate Janae is different.
Right.
I'm not gonna bring you in an atmosphere that you can't fit
Yeah.
in. But just because you're dimming your own light, because I'm not sitting there being like, okay, with you, and because I have demands and I have morals and standards, and you can't hold them up. I don't do the let's break up today and get back together. No, we done.
Nah, we call my mom, like she'll ship a nigga out quick. Like,
Yeah,
it
I mean,
be-
if you
That's
can't get
her.
home,
Yeah.
I'm driving
They
you.
don't get far with her.
No.
'Cause, like, she be like, but what I will say is,
I done
my
drove
mom-
one to Pennsylvania. I done bought bus tickets,
She don't
bought you
care.
back here, put you back
Swap
on the
'em
bus.
It's bad.
At this age, I will feel like
Yeah, I'm not
when
doing
we were
that.
younger, you was
Stay
more
in your
accepting
lane.
of men who like didn't fully have themselves together.
I was
feel
when I
like
was younger.
Now she's like
No, I'm not doing
any
that.
little thing, but like I will say, you don't require a lot. She be wanting small stuff.
I do.
But, like,
Little stuff.
It'll be like I be
It's
like,
so crazy because I think because we have the moms that we have, like y'all generation, y'all don't require a lot. So that, when we see the men y'all be dealing with, like these niggas is suckers. Like,
Yeah.
just saying with you, like
Right.
you don't require a lot. But that's because the women in our generation expect the
and
world.
they
See, but
expect
when I
niggas
was
to do
younger,
world.
I dated for
Really?
that. Because the women of your generation, they looking for somebody to take care of them. Half of them ain't even got nothing
Meaning
of
like,
their own.
meaning like they're very materialistic. Oh, I need my
Yeah.
nails done, my
Yeah.
toes, and oh, really?
Ma, you know
Nah.
that.
Oh,
My
man, I know
mom
that- I know
always
that-
told
I know
me,
that
don't
from
let
my
a
daughter,
man-
but I didn't know
Yeah.
it from everybody.
Yeah, no, my mom
Majority
always
of
told me,
girls.
don't
I
let a
know
man
that.
do too much because then he'll throw it in
That's
your
crazy,
face.
sure will.
And the first chance a guy got, he was like, but I give you half the bills. No, bro. You give me a quarter and I take
See,
it
the
and I
women in our
smile.
generation, they like half.
Half.
Like if you do like
They
if you
hate the
find a
50-50
woman.
conversations.
If you find a woman who's okay with like
Wow.
you paying half the bills and half the rent and everything like that, like that's kind of, it's not rare, but that's not something that they want to promote or something.
No,
like
a
that.
lot of the
Like,
women, they
a lot of
want
women
that.
want you, a lot of women want you to like
Yeah.
pay everything. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean,
it's
like
very
me,
different.
me and my age, I would love to meet somebody like that that's gonna do that, but that's not always.
But y'all more feasible. You know what I'm saying?
Because to
Like,
me, if half is more than what anybody else has ever done, so I would be ecstatic with half.
But even like the dude I was talking about earlier, like when he do help my mom and stuff, I'd be like, "Ma, I appreciate that," because a lot of these dudes
They
can't do that.
don't.
And then like I be trying to get her to understand like it's slim pickings. Like I'm not trying to sound.
We will
whatever,
never
but-
settle.
But you're not
We-
gonna find another my daddy.
You will never. She don't
I
need
don't
your
want
daddy.
No, I'm
That's
not
why
saying.
they
I'm
got
talking
not
about
saying. I'm
finance.
saying
He's talking
Oh,
about
because
provider
I didn't
and
know
a
what it was like to
provider
pay
standpoint.
rent. You know, he
Like
that point, like
when
he
her
was that
and
man.
my dad was
Oh
married,
yeah, he took
he was
care
that
of
everything
yeah.
that-
See, I've never
Right.
had that.
So when I
for me, if I ever
finally
get
got out
that,
and
I'm
had
like,
to do it, I'm just like,
everything, everything like was taken care of by my dad. Like he was a real stand up, guy
Yeah.
in the financial
But,
standpoint.
but things come with
But
that.
look what
like,
came with
yeah,
that.
Yeah, a lot
Exactly.
Oh,
came
yeah,
with
no,
that.
And
I
that's
say
still
that
the
all the
same way
time.
to this day. It's
A
like we
lot
got
come with
homegirls,
that,
and it's like
yeah.
the niggas who just like lead with money, they usually
They
gonna
cheat.
fall short everywhere
Yeah.
else.
They
You know
gonna
what I'm
fall
saying?
short everywhere.
So it's like you
Yeah.
kind of gotta find a balance with it.
I
But
mean,
you got
I
some
did that
girls who
though when I
like-
was younger. I had that when
Like,
I was
my
younger.
sister be
Yeah,
like,
put up with it.
"Mommy crazy. If I had a nigga like daddy, I'd have never left him."
Right.
He like, but
That
some-
she would've. Yeah,
but
'cause that all
my
comes
mom
with
is
stuff.
also not a materialistic person.
It depends on the type
I'm
of
not
person you are.
either. Yeah.
So she's like,
Yeah, it's not even like I'm like, yeah, because I want to give you this bag and these shoes. And
No,
that's not me
that's
at
not
all.
me either, yeah.
But just the simple things, the simple
I
things.
mean, look at us. Neither
If
one
I-
of us
if I-
got
if
our
I
nails
even-
done right
if I
now.
even
We're not into that
mention-
kind of stuff.
If I even mention, because you coming over later, and I even mention that I'm low on toilet paper, nigga, come in the door with toilet paper.
Want you to bring it, yeah.
Like, I just look at all that kind of
See,
stuff.
those are the things that I'm talking about. Cause you be like, I don't want to be that woman that be like, oh, I'm only dating men that got this kind of money.
Yeah.
Cause that's not me. So if I like you and you got, but if I say, hey, can you stop drinking? Can you take a 30-minute shower instead of a 5-minute shower? And you offended by that? We have no business together.
How dare you?
Or somebody, another one told me, oh, you too set in your ways because I like clean. I don't have time for those little petty things. Okay, then be dirty, but pay all the bills. I shouldn't ask for my car and gas in my car. I shouldn't have a dirty car
like that.
ever in
Yeah,
my life
like a period.
I
when
can
you
say-
have a man around.
I can
That
say
bothers
these,
me.
these
I know
things.
that's
I
right.
ain't taking out no
definitely do pass
garbage.
I know that's
I'm
right.
not doing
It
none of
passes out to
that.
your
all that
son.
stuff
Yeah,
against
because
self-defense.
one thing I will say about him,
Even when
like,
my
he's
car
real
had to be
attentive.
serviced.
Yeah.
You
I
real
didn't take my
attentive.
car to be serviced, you know? Like,
See, yeah, I do all of that.
Yeah, right.
I gotta tell you what's wrong with your car. What does that do for me? I know I'm a lot.
But so
and
look,
you
though,
gotta
Mom.
be super great to be with me because I'm super great.
Here we go.
But there's somebody out there, and I'm not gonna
It is.
settle. But I'm too set in
And
my
let me say
ways,
this,
though. I think
'cause
I'm
she
gonna
don't
be
like to
single
give me my-
forever.
She don't like to give me my
But I
flowers.
want to be single. My
She
mom don't want
She
me
don't
to.
like to give me my flowers, but also too, I think, cause one dude she was dating, like he even told her like, oh, like let that boy be free. Like I think it was intimidating for some dudes coming around, especially like
When
I'm
you
like
have
doing
sons?
really good
Because of the way that
because
I am.
I provide
Yeah.
for my mama.
Oh, don't
like,
do not. Don't tell me what.
Yeah.
What? Don't do that. Not with my
Yeah.
children.
And so when they see him like,
Oh, that was it. That was it for
they're
me.
like, oh, this big. First of all, I'm already big, so
Yeah.
I'm intimidating. And then it's like, my mama, like, majority of the years, like, whatever she call me and tell me she need, I'm going to give it to her, like,
Point blank,
whatever.
period.
So it's like, that's another thing, like, I just ask my son, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
Yeah.
We've always had that relationship, you know.
Yeah.
Always had that relationship, and if anything, if holidays and different things are coming up or whatever, if I don't have to worry about anything else or where I might be going or what I'm gonna do, he's already done looked up tickets for this, or I'm gonna take her there, I'm gonna take her whatever, you know, and take me places and do things with me, and we'll be in concerts or ourselves together and stuff like that. That's
so
the
if you
son that I
dating a
have.
man who can't do
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
that's
it's just like
intimidating.
But you
very-
see, at the same token,
No, it's
as you
aggravating.
say, you've watched me, and some of the guys weren't. But look at who you are in relationships.
No, that's what we was
That's
just
what I
saying.
just
like-
said. I said
Yeah.
it definitely passed off because he's very attentive. Like,
Yeah, Keith is a great,
Yeah.
good in relationship. Like I be pissed off at him sometimes. Like nigga, where's my? You know, he's good in relationships
Exactly.
he be getting wells.
though, and he's the type that wants. Yeah, he do all that fluffy
Yeah.
shit for them, but he the type that wants to. Yeah, well, you don't do that for me. But he's the type that gonna
Right.
pay all the bills in his household.
Same.
I raised you to be that way
No,
because
that's
you
right.
ain't
Yeah.
see me sitting there just.
I'm just like that naturally because I realize, like, I watch you, like, and then I can read.
understand.
I read women really well,
Right.
Yeah.
Because my mom is not like you said, like, oh, like I'm not gonna ask you, but it's like you really want me to though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You
but
gonna say
why-
the opposite, but you really want this.
Right, if I,
Yeah.
So
if
it's
I
like-
have to ask, I don't even want
know
it.
that's
I
right.
should never have to ask for it because you don't need
but
it.
it's not that hard to be like, hey, and that's something you both has about, like the tissue thing, like.
Yeah.
hey, can you stop? Give me some tissue. It's like either the nigga is or he not. So what you gonna do?
Did
so
you
it's
shit
like,
this morning and saw a little bit of tissue left?
No, I'm not saying if I'm there. I'm talking about like, if
okay,
you need
that's
something.
different, right,
if you
yeah.
need something, just ask and it's gonna get done. And I think that it just because men the same way. I feel like asking for things put you in a position to where like it kind of show you how people really feel about you. If they don't, if they do or don't do it, and now you forced to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? But you have to just be like, hey,
Let me
do this
piggyback
for
off
me.
you because I feel like we've both been through this. The most demeaning and degrading thing as a man is like you want a woman like my old lady. Now I know she gonna ride for me because I've been through things while we've been together,
Facts.
and she gonna ride, and it's great having that. But with a woman, it's like a certain time period on how long you could be down.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause after a while, once she feel like she wearing the pants, shit get a little different.
Once she feel like she's
You know?
doing more than you,
Yeah.
the respect go out the window.
And it's like you want to be with a woman who you
Yeah,
know,
that is absolutely true.
you want to be with a woman who
Which
you know
is
is like
not right.
using you, but it's like don't tell me like, oh, I got us, babe. Like, quit your job, they got you fucked up.
Yeah.
And now like 2 months, like,
It's like, you're not rich yet? Have you done any scratch offs today?
But what guy would leave their job because their chick told him to?
Yes, you should.
and they got you fucked up.
Yeah.
No, because a real chick would be like, nigga, nah, you sit there and eat that and take it until you get another one. You don't walk
That's that
away.
old school shit.
Right.
We be walking out of jobs. you know?
Why? And you have nothing planned. Why?
that's
And
why.
we
Okay.
supposed to sit here in the back and be like,
Respect.
I hope he get it
Yeah.
soon.
Right.
Respect. But this is the thing though, right? And this-
Paycheck. I don't care about your
this-
respect. Pay
Right.
me.
But it be the
Keep
long
your
term, the
paycheck.
long term
Work,
outlook.
nigga.
Yeah,
Keep
die. But it's
Keep
the,
your respect. Pay me.
but it's the
Yeah.
long term. It's the long term effect of things because
Nah.
as y'all both raised like stand up niggas, right? So me and V both have had women live with us or women that we've taken care of financially, and then whenever it's a moment to where a woman feel like she has to do more, all that shit you did before goes out the window.
Right, and that's
As if
bad.
this is always going to be the
Well,
situation.
that's just not the right
Gotcha.
woman.
But
Right.
that's what we talk
They
about.
weren't
though.
the right
But
women.
I think it's even worse.
But how
man.
long are you going to be down for, though? Seriously.
I think it's even worse when you meet a woman.
Because that
And you
matters.
tell
that's
her,
true.
you
Yeah,
ever
that
met a
matters.
good woman and you like, I'm not in a financial space to be dating right now, but
She
they're
gonna want it so
pursuing-
bad.
Yeah, and then
Uh-huh.
y'all get with each other, and then it's like, what y'all fail to realize is, it's like we want to always appease y'all. So it's like, I
Holla
know,
at me when you get in your financial
I know, but these
situation.
young
They don't
girls,
say that.
They don't say that.
They don't say that.
just want you. And they
That's
like,
why I
it's
don't
okay.
like the girls
It's okay.
growing up. I don't
But-
like these
Yeah,
girls.
that's how they are.
I do not like these young
There's some girls
ladies.
out there, they just give
You
it,
know
give
I
it,
ain't got
give
no
it.
job.
They're basically buying you.
Yeah.
You know I ain't got no job. I got $20 to my name. And you like,
wanna
I
live in
haven't been
Mexico.
on a date in a minute. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, like
now
now-
you making calls to borrow money and shit.
As you
about
should.
stupid shit, knowing your phone bill due. Like, you shouldn't date when, but sometimes love, but then sometimes
Don't date when you
them
ain't
be
got
the
no
best
job.
marriages when you struggle with somebody. And
When
then-
you're young.
Yeah.
See, y'all
Yeah.
young. Y'all
I've
looking at
watched
it
my
from
mom
a
do
young
that.
perspective. I'm not struggling with nobody at this age. Because
Yeah.
at 50-something, you should have had your shit
I
together
understand that.
already. And if you don't, stay in your lane and stay out my face.
Yeah.
And
Because
if
I'm only gonna
but I'm the
tolerate
type of
so
person that
much.
If I like
Yeah.
you though, even if they're not, if I really like you, we can still fuck around. Like, no, seriously, we can
Yeah.
still fuck
I
around.
ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? Come through.
She
My
was
mama-
Yeah, I
really
used to,
like
but
you.
not
My
really.
mama always liked the
You're
broke
like,
ones the
not
best.
really.
Yeah.
Always was.
Because
You like
they're
the
the
broke ones the
nicest.
best.
I'm about to say, like, even
do
with,
that.
even with,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But no, real shit though, like,
Yeah, he
no,
got-
because even with her
I
last
roll
dude,
my eyes.
me and you got into it
Yeah.
because you needed something and you asked me, and I said, I bet you ain't even asked that. I took care of it first.
Yeah.
I said, I bet you ain't even asked that.
No,
nigga.
I didn't.
And you said, no, I did. I said, and at this time I had my own shit. I had my own shorty. I got a kid.
I don't care because when I,
I
had
said-
mine, I be giving it to you. So I was pissed that you even said that.
No, because it needs to be said. Because why you ain't asked that nigga and he laying in your crib?
Oh,
Because
God.
I
Just
know
like your
he
dad.
Because
ain't
if I
had
was,
it.
That's your fault.
Yeah,
if
I
I
knew
was a,
he ain't
if I
had
was
it.
a, because if I was a girl and the situation would have been the other hand around, you'd been like, why is that nigga at your house and he not doing nothing?
Right, if you was a girl,
so,
yeah. For a
period.
younger generation,
So,
yeah.
No, whatever. So if it was Shira or if it was somebody, you wouldn't have told no girl. You'd be like, why is that nigga at your house? And
No,
you ain't
because
asked her?
I've I've had my friends come to me and I know they have a man in their bed.
Right.
Certain situations you don't
Yeah.
want to go to them. Certain situations you want to get it done
They
without
don't matter.
going to
Oh
them.
yeah, as a woman, the worst
Yeah.
thing you can do is ask somebody when you got a nigga in the house.
Yeah.
'Cause the first thing,
Yeah.
If
But
it's
I don't.
good-
But
I don't know. I don't know
Don't
if
she
it's
be
black
laid
people
up in
or.
Yeah, but no,
If
but keep
it's
it real.
consistent, no, I
Yeah.
agree. If it's consistent, because I have people now, I'm like, you got a whole dude at your house.
But keep it
No.
real, Mono. I don't
Yeah.
do that to you. I don't be like, oh, what he doing? But this time I
Right, 'cause
asked you
people
that
go through
though
things.
because I'm like,
You knew I wasn't asking him.
you ain't. I know you ain't asking.
No,
And
I
it's like,
didn't. I wasn't asking him
because
for nothing.
you liked him, but really he had nothing to offer to the table, and you knew that
It was
already before.
both. It was a
that.
little bit of both.
And he
'cause-
wasn't all the way truthful.
And he
You know what I'm
wasn't
saying?
honest about
But
stuff,
At
so
a
I
certain
was
point, it's
like,
like,
this
you
rough.
too old to be dealing with this. I said that straight. You too old to be
Yeah.
dealing with that. Like, but ask that nigga first. If he don't got it, I'm gonna give it to you. I give you my last. You know that. We like that with each other. We give each other our last. But don't ask me before you ask this nigga.
I didn't want to
And-
ask
but
But you
him.
know what I like though? That y'all have that relationship period
Yeah.
that you watch. Because you sitting here telling her exactly what you've seen in these different people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he wasn't all the way truthful. And this, that.
Yeah.
It's like you really paying attention to
Yeah.
what your mother is doing or who she's dealing with
For sure.
or whatever. And I
And
like
for me,
that.
I was kind of like, I was so stubborn. Like, I never wanted to give it satisfaction of asking. I'm just like,
Yeah, I know her. Like
No,
the back
I
of
know-
my
I know
hand.
he
people
know
like
me.
that.
Yeah, that's me, though. I'm not
I
gonna
know people
ask.
like
I
that.
go to
When
my
you said-
mom. I go to my sister.
I know people like
Yeah.
that.
I'll go to my son before I turn to any man and be like, can I? Nah, because
'Cause
you
it's
should.
It
lev-
took me. It
it's
took me a long
leverage.
time to get like
You
that.
should
I didn't.
give,
I never
yeah.
used to ask my mom, my grandma. I didn't. Now, these last few years,
Yeah.
I was like, I'll help y'all.
Need
No.
it.
Yeah, but like you said, we give each other our last and stuff
Yeah.
too. I mean,
But that's
my
what we
mama-
raised.
yeah.
We did that for each
My
other.
mama, she'll give you her last, but my mama is like, a big worm.
That's what they call me.
She be
I
like-
couldn't believe it when I found that out. Who told me that
She'll
y'all
be
told
like,
me that?
yeah,
Him and Nisha called me Big Worm.
what happened to that $5 I gave you last week? I'd be like, $5, Mom?
Yeah.
Y'all need to stop.
Yeah, I'm in Dollar Tree right now.
Right. And we need it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because while you
And
ain't
then
paying
they be
us
like-
back, while they not paying us back, but then you turn around and take some broad that have a butt and she just smiled at you with a
She
fake
got
ass
butt.
teeth.
Right.
And now you taking her to Wonderland and you done planned this big glorious date with this hoe and I can't get $5 out of you?
No.
I know what
Okay.
you're gonna say. 'cause
And then my mom be like, hey, add $1 for the fee.
That's what I'm about to say. I was like, if you ain't gonna sell it, then you need to add $1 for the fee because I don't want $4.75.
I'd be like,
I want
wow.
Oh yeah, I do.
Never asked me
I do that. I do that.
No, but that shit go both ways though, cause I done had to
Yeah.
tell mom, hey mom, like mom, you know I ain't even tripping off this money, but you wouldn't do. Don't tell me you gave the money that you owe me to somebody else. Like don't tell me that. Like, you know, like,
Lord, yeah.
oh yeah, no, but like they don't. No, don't do that.
no,
like,
guess what? She get mad every time she owe me money because I forget. And she be like, damn, I knew I shouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah,
And
he
she
does.
be like,
He used to be
she
very,
like,
very
yeah,
forgetful.
First of all, I shouldn't have to pay you back anyway because you're my
God.
child.
that's how I go.
Get up out my face.
God.
That's exactly how
Especially
it
with
went.
me and you though. Because I done held you down plenty of times.
I held
so
you down too. I don't hold you down.
This get becoming
you
a
hold
whole
me
nother
down every
show.
now and then. I'm talking about when, like, I'm talking about,
broke shit.
like, they talking about different stuff.
No, I'm saying, but no, you hold me down for sure.
You
But
be
I hold
like
you down too.
$20 here and there. I'm talking about come
It's been
stay with
times
me
with-
for 2 years and not pay nothing type hold people down.
But you also be like, don't pay nothing.
No, I don't. I have
It
never
ain't never
said
been a
that.
time where you
You
asked
know
me to
what?
pay something.
I
Don't pay
never
nothing.
said
That goes
don't
back
pay
to what she
nothing.
was just saying though. Why should she have to say
You
it?
living in my house.
Why would you not say it?
Especially if you have a
But he
child
don't get that
and
part.
you're a grown man.
No, she'd be like, oh, don't pay this because da 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 da.
My mom
And
would
I'd
tell
be
me the
like,
same thing. Tell her I'm there. She be like, yeah, using all my shit. Use it.
But after you hear that enough, wouldn't you say, dang, let me go pay? Or if you already know I'm holding it down,
No.
don't be like the men
because,
I date.
but it's
don't
also
be
been
like
times
the
to
men
where,
I date.
but it's also been times to
Don't
where
be like the men I date.
I be doing a lot or whatever, and I have to say, all right, ma, like, come on now, or where I got new responsibilities or added responsibilities that I'm taking care of, and it's like, okay, mom, what you need is that and third, and I do that for you, and then it's like, if I even ask you, hey, mom, you think you can? You be like, oh, you should even, I'm your mom.
Do I ever say that? It's either I got it or I don't. I don't never come at you like that.
It's definitely been
You
times.
probably
what it is,
deserved
too?
it.
You know
Yeah.
what it is, too?
You
They
probably
don't
was that
realize.
time.
We grandma's baby.
So
When
go
I-
ask
when
her.
I go to my grandma,
Right,
she
go
treat me
to
like a
her.
kid.
Yeah.
You know what I I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I ain't gotta, like, my grandma
Yeah,
give
because
me
when you
some
come
money.
to us, you're gonna hear it. If I
He'll
go to
tell me
my
that- he'll
mom,
say
I'm
in a
gonna
minute.
hear it, but
My
I'm gonna
grandma?
listen. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll tell me in a minute. My grandma.
I don't lift a finger at my
You know, and I
grandma's
just be like, that's fine because I love
I
that
get
y'all
in
have
that
that
recliner, my grandma
relationship.
blow the cover on me.
I love that y'all can go ahead and do that. I love it because you ain't bothering me. That's
Right,
Definitely,
just do it
definitely
over
grandma.
there.
Go
Don't come
ahead.
over here with that
That's
mess.
fine.
Yeah.
Because I understand because I'm in love with my grandkids. So I get it.
All right, let's
No,
get
I
a shout
get
out.
it.
Yeah, shout out Rock Out. I gotta pee
because
so
we gotta
bad.
get up out of here.
This finna be a 3-hour episode.
What time is it?
11.
10:30. Oh,
Really?
11.
And we got the babies out here. They
Them
gotta
niggas be alright.
be
They stay up all night playing Fortnite. They alright.
not
Right.
during the school week.
Dang, I thought I was
All
going
right.
to get a big box from Papa. I've been sitting here waiting for that.
I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't know it was this time.
I'm
I'm hungry. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, come on, y'all.
All right.
Snappers.
So the subject
This
is our shout out rock out portion. Well, y'all should know.
Right, we do.
She don't.
Say it again.
Shout out rock out.
Shout out or rock
Cause you
out.
don't be watching like you supposed to. She used to.
Rock out.
No.
He got to.
But I don't know.
Let me read it.
He got to say it
Nah,
first.
it's just like when people write in.
Okay.
We
give
gotta
them
speed through this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
We gotta speed through for real.
Subject, I'm calling CPS. Hey fellas, it's CC from Gainesville. I need some serious advice on an urgent matter. So basically, I have a cousin who I grew up with. Our grandma raised us, so we grew up like siblings. She was always the faster one. She had her child very young. Her daughter is now a 6th grader, and she has an 11-month-year-old as well. I don't have any kids yet, but I am a very good TT to all my nieces and nephews. And my grandmother utilized me a lot to help out with raising all of us because I was always the most mature. Me and my cousin like to have a good time, so once she recently got pregnant, it slowed us down. As soon as she dropped her son, we were back outside. Recently, we went to the club, and usually we drive.
And back outside. Go ahead. And at the
Recently-
club.
Recently, we
This
went
the
to
one
the
with
club.
3 kids? Go ahead.
Yeah. Recently,
What is
we
she
went to the
doing?
club, and usually we drive separately. But this night, she asked me to come pick her up. As we were getting ready, she's putting the baby down, but I noticed her baby daddy wasn't home. When she grabbed her purse, I'm like, "Where's your baby dad?" And she's like, "Oh, he works the graveyard shift at this warehouse." I then asked who's gonna watch the kids, and she proceeded.
I'm calling
Oh, I know some
CPS.
of those. I know some people like that.
And she proceeded to say her 6th grader looks after the 11-month-year-old all the time and makes a joke about making sure I have my kids far apart too so I can have an in-house babysitter. Y'all, I was so uncomfortable all night that I made an excuse of not feeling well just to get her back to those babies.
Yeah.
Why when we walked in, the baby is screaming to the top of his lungs and her daughter is knocked out asleep. I told her how I felt, and she turned up on me telling me I don't have kids, so my opinion doesn't matter.
Oh.
To make matters worse, the house was dirty as hell, and I just
See?
didn't know they be living like that. Of course, I would never want to call CPS on my cousin, but now every time I see her posting in the club, I'm worried about those babies.
I'm calling CPS.
I just don't feel like it's that serious to want to party
Thank
that
you.
bad.
Thank you.
Am I being shot out and over dramatic because I'm not a parent, or is that too young to leave a baby with a 6th grader?
Rock out. That is too young to leave them kids in the house. Especially they don't see what's going on in the news, and there's always some woman in the club dressed to the 9 and her house is filthy. I hate people with dirty houses.
Yeah.
So you got a dirty house and you got your dirty kids in this dirty house by themselves while your dirty ass at the club.
Yeah.
I got mad pride. I would
Yeah.
call CPS
It's
in a
that
heartbeat.
serious.
I
I
call
know
CPS
people
on my
that have
mama
done
if
that.
she was doing it.
You
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. You don't know what happened.
11 months
It's too
old
much
is
going
crazy.
You know,
on.
if your baby gonna shit all over the place and the shit go up their back, like just different things happen. So you expect the 6th
What if
grader
they
to take care of
choke?
that
Right. So
or whatever. Because
these
you
little retarded
wanna be
kids that
out
are
so
not. Oh, I can't say
bad.
that word.
You gotta toss that bit.
Take that off.
You ain't gotta bleed that.
No, yes you
Wait,
do.
what?
Please, I can't say that on TV. I said the R word. But these kids are not built like we were when we were growing up. You know what I'm saying? So you can't trust that this 6-year-old, who would do that?
Right.
What is in the
What if he
club?
falls
So the
asleep?
3 babies ain't enough. What if he fall? What if he's choking?
Anything.
It's so many things.
Anything.
And then your house dirty, so that makes it even worse.
Nigga picking up
Yeah.
anything off the floor.
Right.
anything.
I think an 11-month-year-old.
Y'all don't see all the things that's been in the news lately.
Why do you keep saying that?
What, 11-month-year-olds?
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep
11-month-year-olds.
saying year.
Oh, 11-month-old.
Yeah.
It's like,
Did he
that
say
is.
11-month-year-old?
I'm like, at first I thought it was just a reader, because you know,
Me too, I did
our
too.
listeners are dumb as hell. So I thought that she was saying
I don't
that
know
first.
why my mom processed like that. I used to say 9-month-year-old. That's
Who
crazy.
that?
That is so weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is you.
That's too young. Like,
That's
I do
way
feel
too
like
young.
when
Maybe
you're-
can't even talk.
Like, for instance, when my sister used to watch me, like, yeah, I can remember.
Yeah.
My mama ain't never left me with my sister, and my sister was mature, but my mama ain't never left me with my sister when I was young.
baby,
young.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mama, like, if she couldn't go,
Play
she
like
just
that.
wouldn't go. You know what I'm saying? So, like, leaving
If I
her.
really wanted to go, I'd put his big button in the back seat, in the car seat. Not saying the club and stuff.
I was about to say, hold on.
Where's he on? What
If
up,
I
man?
want to go do other things.
Right.
I'm a, you know.
We had to take
Yeah.
him with us. I
Yeah.
left him home, but I didn't hang out a lot.
11
Yeah.
months is crazy.
Man, that's nuts. Like,
But it's
baby can't
so
even
much
talk.
on the news
Right.
right now with all of these women that their kids are dying. Like, I just was, because
I'm sure you have cleaners and different things in different places.
Yeah.
Anything they can get in.
they don't even
anything.
have food. I love it. I'm a true crime buff, so I watch nothing but true crime podcasts all day long. That's all I do. All day, every day.
ID channel aggravating.
So for the last for the last 3-4 years, there's been numerous women whose children were dead in the house, or they were found. The one lady left her kids in the house for 5 years.
Puerto Rico. Oh, 5
No, that's
years.
another one.
Oh, yeah.
5 years.
I seen that.
Her children been in the house by themselves. By the
What?
time
I
they
still don't understand it.
by the time they got to him, the boy was 10 or 11, and the other two was 9 or 11. Whatever it was, the little girl, one of them was bleeding already. A period.
I think she was just dropping food off to them. and
She
shit,
would
like.
drop food off, and then she stopped dropping the food off.
The house was
I wonder if they were going to school.
no.
Oh no, they wasn't going to school. So the whole system failed them. The neighbors, they would see the kids waving to them out the window, but
Knowing.
the pictures that you saw of that girl's house while she laid up with some little nappy-headed boy, it was just too much. Just recently, another one. She went to, not the one that went to Florida, but there was another one. She right there in the same state. But this dude told you he don't want no kids, and you got 2-3 little kids. So you leave the 6-year-old at home, so they almost starved
I
to
seen that
death.
girl. She left her toddler for 4 days. She went to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
You
Came
talking about
back.
Drea?
And those kids starved to death, didn't they? They
They
died.
died,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's insane. How you leave your kids for 5 years? I thought that was a
Some people want to be
No,
on the
this
scene
girl,
that
she
bad.
would come drop food up or deliver it, wouldn't even go in the house. Like, she couldn't deal with the filth of her own house. Lady, stop having a dirty home. It is the most disgusting thing. A real man is not going to respect a woman with a nasty house.
Hell no.
Clean your house, because if your house nasty, that means your ass is nasty. I don't care what nobody say.
Paid
If
N
you keep a
Bazed.
dirty house, your butt is dirty. But for you to have your kids living in that environment, just
Yeah.
like, and then you leave them, your house is so nasty that you won't even go to your own house. But leave your kids because you want to be with this boy. And the boy
It's-
said he don't want no
Zara's in
kids.
6th grade. And I couldn't imagine leaving a baby with him. And he's a really mature kid. He's
Yeah.
pretty smart.
But just imagine
But-
leaving him with Kanan, just him
Yeah.
and Kanan in the house, 5 years, and you would just
That's
come
crazy.
by. The kids, her 2 girls haven't seen her in those whole 5 years, but the son was a little old enough to remember. But you should see the pictures of the house.
I gotta look that up. That's crazy.
Feces everywhere.
Oh no.
It was on TikTok.
I
gotta look
mean,
that up.
it was
Oh, yeah, 'cause
really
they have to use the
nasty. Yeah,
bathroom.
they didn't have no toiletries. She didn't drop off any, so they had no tissue, no your basic necessities.
That's crazy.
How would y'all feel? Okay, let's say if, because Zara's in 6th grade, Kanan's how old?
6. Gonna be
What
7.
if we left them? And went
That's
to
what
the
I'm saying.
club?
Like, imagine
No,
leaving
for
them.
the club, just for the night.
For the
Oh,
night?
that's
them
okay.
niggas all right.
Yeah,
I
they
feel like they
good.
okay.
I do too. I was about to say, I feel like they're
because
alright.
That I feel like
And
it's
because of the fact that I really know my grandbaby and type
Yeah,
of
like,
kid
yeah.
he is or whatever, you know,
I leave.
they'll pretty much probably play the game, watch TV, and fall asleep.
I leave that nigga.
yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, my son- yeah, even like, but I would never leave my son for a long time. Like,
Yeah,
he
'cause
matured as
anything,
shit. But that's crazy.
A fire, electrical
Anything can
fire.
happen.
They don't know.
But not just
hey,
that,
don't talk to
but something
touch
can
the
happen
door.
to you. You can go and get into an accident.
Yeah.
And
Get
now
into a
nobody
fight,
know your
whatever.
kids at home by themselves. Go get arrested.
Now you're in trouble.
Because you
He's
see
very
people.
much like that. I remember a few times, like the first
Yeah.
times we started going out, and like Kanan would stay with Zaba, and he should be at the house and stuff. But like he should be running in and out the house sometimes. So he be on the phone. You good, Daddy? And I'm like, he good, bro. But that's just a good
I know that's right.
parent.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, keeps a
Yes,
great
it is.
parent. Yeah.
Playing with. But when he was young, my son was with me everywhere. You know, like I just started like having people watch him and hang out. Like the first part, like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
I didn't hang
No,
out.
he's
Like,
still always with
yeah,
you.
I'll take that nigga with me, like or whatever. But, like that's why now I be using all my cachet that I built up in them 3 years. Like, hey, no, can you get like? But like, nah, leaving my son 11 months is crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. It's the age. If you said it was a 6th grader with a 5-year-old, I'd be like,
Yeah,
Yeah, for
people
sure.
do that all
because
the
the
time.
5-year-old could talk.
Yeah.
But 11-month-year-old.
At 5 years old, you get them a game or something,
Yeah.
they good. They
Like
can
the
move.
last one that I watched, the girl with her 3 kids. The youngest one was 1 or like 10 months. How you got a 6-year-old watching? By the time they got to their baby, almost. I think they all survived, but the youngest baby was so malnourished, and she wasn't. This one wasn't gone for 5 years, but she wasn't living there. She was living down the road with some dude, and
I do believe just because
That's
like my
crazy.
encounters with people working in customer service and everything, and just knowing how like delusional people is, I kind of do think you need to be a test to be a parent.
Be a parent,
Like,
for sure.
These
Yeah,
days,
some-
because like
Yeah.
some people just don't have them all. Think about somebody you don't work with, you just like, what the fuck?
Can't believe you got
Especially
children.
if people that be leaving their kids in the car.
Yeah.
You know, like when running up.
and
They be doing that on purpose.
I'm talking-
I
For a
think
long
so
time.
too. After
Yeah.
all that you've seen on the news, if you still think I could do it this one time, you need to burn it
If
I
out.
don't even leave my dog in the car.
If
Yeah.
I park in front of the gas station and I go in the gas station to tell them how much I want on pump 3 and I come back out, I'm looking at the car the whole time.
Yeah.
Nervous as hell.
Yeah.
Right.
So how could you
Yeah.
leave a person in the car for hours?
And you
Definitely.
or you
No
in the
AC
house
on.
shopping, or you
Yeah.
in the store shopping, and you ain't want to wake the baby.
That's
Yeah, babies are
crazy.
annoying, but you have to get them up
A
and go in the
baby is
store.
crazy.
I do that with my dog because my car, for some reason, like I can't lock it while it's running from the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I leave the dog in with the AC, I'm watching the whole time because he's an expensive breed. Somebody could just snatch
That's
him.
my car.
Yeah.
Get a car and a dog real quick.
You know, my old lady don't give a fuck about the car.
Yeah.
It's her dog. It'll be World War
Yeah,
III.
that's
Yeah.
our baby.
And he don't make it no better because he be, so I be watching like he a kid. Like,
Yeah.
all right, let me.
If anything happens to this
Yeah.
dog,
Yeah.
she is
She's
gonna
gonna
kill
kill
me.
me.
Yeah.
So how could you? I don't know. But okay,
Your cousin, shout out, man.
I know you
Yeah,
got a piece.
shout
She didn't even let that shit heal yet.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say call CPS, but get somebody else to do it.
I say call and tell her you called.
Call private.
Because I done talked to you already, and since you didn't want to heed my warnings, I got to do what I got to do because I'm looking out for your kids because you're not. So, yes, cousin,
Matter of fact,
I
call
called.
Big Mama. Didn't unless she's not alive.
No, grandmama and them probably ain't gonna do nothing because it come down a generation. Because where they at right now, they don't know that
she
she's
said
doing
she
this.
died. But
Oh.
but the house being dirty is the sign to where like okay something gonna end up
Yeah,
happening
mental,
eventually.
yeah.
Like something gonna end up happening eventually because like you said. That 6th grader fell asleep and now this 11-month-old is just by
That's what I'm
themselves just
saying,
up.
yeah.
So it's like and the house dirty. That's anything that because anything you know
Anything.
anything about little
Anything in his
kids
mouth,
they just picking
anything.
stuff up putting it in their mouth
Yeah,
this that, and the
yeah.
third.
Especially if the baby was crying when you came in.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So you gotta
That's
do
crazy.
something.
But I
about it.
think that just says a lot about people who just want to be on the scene too much. Sit
Facts.
down.
And she said that daddy was like working at a warehouse or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. And he probably don't even know you gone.
He probably don't even know you out
Right.
there partying, but just making babies.
I'm just extremely sensitive about interfering with people's livelihood. You could be real rude to me at the store, and we can go back and forth for 10 minutes. But I'm not going to go to your manager.
supervisor. Me
Trying to get you
neither.
Because when I get in my car and I leave, I'm gonna be like, I make somebody lose their job. I don't like for it happened to me before with somebody,
Said
threatening my
something.
livelihood, me and my
Facts.
children. And I never looked at that person the same,
same, yeah.
ever.
But
So
you know
we're
what's
supposed
so
to be
crazy?
friends, and I just
Yeah.
don't do that kind
I
of
don't
stuff.
do that either,
So like the
but-
CPS thing, And somebody else
She
would have
did
to
more
call.
than not look at
No,
her.
I would
the
have
same.
called CPS by
She
myself.
bust in the house.
Huh?
Bust down the door and smack your chick. When that lady did that.
What are you talking about?
I'm
When
talking about-
Nisha,
No, I'm talking about
Busting
the
somebody
white
else?
lady.
Yeah,
You
Ni-
busted in that lady's
yeah, I
house
did,
first.
but Nisha came behind me and
Yeah.
Spit on the lady and kicked her. She was sitting there watching TV with her daughter.
Because you had her
Totally
folded up on the
disrupt
couch.
Totally disrupted her.
them. Yeah, disrupted
My
what they had
mama-
going on.
My mama found out
No.
that lady called. Mama, and then
She
the
was
lady.
hanging up the phone and she said something like,
No, she
"Yeah, that
accidentally
bitch." Or
texted
she
you.
accidentally texted me something about me.
So my mama come in the room, me and Nisha laying down, she like, I'm
putting on my
drag that
shoes.
hoe.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we like,
yeah.
we thinking she playing. So Nisha like, I'm not. So I just heard the door say, I said, Nisha, she not playing. Bruh, by the time, never seen my mama move that fast. Because this lady lived across the street from us. We lived in a house on the west side. By the time I hit the door, my mama was going up this lady's steps. And the lady used to keep her door open with a screen door.
Yeah.
And then her windows open. I just had my mama open the door. Oh, you calling me a bitch? You calling me a bitch? By the time I got in there, my mom had this lady folded up on her couch. My mama was like over her. And the lady was like,
But
"Get out my
Nisha
house."
took over. Yeah, she was doing that, but Nisha took over.
Nisha- I don't know.
Nisha went crazy. It wasn't
Yeah.
really a serious
And
story.
then
she did.
after everything, and I pulled him out the house.
And then we still was riding in her car and everything after that.
the
No,
lady,
'cause I
the
didn't have a car
lady
at the
sent
time.
a
We still
note,
was cool.
sent her daughter. How you send your daughter? Her daughter like
Just in case she
cane
get beat up.
age. Sent her daughter with a note and put it on our yard. So
You're
I went
going
and
to
go
jail, fucker.
Yeah, she said you going to jail, fucker. She spelled jail wrong. The police came out there. They was like, "Oh, we always have to come for her."
Like, please.
Because everybody in the neighborhood was trying
so
to fight her
everybody
because she
knew
be
her.
calling and stuff.
Oh, so she wanted that.
But before we get out of here, you know this is Paid N Bazed, so we want to know what's your hygiene tip of the day. If you got one for the ladies, for the men,
for their
what's your
house.
hygiene tip? Anything.
I think I gave mine how telling ladies keep their house clean.
Yeah.
And sometimes the old school stuff works the best. I use oil of Olay and I will stand by it for as long as I live. It works. It worked for my mom, my
My
grandmother,
auntie is the same way.
and
She
I've
loves
been
that.
using it and I love it.
What is that?
Oil of Olay? It's facial,
moisturizer.
everything. They have
okay.
the cleanser, the moisturizer.
yeah.
It's old school stuff, but it's great and it works great. And clean your house,
I
yo.
swear by tea tree oil, and
Y'all both got good skin.
I love tea tree oil. It's just it's so good. Not just do you use it on your skin, but your hair and your nails, everything.
Oh yeah, when I had
Yeah.
dreads, I used
That
tea tree
and
oil.
the other
Yeah, I
one,
use
the
it on my
coconut
skin.
oil. And
That's
you
what
know,
I
I
use,
just
too.
like they and it smells like it's just a really clean, fresh, nice smell. Where you know, even if you're laying with somebody or whatever, they
They
just
can
know
smell
that.
it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That you're clean. So I just love it. I
See,
love
tea
it.
tree and coconut don't work for. I'm more
Really?
rose water and argon.
I heard rose
Argon.
water is good.
Okay.
That rose.
No, I never used that.
Rose water is really good for like your skin and stuff.
Yeah, my skin
Is
like
it a water?
like is Dove with rose. You'll see Dove and it's
Oh.
made with rose petals.
Okay.
Like I use the rose and peppermint shampoo and stuff. For some reason, it depends on your hair type though.
Yeah.
Like coconut oil dries me out.
Oh, okay.
So I argan oil because it's thicker.
That's because coconut oil is like a sealant. It's not a moisturizer, so you got to put something with it.
Yeah, you gotta add
Some
something
moisturizer.
Yeah, I
with
usually
it.
put like
yeah.
shea butter with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
something that's a moisturizer with it.
And what I love
Or
about
just
coconut
water.
But
oil,
tea tree oil is the
you can
bomb.
brush your teeth with it
Love
too.
it.
It make my mouth feel like very clean.
Coconut
what?
oil?
Coconut oil.
Really?
Yeah, you can brush your teeth with it. You
I
can
didn't
cook
know
with
that.
coconut oil.
Yes,
I mean,
Okay.
I know you cook with it, but I didn't know you brush
Yeah,
your
you
teeth
brush your
with
teeth
it.
with it. It's like a natural teeth whitener.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have to look that up. I'm about to Google it as soon as we
I thought they was gonna get some old school advice like some vinegar bags. Yeah.
Dish.
Well, that's a I don't know because I don't know what these young girls do out here these
Right.
days. I just think they're not taking care of themselves.
No, they keeping hope alive.
Yeah, but go to their house.
Not all of them.
Right, go to their house after that. I just don't think they take good care of themselves.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
really big on a clean house because a clean house is a clear mind. If your house is messy, I bet you somebody that's always missing something, can't find something.
Scatterbrain.
You always
Yeah.
late for something. Clean house, clean, clear mind.
Yeah.
And take care of your bodies. But
Yes.
ladies, stop trying to be in them streets looking good because by the time you get home and the dude come over, he gonna get you. He gonna have some, but he talking about you because these guys nowadays they recognize dirty homes.
Oh, I'm talking to you.
Clean your home. Yeah.
Keith already knows.
Yeah, I'm
I'ma
talking
say
about
so.
you. He gonna say it to you.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it to you.
Oh, you live like this?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but you should, because they have to be put into that
I
shock
told her
mode.
one
ain't
time
your
I went on a date with a girl and we wound up going back to her crib. She didn't expect me to come, so I go up the stairs and see what the room look like. I'm like, you got a plate of chicken bones on your bed?
Immediate walk out. I'd walked out immediately. Because you got to tell
These ain't
them.
even all flats.
That would have been very embarrassing.
I
Yeah.
didn't walk out.
yeah.
Yeah, but you have to tell them because y'all not being honest with them because so they
Yeah, back
think it's
then I
okay.
didn't, but now I tell.
Yeah,
I
No,
would
tell them.
Because I tell any girl, like, tell me anything. Like, I'm big on my hygiene and stuff. Tell me if I'm musty. Tell me if my breath stink. We be riding the car, I be like, Keith, do my breath stink?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you should know these things. Like,
Right.
I can feel when my mouth is tart. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
so
saying?
yeah.
Like, I know, like, I don't be understanding how people walk around musty. Because
Yeah,
if I
you can
forget to
smell
put on deodorant, I
You
be
know
like,
how hard it was for me to tell a grown, almost 50-year-old man, you need to be in the shower longer? That was a hard conversation for somebody that I cared
No, I totally
about.
understand that. Yeah.
And I had to look because he was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Bro, you work outside. You work in the warehouse. You got dreads. 5 minutes ain't gonna do it.
Right.
You need a long shower with a hot rag."
oh, I done told somebody
Nigga
that
dreads
before.
booming.
So when if you lay down in the bed and you looking at the sheets, you take a shower every day. But I had to show him, like, look at the sheets. This side,
They
it
got
looks like
shadow.
it just got out the
I know
laundry.
y'all didn't last, right?
This side is dingy 2 years, but I've known them all my life. But
Gotcha.
I'm like, so now you got to tell people, because everybody's like, oh, y'all going to be together forever. Now you got to tell them we broke up because of hygiene and alcoholism. That's crazy. We were supposed to ride this out forever.
Wow.
Nigga had an imprint on the bed.
And that shouldn't be a hard conversation because, like, even when, like, I'm.
No, that was terrible.
No,
he was
that's
just
that's
like,
very embarrassing.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
he was
growing and learning.
embarrassed,
Like, I
yeah.
had to learn, like, as a young boy, if we would, like, do something with a girl and there was a smell, we were like, yeah, bro, I don't know. Now I'm learning how women
yeah,
pHs
bodies,
can get
yeah.
wrong.
now you understand that's
Sometimes
different.
it's
Yeah.
you and not
have to
her.
be mature.
Yeah.
You gotta be mature. And sometimes it's like, oh, this might be a recurring problem. You might have BV or something. Like, I'm learning to talk
That
to
ain't my
women.
problem. I'm gonna be gone by then.
See,
But you may have to because sometimes
you may
it's-
have a wife.
If you're my girlfriend, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you may even
Yeah.
have
But
a
if you're
wife.
not, I'm just not gonna be back.
But even then, Keith, understand that
Ice Spice.
sometimes it's not us. Sometimes it's you
Yeah, it's the
guys'
truth.
pH
No, we
balance
know-
is not
see,
working
that's
with
why-
Throwing
us.
us off.
That's why I'm
Yeah,
gonna give
Imagine
you
if you was
a pass.
married, you just gonna leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. If we married, I'm gonna tell you, but like that's why I see like I understand that, so I'm gonna give you a pass at that time, and then I'm gonna do a little experiment. Like remember I told you, you gotta space it out,
space it out,
because it's
yeah.
gonna tell you if it's you or if it's me.
Right.
So I'm gonna space it out. I ain't gonna do nothing gonna mess up people. Then
if
I'll
I
come back
really like
around,
you,
and it's
I've
like,
had to talk with a few girls. If I really like you, I'll talk
and
to
there's
you.
things that you can do, like
Yeah.
you have that talk, and it's things that a woman can do to,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
She gonna have to
say
do it.
something
And
different.
as a
whatever.
man, I had to
only my
learn.
girl.
You don't, niggas be rolling up all day, this, that, and you want to go rubbing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
see, a
you
woman
eating
don't
crab
allow
trays and
that.
you want to go down on your girl.
Yeah.
Like, you throwing her up, bro.
Yeah.
You got that bad tooth in your mouth. You know it. So
Or it could just be God telling you this ain't for you because you could be with a guy or a girl, and every time y'all do it, it's something ain't right because we
Yeah.
don't belong together.
fish market.
Yeah, or your dirty
Yaras.
D people.
I
You
feel
know,
like women, I
because
feel like
y'all don't be taking care of yourselves.
we
Some of
do.
y'all.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
y'all
Paid N
pretty.
Bazed.
Y'all
So
gotta
that's
stop
different.
messing with niggas with plaid boxes.
No,
Well,
but you're
what
right.
color should
Most
they be? No.
guys, I done sat around girls. You know how we all get together and we drinking and we talking. I have sat around plenty of people that said that they ended up being with somebody who had skid marks and they had to leave.
Yeah.
They was just like, oh no, this nigga don't.
Yeah, I'm
like
not.
they get up and go to the bathroom and see it on the floor. or
Yeah, I'm
something.
not being with you.
Oh,
One
Yeah.
of my old niggas used to be rank. That nigga was
Hey
real
man,
rank.
let's rap. Let's rap, man.
Yeah,
Let's rap.
no,
But
no, no.
more like I
That's
work outside.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, rank.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't.
But-
I'm not gonna teach no grown up no
I
hygiene.
know,
I'm out of here.
I know baby bladder gotta go pee.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I
let's
got
wrap
pee. And
this up.
we couple
Yeah.
seconds away from 3 hours.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's right.
Oh, that was way too
All
long.
right, so this has been a great episode. We want to thank y'all for coming out.
Mama.
Say both of
See,
y'all.
y'all should have had that.
Y'all should have had that
Y'all
queued
shoulda had
up
that
and
on
ready to
play.
play.
It's
Yeah.
YouTube. We can't do that.
Yeah.
You could say, I don't own the rights for this and sing whatever
It's
the hell
not
you
Facebook
want.
Live.
You can still do it on
No, it's been a
YouTube.
great episode. So, yeah, but Janae gonna have to come back and she can keep up with us. And then because she be on your ass. Boy.
Yeah. We do this all the time.
My
Yeah,
mama-
we do this all day long.
My mom was acting shy over here. See, I ain't really get the real her. Keith done been at the house. He know.
No, she gave what she.
All you gave me was what, mimosa?
Little pan ass
What
mimosa.
you want for mimosa? What the hell you want me to do?
Right.
With mimosa.
All
I ain't
right.
even
I'm just
doing
a
that.
chill mode.
That's
Right.
juice.
Okay. Well, we love y'all, ladies. Happy
Love you
Mother's
too.
I
Day.
enjoyed
Love y'all
that.
too.
I love
for
y'all very
coming.
much.
And thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no
this was
problem.
wonderful.
This was really,
They
really
came in
nice.
complaining.
Yeah.
It's hot. Where the fans? Where
It's
is
like the AC just only off right now. They're like, relax. Like, oh, y'all need to get the fan with some water in it. Like, no.
Yeah, talking about where you get it from? Amazon? We doing
No,
all of
this
that.
was wonderful.
It's like, y'all need to be on time because Amp over here waiting. It's like, can we do sound check?
My mom said down the way, she said, I know whoever produced y'all stuff, he tired of y'all because y'all always late. I was like, well, it's not y'all.
Yeah. I said, it may be, but it's cool.
Tell the truth.
And
And
it's the truth. It's the truth.
Amp be chilling.
Yeah.
that's what he's saying now.
Amp, no. He
I
know.
mean, you sat over there this whole time. You're not drinking no water, nothing. You just
That's what we say.
Amp do.
He's not a real person.
This is what Amp
This
do.
nigga never went to the bathroom not one time. We've been here for 2 years.
yo, whoa,
Well, kudos to you.
He don't drink no water. This is a true professional.
You know, you would think he would be over there doing that.
Yeah, he's
serious.
a robot. He's a true professional.
So did we do good? Were we loud? Did we do great?
I'm trying not to talk. I don't got mics.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they ain't gonna hear it.
I
This
didn't
the
want
man,
anybody
this the
to
man who
hear
gonna
it.
do all the edits. So,
Yeah.
you want anything edited?
I don't know if my grandbaby sleep, but I just found out my grandbaby edits very well. No,
Oh,
he
yeah?
does.
You're
And
not
I told him
plugging
to talk
that
to
nigga.
you. I told him to talk to you. Cause you know, you the plug.
Nigga
And
make
you
some
never know. I
clips.
said you can be doing real good by the time you're 12 years
Listen,
old.
Amp is good at editing. You want him to put a BBL
Well, I'm
on
still
you?
scared of my.
A BBL.
Oh, he can do that?
Hey, I'm still scared of my mom. So if I said anything crazy, just cut it
No,
out.
y'all did good. Y'all was
Yeah,
good.
y'all
Y'all
did
were
good.
very tame.
Yeah.
We should have got y'all drunk so y'all could be
Yeah.
embarrassed
No.
about
Nah.
not knowing what was gonna come out.
Puda don't want that. Not for me.
Because then once she get drunk, then she start calling my daddy a pig lip bitch.
Oh, wow. You know what I
And
needed
he
to
be
get
like,
me
I knew she all these years, she still loves me.
My baby daddy
It's
sent
super
me a
funny.
happy
I ain't gonna lie,
Mother's
it's
Day
funny.
yesterday.
Oh,
And
I never
spelled,
get Happy Mother's Day.
he spelled
nothing.
my name wrong. I said, bro.
Damn.
That nigga don't tell me happy birthday, but he talking about happy Mother's Day. Niggas
Because we
crazy.
still love each other. I was like, I said,
Bruh.
you don't know how to spell my name after all these
He
years?
did it on purpose, just keep you on your toes.
He said I think he was trying to voice
He done been
things.
auto-
My
Correct.
daddy used to always get my age wrong. He only get it right now because of Facebook.
To my daddy credit though, I'll call him on his birthday. He be like, "Oh shit, that is today, no doubt, no doubt."
Yeah, my daddy.
Nigga, you know your birthday, bro. Stop
He
being
knew
cool.
it was his
All
birthday.
niggas do that.
I hate that
Cause my
shit.
dad be like, I be like, what you doing? You know what I'm doing. I'm working, dude. It's another
Yeah,
day.
it's another dollar,
He
man.
sound
Yeah,
just
that's
like
right.
Just like
Don't that
These
make
niggas
sense?
That's all we do is joke. Oh, we got so many
But that's
jokes.
him and his father too. But his
got so
father
many
is
jokes.
quiet, but they
Yeah.
do a lot
Right.
just
This
to
is
like.
a great part.
All right, wrap it up.
We'll have y'all back next year.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
The grandmas said they want to come next time.
Oh Lord,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
gonna be an episode.
We might have it for Juneteenth or
I
something.
can't wait. I can't wait to watch that. That's gonna be an
I
episode.
would love for y'all to have the
but don't have
grandmas.
no, you better don't drink.
I'm wearing the chucks.
All you gotta do is get grandma some because Darlene and her got her on that sangria.
Yes.
With that being said, this was a great episode.
Black people don't pay about
So,
the pass.
No, not
it's your boy
mine.
Low Key V,
And it's your main man, K Thrizzle.
and this is Paid N
PaidNBazed.
Bazed. You put it out, man.
It's Paid N Bazed house. Get money and wash your ass out.